And we're live. Hello and welcome to the Root Winter Tournament, Round 3, Game 3. My name is Guerric. That's Lily.
Hello!
We have some wonderful players today. We have Jake.
Bonjour.
North Abbot.
Hey guys.
The artist formerly known as Rehab.
Hello, thank you.
Jermcurry.
What's up?
And AquamanBoss.
Hello.
Thank you for those introductions, everybody. And you're welcome for this draft. I'm going to go ahead and go on mute and let y'all get started. So good luck and have fun. And there we are.
Lizards.
Yeah, Manifest Lizards worked for the first time in a long time. It's
I've
great.
not been here for so long, and
Yeah.
I've missed them.
Oh, okay. I get to select the map. Any preferences, guys?
Summer or winter?
It's-
Lily.
Uh,
I mean, mountains are just always so chaotically fun.
but lake is awesome.
But lake is so these are all great choices. All four of them sound really viable.
Yes, I do love the route maps, but none of them feel like they accommodate 5 players very well. Which one do you think accommodates 5 players the
Katari, it could be a great map for lizards if they just like
'Cause
block
as
off an
first
area and nobody
player
wants
here,
to deal with
I'm
them, and they
gonna
go fight
have,
each
like,
other
the last
instead.
choice in fact.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll probably
lizards love an entangled
cats.
game
Absolutely.
because
Something else.
they're inherently a racing faction that are trying to,
Which one works the
you know,
best?
rise above the table's entanglement. So
Yeah, just hope like no one hits them.
right.
in
So
the
if
process.
things are
I mean,
suitably entangled,
I
it
can
could
give
be
you
great
an
for
honest
them.
answer. I can give you a
Or
totally
if we go to
answer.
winter, they can just like
Both.
camp in that top
Right.
like
Still
hallway.
mountain.
Winter is a solid lizard pick, I think.
Absolutely.
Still mountain?
Still
Yeah,
mountain.
I'd say, do they all have the same number of clearings?
No.
Yes, they have the same number of clearings.
I don't
No.
think so.
Sorry, I meant
Two,
building
three,
slots.
four, five, six,
Yeah,
seven, eight,
yeah.
nine,
Mountain has one
10,
extra building
11.
slot.
Because leader can't count.
Yes, that is like actually the reason.
Here.
Guerric.
calling me?
All right.
No, they're just making fun of your name.
I think the mountain. I have no idea. I think the mountain may have one more or something.
Well, they don't. They all have 12 because the mountain or the pass has one replaced, right?
All right. Huh.
I think they're all 12.
Okay. Let's go for the fun map.
Okay, so lake actually also
Lake
could be
map.
good for lizards
It could.
in like again just like blocking off a little corridor and people being like, I don't want to deal with that.
The problem with Lake is consistently that the building slots and
Winter just
suits
feels
are
like
not
it's less
consistent.
clearing.
Yes.
This, however, is pretty much the dream. These are the 2 key lizard slots. Having them be lizard or mouse bunny is what you need for
Should be
lizards.
fine.
So
The only issue with that is you are right in the line of fire.
It's hovering.
right, but there's not really many other options because all of the 2 slot clearings are centered around the lake here. Here,
Interesting.
here, 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 here.
That's true.
This is the only one that's not on the lake.
Yes, Aquaman. Aquaman is my hero.
I think if you're gonna pick lizards, this is about as solid of a way you can do it as possible.
No, I agree. But also just Aquaman's my hero right now. Makes me really freaking happy to see lizards being played.
Let's see. Helmet and cleaning for warriors, one matching garden.
I'm gonna turn Aquaman up slightly.
The warriors and cleaning is adjacent to it as evenly as possible. Build the gardens track. Accept the
Ooh,
level
that's
space,
also a
put
good
the
point.
outcast marker.
Sorry, lizards could
Let's
also
go with-
negotiate their
What do we want to go with?
staying in existence to
delete that
negate
later.
badgers
Yes.
for movement.
No, lizards are an incredibly potent tool against badgers, and they can use that in the above the board
Yeah,
game.
as
go
a
bunny.
bargaining chip to be like, hey,
Yeah.
leave me
Set.
alone, and I'm
Yeah, that's
already
my
just
setup.
naturally policing the badgers.
Yeah.
Right, let's see. And just so we all are clear, the artist formerly known as Rehab will now be called Rehab for the rest of the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that. I don't even know how to read that emote. So the big concern for lizards right now are, of course, whether or not Warlord gets drafted.
Absolutely.
Because Warlord and lizards exist in a very mutually assured destruction relationship.
Yes.
Mob tokens are
This is tricky.
disastrous for you as lizards, and there's things you can do to try and and prevent them, but at the end of the day, a determined warlord will just raise your clearing.
It's true, and you set up on
It
a
was a very fun corner to
a
go
ruin.
in.
However, there's a possibility of a vagrant,
There is.
in which case you might, entice the vagrant to come clear that ruin, so that clearing is no longer really that enticing for a warlord beyond points.
This is true. This is true. I thought you were going to mention the fact that as a counterpoint to, warlord being so strong against lizards can, of course, make oppress basically impossible for warlord by just, spamming warriors.
Lizards and warlord have a very love-hate relationship. I know when I'm playing lizards and someone else is playing warlord, I feel like I'm always trying to spam lizards just so you don't have time to raise.
Yeah, it's you have to play a really delicate balance with warlord in the game as lizards. And Riley, thank you so much for the 4 months.
The fourth seat is Rehab.
I'm thinking.
He has a really long name today.
Yes.
But if anybody
yes.
has any advice,
and Riley, thank you
appreciate
so
it.
much. Those are
Any
really
preferences?
kind words. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Follow your heart.
I also appreciate it,
we
but I
all
don't
have
put that
our
much effort in.
preferences, but if we
I just sit here and
tell
talk
you,
about
then you
things.
might take them from us.
Yeah.
I think, as the last player to pick my faction, I think I'm just gonna take this as non-seriously as I can, because all strategies are out the window, I think.
Over the Moro, thank you so much for the 4 months as well. This tournament has been going on too long. I apologize. It will be ending soon. We're almost there.
And then we get the next
Have
one,
we
right?
seen Vagrant in the tournament?
I need a break.
Don't know.
It's fair.
I'm
We
just
miss our
gonna go
coin
with
games.
mole.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't gotten to play any historical war games.
It's good.
Okay, we just got a mole pick.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I expected moles to get picked.
I've had some.
They-
success before.
This has been much discussed in the community. My camera is wild right now. They tend to have a very binary performance in 5-player. They are either really good or really bad, and not much in between.
It's fair. We saw some pretty strong Dutchy play last weekend, so I'm curious to see if that's going to influence these players at all.
Yeah, and this is a fun setup choice here. Although I'm surprised by the third mole over here and not over here.
Enemy homeland.
A pretty common setup for moles is to stake out these two clearings, as like your homeland and your soft homeland, because again,
Right.
two
Oh,
slot.
and score points this game.
Makes sense. I'm wondering if maybe we have 3 fox cards in hand or something to maybe move over there and
Yeah, that could be what we're doing.
To your badgers.
just to make sure that, because other player setup could drastically
And
change
have
some
the
stuff
hand
on
for
the board.
badgers.
Yeah.
Does he have the hand?
Oh, you can always have the hand for badgers. It's just, do I want to lose or not? Let's see.
I feel like Jerm actually's got some stuff working against him here, because if he picks Badgers
so-
with his recently released Badgers guide, he's got a huge target on his back with that.
Just on that meta level, you mean?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
So,
I mean, if someone
here,
releases a guide and thinks to play that faction, I'm gonna beat the shit out of them. Like, it's just natural headspace.
at the
It's like, you
bottom.
know this faction well. I can't tell if you're bluffing or not anymore. I'm just gonna beat you up.
I hope one of y'all chooses Vagabond.
This is a tough
It's
faction to pick from, honestly.
this is a tough mix, a tough decision, and your hand is so important to what you choose right now.
Absolutely.
It's interesting that Germ said, "I hope
Such a
one of
problem.
you picks
Sure,
Vagabond."
nobody's forcing you to pick anything.
No, I have to.
I'm really
to make a
curious
smart decision,
what
you
his
can't make a
headspace
dumb
is to be
decision.
saying that.
Yeah, you can.
I always do that. That's how I usually play it.
Cats?
That's
Badgers or
why.
crows. So L either
Yeah, makes sense. Fun.
one.
Well, we also had a Cats win last
what's
weekend,
my
so
cards?
Yeah, no, I mean, so cats have a tough time in 5-player, but they can win.
Yes.
I mean, we saw it last week. I've seen it in 5-player games, not in the tournament. It can happen.
Yeah, I
see
feel
over the tomorrow. That's why you just never say anything about guides.
Look at this
They might burn
brutal
me down,
setup
burn me
from
down.
Germ, blocking lizards from that clearing.
I love it. I love it. I mean, but it could be dangerous depending on how lizards set up as bunny. Okay.
Sorry.
That's what I do with cats. I just start throwing them. I'm like, yeah, they'll get to the right place eventually.
Not
I
really.
mean, they always land on their feet, so you don't have to worry about throwing them around.
That's true. That's true.
Let's see.
Oh, game 2 wasn't 5-player. That's true. That's true. I forgot. We were robbed.
Scale yet. Okay.
We were robbed.
I think I'm done. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, over the morrow. That's why you gotta be careful about writing
Cool,
guides
yeah,
and letting people know you're writing
we'll
guides.
say yeah.
Okay.
While they're thinking, I want to point out we went with the keep on the choke point, which is good.
Oh, absolutely. That's going to be brutal for basically anybody.
Yeah, it does. It does give lizards a little
I
room
like how we all really
to
struggle.
potentially squeeze into
Jake,
this
I
clearing
believe
at some
Your
point.
first
That's true,
game you
that's
played the rats.
I'm very curious to see what's going to happen here
My
because
second game.
if
Oh,
badgers are
okay.
picked,
So you should be an expert by now.
more than likely they're going to go down rather than stay up, but I wouldn't be surprised to see
Played,
some fighting at the keep and at the choke point.
Less
Yeah,
than one
depending
game
on-
since then. That's right.
On what happens, yeah.
This is going to be a crowded map. I mean, and if Vagrant is not
Problem is, yeah.
chosen, this is the most crowded map I've ever freaking seen.
Yes.
I've played 0 games with the rats myself. I've played against the rats a couple of times, but if you want an easy opponent, just leave rats for me. I can choose.
That's so sweet of you.
I love North Abbott's attitude right now.
North Abbot has just gone into full I don't care mode, and I think it's because he's safe.
I really like. Nice.
Is he safe?
I feel like he might be
The
safe.
two-
No, I thought you said it was Rehab and Aquaman.
Oh, never mind.
Yes.
He's not safe. Okay, no, he's just having fun.
So yeah, there you go. Those are the 2 win players. Antic, I'm answering your question right as you ask it.
The Badgers.
Aquaman and Rehab both have 2 wins. Everyone else is playing for their life.
This
That's their only spot.
Is this it?
Yep. Because it has to
Right?
be
Two or
away.
more, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and this is the only spot that's even remotely close to that.
Yes,
So
this is
Indeed.
2 spaces from Homeland.
Cat,
Homeland.
Is there a viable option for the Badgers then?
now they'll set up beside somebody.
They just have to be 2 connected spots then? That
Yeah.
not
Badges are going to have to be
Yeah.
Those
probably
2.
these
Here
or
or
these.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah, because they can't be in the south because there's not 2 border clearings.
not 2 edge clearings. Yeah.
Not 2
Wow.
border, whatever.
Badgers are picked. Its faction reach is just insane.
Badgers are picked. I'm gonna take a nap. I will be back in 6 hours, and I expect us to be gambling at that point in time.
Yeah. You can go ahead, North.
All right.
You don't have to discard yet.
Copy.
Get hit done.
Yeah, Jake needs hit done. In a year now.
Yeah, I like the Badgers, but I
Yeah.
can't say I'm comfortable with them. So I'm just gonna go for comfort. Whenever you're done setting up, Jake.
Well, I think I am done setting up. Have I missed something? Oh, the score track? Is that what you're...
No, you just gotta hit done.
You just have to click the done button.
I believe in you, Jake.
The big button.
No worries. All right, here we go.
All right. No Badgers officially.
A part of me was kind of hoping that
put
North
my
Abbott would say, in that time that you decided not to hit done, I decided to
token
change
on
the
the
faction I
map.
play.
On the score tracker. Ba-bam.
So Lake Map is a tough one for Vagabond, actually.
I think everything about this is gonna be tough for Vagabond.
Well,
What's really interesting is Vagabond's probably gonna get all of the relics ruins because
I would have loved to play Otters.
they're on the other side.
I know. I was
of-
thinking about
the,
others this
the
morning.
opposite location of the
Purely of like 5 or 4
Warlord
potential
card.
customers.
well, there's one down here with the Warlord.
Customers,
There's one
and
down, but the other
I'm
3.
Not above.
That's where this is tough for Vagabond because the ruins are so far apart. It's the only map where they're not on a adjacent linear progression
Yeah.
where you can
Actions in a
go
desperate
from one to the next to the
situation,
next to the next.
Absolutely.
This one you have to actually work to reach all 4 of them.
3 of them are pretty
fun.
decently connected.
They are, and like you can do it. It just it's harder than any other map.
That's fair. And I mean,
Okay.
that's especially difficult for Vagrant because Vagrant starts an item down effectively.
Right. Thankfully, the Vagrant starts with a boot.
Then
You can see the ruin placement most
Oh, and
acutely
you put
with
your-
Harrier, which does not start with a boot, and it
Okay.
only gets its slip and its torch movement at the start of the game.
Oh, jeez.
So it doesn't have the benefit of doing something like moving here,
Moving
Let's
into
see.
slipping into a clearing and then
slip,
moving.
move,
on the
slip,
boat.
move, anything like that.
No, I don't know. Let's see.
Just so you guys know, North
I've
Abbott
got a
cannot
runner
start on the boat
here, right
as much as he
there.
wants to.
AGW, it's 5 players because round 3 is
Let Jake have
Just how
it.
the numbers worked out.
it's
Yes.
intended to be all 5
that's
players.
the
We had a
idea.
no-show last week,
Got
but
a rune right here.
yeah, we had 50 players and 13
This makes it
people with 2 wins.
kind
And no matter what I did, the numbers just
yeah.
didn't work out.
Planning out
So
my
Guerric was
route.
like, 10 games sounds great.
Yeah, we modeled so many different ways to try to make it work, and this was the only thing that we could really figure
I
out.
want to be.
This is the only thing that had the least terrible
clearing with
results.
Yeah,
It's
Something
really what it comes down to.
juicy.
it's the price we pay for double elimination.
All right,
Yeah.
let's just go for
Interesting.
this.
I feel my mood getting angry.
Okay, so what's really interesting about this, and what
That's
I
so many
didn't
good
really
clearings
notice,
up
is
here, man.
once in that fox
So many
clearing,
good-
you can slip back into that forest and
Yeah.
get to the other ruin.
All right.
Yes, yes. A lot of people don't fully comprehend how the coastal forests work,
Ready to
Uh,
put these
or-
cards away.
forests in general, but you could slip into a forest and then move out of it, which means these are actually
my
you know,
cards.
2 moves away.
Right.
Click.
It's much faster to slip
Done.
into the forest and then walk out of it.
Um,
I will say,
once hands are drafted, click done. All right, has everybody drafted their hands?
Yeah, this
Yes.
is when you gotta put cards face down on the table, I think.
Yes, sir.
did the mold
Um,
dice.
all right. Great. Now we can leave and come back.
What did the lizards do with one of their dice?
We'll find out.
All right.
The mission is brought to you by.
Let's kill some dice.
What's so good for the lobby? What's so good for the lobby? So good.
This is the
Cold?
exciting part of the stream.
I know, I saw that too.
What happened?
I don't know.
Mr. Whirly himself is playing while we have got our winter tournament going.
Oh, wait.
Alright, I need to use the restroom while Garrett does his thing.
Good attempt.
It was a good attempt.
Especially since it's the moles dice.
Yeah.
I'm pretty confident you'll find a lizard die in there. And tunnels. I think keep the tunnels in there.
Yeah. That's their business.
It was me. It was my nonsense.
I'll just word of advice if you
Is there anything I need to do?
promote them.
Yeah, besides that, I'm trying to.
No. And then just turn on turns once they're allowed to sit back down.
Yeah.
But just a word to anybody who's watching: if you hide your dice, it means you have to sit and wait for Guerric to do stuff for longer.
It's true. It's cute, but I will find them and I will kill them.
And he will not promote you until he does.
Yep.
All right. Garric, are we good to start?
AquamanBoss is yellow, right?
Yes.
Could somebody hit start recording on the object by the law?
Dunzo. Uh-oh.
There we go. You are good to get started.
You might want to turn
Nice.
on turns.
I turned it on.
All right.
Never mind.
Look at her doubting me.
I always doubt you. Well, the vagabond doesn't want to quest or have relationships with anyone.
Yeah, that's on. That's on.
Oh no, I wasn't saying that we should do that. I'm just
2021
stating for that
winter
fact.
Tournament?
Yes.
Ah,
Garric split feed with the dice.
strange.
Yes, it does, Kyle.
Last few months have gone so fast, but also so slow. All right.
Dice wronged me as a child, and I've never forgiven them.
You know, this
At
makes
this
so
rate,
much
we
more
might
sense
we
now.
might be going into 2023 winter tournament.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, so I'll start my turn. Refreshing all my items. Let's slip and use my items. So I'll slip into
Dice in the game is only rated at 9.9 out of 10.
this clearing right here.
All right.
And
Well,
then
yeah.
I will take
Quest list and
this,
aid
this
list.
ruin item.
The truest hard mode.
The truest hard of
Um,
hard modes.
True hardest mode? Yeah.
Hardest.
Haha.
Oops, sword.
Oh, no.
Boo.
So that's good because it was a prowess item.
And-
Yes. It's
alright,
also
so I
bad
have
because
a
people can force themselves
sword.
hostile.
That's true.
If you
Let's
wanted to go for an
see
aid
where I
strat, it
wanna
could
go from
potentially
here. How do I
shut that down.
make?
But it also means now if people decide to go hostile, you can just instigate the shit and blow up the board.
Yes, Instigate is a terrific
Alright, I'll just,
infamy
move
source.
to.
So,
And it's a pretty good tool with 4 large factions on the board.
yeah.
All right, I get a point for that ruin. Let me just focus on getting my
Someone's
points.
followed one of men's law.
Do I have that?
I don't think you do. No.
And then I don't think I'll do anything else. I think
think I
that's
do.
a good place to
Yeah, I don't think this one
Stop.
ever saved.
Yeah.
and do nothing
I cannot help.
unless
Ah, yes.
I want to
My favorite trophy has
move
arrived
into,
on the table.
No, you don't have your relationship markers up.
4 quests.
Or your quests.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, what am I doing? What a noob.
Errand is a rough one.
Ooh. Pairing Shed's also awful.
Ooh.
Man, this is gross grope.
All right.
Yeah, that's not a great
I want
quest
to-
flop.
Yeah.
So I used my torch. I
Right.
you haven't used anything else, so I can't do any of these quests.
I think James would still be
I
disappointed
shall-
by our production values.
I
Is
shall end
James
my
ever
turn.
not disappointed?
Right
think so.
here
I mean,
doing
isn't that part of being like
absolutely
a dad?
nothing.
Yeah.
Just constant disappointment.
Certainly
Wait,
part
what
of being my dad.
Those are 3
Nope.
hiding.
2 and then 5 is what it's supposed to be. It's hiding behind this cat.
Oh, it's hiding
That's what
behind
you're-
the cat.
Yeah, sorry.
He was slightly underground. All right. Lord of the Hundred's turn.
No aid.
A raise at every mob, of which there are none.
Well, Jerm clearly picked cats into hoping that he'd get aided, so I'm
And recruit 2 warriors.
clearly this is the best decision.
Cats definitely would have liked an aid.
Oh, cats would have loved an aid. Honestly, literally, Warlord's the only one who doesn't care about getting aided.
We're gonna choose
I
Jupiter.
mean, everyone likes an aid.
It's true. But these 3 factions in particular. Cats use bird
Alright.
cards to do things, or other cards to overwork.
And the craft
Lizards
using
use cards as
strongholds.
actions, and Dutch uses cards to sway.
I mean, Warlord is super card,
Here.
low because it draws so little. So it wants to build strongholds. It likes cards.
Although I don't know if you can aid the Warlord.
You can, you
choose
just
not
can't
to score
take an
this
item.
course.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's why there's a relationship marker.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Das Boot!
Those are the assaults.
That was a craft.
Oh. Yeah, it's not a. Doesn't just sit
There
there.
it is. It's a good question, Waterman. Should Warlord go straight after Vagabond or go up north, start securing clearings, maybe go after this ruin?
The thing is, Vagabond can definitely get to that ruin faster. Because it has the slip and boot.
Oh, yeah, we're going Jubilant.
Lizards are like...
Are we gonna head east?
So, fun fact here, lizards love the fact that cats are kind of in between them and the Warlord right now.
Right.
Because if the Warlord goes north, the lizards are like, I'm safe from the mobs.
That's why I'm wondering, are we gonna head like straight east and just try and spam mobs this
Sorry, I
way?
went too many there. We're
Whoa!
gonna command over to there.
Wow! Scary.
This seems very dice dependent. I'm not sure how it's gonna go.
I'm just curious what he's doing, yeah.
Ooh,
Me too.
this isn't a wise choice. Sorry, real quick.
But yeah, so going north, I don't think that the Warlord can outrace the Vagabond for items. But if they choose to beat up the Vagabond, they might be able to outrace the Vagabond for items.
Right.
Yeah, Death Caboose, that would have been a good one just to get that extra stronghold out and get that recruit up. I think that's definitely a very solid choice.
Yeah, Grandiose would have been a great choice here. Rowdy would have been solid, of course.
Especially if you go just straight up east, because then you have those 4 enemy pieces in the clearing.
Right. I mean,
We're gonna go command.
I'm typically a fan of Jubilant when the time calls for it. I don't know that this is the game for it.
It's definitely fair.
This is sloppy.
Unless the goal is to just play a very strong anti-cats game, throw
Very sure.
mobs everywhere that prevents cats from taking advantage of building slots. I don't know.
Yeah.
My biggest concern with that is it leaves
And
the
you might lose your
moles to do
warlord.
whatever the hell they want.
No, I mean, I don't think cats are the target.
Don't.
It's just because cats won a game more recently than moles. So I didn't eat dinner before this, and now I'm really regretting that decision.
I was concerned about that.
I feel like it's probably better to punch moles earlier. than cats.
I don't intend to punch anybody here.
Well,
Eat
it
your
still
bread.
hurts me, but
It's within reach.
I
Be my
know.
guest.
Don't mind me, just eating bread.
I'm really curious what's going through Jake's mind. This is an unconventional turn 1.
I'm sorry.
An unconventional turn 1. And he's either carefully formulating how to enact his plan right now, or he's reconsidering everything. Like he's sitting here in silence thinking for quite a while
Which one's
now.
palpable?
Yeah, I definitely think that Jake's
Sorry.
there's a lot going through Jake's mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm officially
I think
a
we're
duck.
actually gonna stay here, and cats.
But
up
also
to
don't
what?
ever feed ducks bread.
I
It's
don't
bad for
think
them.
I'm gonna punch you.
no,
I
you're
think
not.
I
You're
want.
gonna- Yeah, you're gonna get the item.
Right.
It's still,
That's what I'm wondering, Coyote. If it's one of those things,
We're gonna.
either he didn't notice the
let's see.
keep, or
We're gonna
he
have to roll some RNG here, unfortunately, though.
didn't or doesn't know the
So we're gonna
vagabond can reach this
discard-
ruin.
sorry, so I'm going into evening. I'm
Oh,
gonna
no.
discard this mouse. Oh
We-
wait. Oh.
Yeah, we
I
can.
remember what I did. wrong.
Yes,
remember
Zampoodle,
what I did
this
wrong.
is a Jake
Skipped one
from
step.
Woodland War Machine.
It is indeed. You can tell from
I need
his
to punch you
mellifluous
here.
tones.
Oh, on second command,
that's fine.
any ambush.
Go for it.
It does even have a matching card to incite. It's going to be another real fun
Alright.
question.
I think
Getting two clearings isn't going to do much.
I want to save this cat.
No,
One measly cat.
I'm really wondering
Yeah, there's no
what
reason for me to
specifically went wrong with
with
Jake's turn
items today.
here. Did he think that he could trigger Jubilant from a non-warlord clearing? Did he not look at his hand? Did he forget about the keep? I'm really curious.
And then we're gonna advance up here. Battle.
Okay,
Same situation. Any ambush?
we still only have 2 clearings this way, you know, for a
And we
press.
still only have a mouse card in hand. But also, why did he
All
discard that
right,
card?
we will discard this to incite.
Oh wait, no, that was Germ. Okay.
Yeah, for field hospitals.
Doesn't have a match.
And we battled now.
No, we're inciting here.
Right.
We're inciting here.
You can incite somewhere else, but you cannot Jubilant from it.
We
Yeah.
will oppress a whole 2 clearings for a grand total of 1 point.
This is a rough start for Jake.
Very rough start.
And Warlord is very, very delicate. Their game can be very
Oh,
swingy.
actually,
They can.
I forgot to do the jubilant, which I was going to have to do. That's this step now. So before the oppression,
No.
we raise.
No.
I think it only is if you incite in your warlord's clearing.
Gasp.
That was a great gasp.
The specifics of this damn faction.
Yep.
Well, we found out what went wrong with his planning.
I know it's brutal.
I found a flaw in the thinking, yes.
The trick, of course, to remember
Not
everyone.
enough this time.
The moods always apply to the Warlord himself.
So just a waste of a
And
mood? Is
only
that what we're
the
thinking?
Warlord himself. It's not
Yes.
just that he applies to it, it only applies to it, is
Yes.
the big way I think of it.
Yes.
It's not really a waste. You know,
There is no
really good
mood
options for
that
next
is
time,
not
so.
specifically related to the Warlord.
I always kind of imagine that, like, it's, like the faction's just this one
Man, it
dude,
wouldn't
and he
have
just
made any
happens
difference
to have
to go
people
here
who
'cause I'm
like
making the
follow
same
him like the
amount of
Pied
points.
Piper.
That's basically what it is.
Well, that's the decision that was made. All right, I will suffer the consequences. Draw a card.
That's really unfortunate.
It's the vagabond that happened to accumulate an army.
All right.
Did this deck got shuffled, right?
I'm sure Guerric shuffled it. I think
I'm 90% sure I shuffled
Mod
it.
You did
Auto
shuffle it.
shuffles it too.
Great.
You haven't done your Warlord episode yet, clearly. Waterman, you're gonna have to make that a priority after this episode. This game.
Jake played Warlord previously in the tournament, though.
Yeah, and he played it well, as I recall.
Yeah, no, he
see
played it
what
very well.
happens.
He just,
I'll march.
he clearly is a little rusty.
And draw a card.
I
Alright,
mean,
we're
it's-
doing
And
good.
Good.
move one more.
I was gonna say, we're doing the pretty classic
This
Cats
up here.
start on Lake of a march to take advantage of the ferry. The card is, of course, great. Getting the ferry under your control is, of course, great. I do think sometimes that move can be a trap because it's if you don't have the extra action, it can throw you off your tempo. Because normally your build overwork build is so important to your turn one.
Oh, absolutely.
And if you can't do that and march, you're hugely sacrificing your tempo. And the cat game is all about tempo.
Mm-hmm.
Tempo.
But is it about tempo?
Tempo.
Sorry, just trying to see.
Death Caboose, it is still possible with
where
it spending of bird cards.
I'll have a life later.
Sorry. Bird card.
Or cards.
Or cards.
Cards isn't wrong.
So, I'm not gonna lie, I really love the You Tried trophy.
That's not the worst.
That's great.
I'm not sure if it was the OG version of that trophy or the other version of that
Yeah,
trophy.
we'll
That
put
was
it there.
there was an attempt.
That's a good one too.
That's the one I have.
I'll just have to figure it out later. All right, cool. One action done.
Bats do
Second
have a
action.
5 player.
I'll build a sawmill over here. Fun
Okay.
wood.
I like that sawmill placement.
Points.
Mm-hmm.
It's very defensible back there.
Overwork.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
I mean, going west is clearly
What did you get? Your
warlord
second point?
targety.
Right.
Oh, did I move it twice? Sorry. There we go.
Okay, we have our march, we have our build, we have our overwork.
And I will draw one card.
Ooh, no second build.
But we do have that wood stored for next
We
turn.
do.
Onto the burn. Oops. I'm flipping.
Right. How terrified of the moles do we have to be?
Very.
Very.
Got
Always.
his corner.
Two. Oh, that's
And Rehab's a double winner, so
Yes.
recruit.
I love how he tried to
No
like
minister
balance out the
action
numbers
jets.
and make it even more
Good
confusing by
job
throwing the
getting that
tunnels in
raft
there.
away from him. Keep him in his corner.
Got my things to get a brigadier for 2 points.
Mhm.
Okay, we don't have the triple fox hand like we were hypothesizing to explain the 3 over here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very confused why we didn't do
Nothing, I'm not gonna
3
craft anything and draw a
3-2
card.
instead of 3-2.
Humberto, the
In
2
time.
winners are Rehabescape, who's currently playing moles, and AquamanBoss,
Alright.
who is currently playing lizards.
Outcast.
So our seat 4 and 5.
We'll go to mouse.
And yeah, one the faction not picked was the Keepers in Iron or the Badgers, as they're more commonly known.
Discard Lost Souls, conspiracies. Not going to do anything here. And now let's reveal this. We recruit.
Don't bother me. I feel like lizards revealing an ambush cards is
Build.
always just like don't bother me.
Yes.
Don't.
It's
bother
posturing, you know.
Me. Mm-hmm.
Reveal this. To recruit.
Okay, so we're not scoring turn 1.
Moles.
We could have
This
foregone
one
one
doesn't
recruit.
really
So I'm
We
already
would've scored.
disappointed.
That is a fair point.
Because like Warlord's already on me. I don't need 2 people.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. We do have to mess with the moles.
All right, so Germ just talked lizards.
Okay.
Cats just talked lizards into not reinforcing this clearing and fighting over it. You know, because that's clearly what you're doing if you're
No
putting more
crafting.
lizards here.
Mhm.
But
And then I get to
instead,
draw it.
bothering moles a little bit.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad decision.
I mean, it's certainly good for Germ as cats.
I mean, Germ's already pretty hemmed in.
Right, but I mean, he's That's him manipulating the table for him to get this
Well,
building slot
well,
before lizards
alright.
can, you know?
Absolutely.
Let's see. I will.
But yes,
slip
a little sad to see no score
first off.
turn, especially since it was
Let me- let me,
very easily done.
refresh my torch.
there
I'll
it
slip
is.
over here.
Wait a second. You can get another ruin if you don't want to.
Hey.
How do I do that?
Whose turn are you on here?
You slip. What you mean? No, you slip into
What did
the
he just say?
forest
Whose
and
turn
then
are
go
you on here?
into
Yeah.
That's an amazing
right.
line.
That's right. That's the
He's on Team
intricacies
Cat.
of.
He wants that building slot.
Yeah, Germ explaining
It's the intricacies of the.
how the coastal forests
All
work.
right. I will.
Because he wants that building
I
slot.
will indeed
Mhm.
do that because that's smart. Thanks, Germ. I appreciate.
I will
that.
say,
That was nice.
Thanks.
having
I'll
badgers in the
use my
game
boot.
has made me a lot more aware of
me
where
flip.
the forests are.
Yeah.
My boot. And flip my torch to explore that ruin.
Bag.
It's a bag. All right. Oh, bag in its bag slot.
So,
So in a way, that actually just saved the
And,
warlord.
yeah, that
I think that's about
That's-
it for me.
the item that Warlord least
I don't
wants.
think I
Because
can
it
do
shuts
much
down
else.
what is typically considered the best mood.
Unfortunately,
and it would have
I
been,
would
in
aid
this
it, but
case,
I don't have the
a
cards.
command item that gets us no additional actions.
Right.
So it would have been almost all downside.
yeah. So
that's
in a
my
way,
turn,
that was
quick and
good
easy.
for the warlord.
Let me get that point for
Did we draw our cards?
that ruin.
I don't think we did.
Probably not.
Great.
We're also still not eating at all.
All right. I'll
Very
raise
steady
and
vagabond.
Spread of another mob.
It rolls
Tis
fox.
fox.
It only rolls fox.
Vagabond, do you have all the cards you need?
Oh, that's right. I've been totally forgetting to draw cards. That means let me just draw 2 cards.
Yep. You missed your first
Just for
round.
that's for this turn. That's why I can't do anything.
Darth Caboose, it's not a bad thing.
Can
It's just
log
something to
pretty
be
well,
cognizant of.
fiend.
You need to be aware of what people are saying, who's saying it, and thus why they're saying it, you know? Germ is doing a lot of really smart table talk here. He's playing it cool. You know, he's framing it as helping people out, but it is subtly buying him building slots, which is important because he got immediately hemmed in by Warlord. There's a version of this game where he could
This is
have
my strategy.
gotten this side of the map if
Idiot.
Warlord went east, you know?
It's mine.
So Germ is
Lives in the
playing a
water.
very, very subtle
Alright,
but
let's
smart
do
above the table
our
game.
First
No, absolutely.
command here, the battle on the cats.
Go for it.
What's going on? So what is your mood?
Oh, yes, I totally skipped my mood. I'm so sorry. We're gonna try
The ennui meta returns.
It does.
All right, we're going rowdy. Picking up cards.
What's that?
Just how many times you get a help?
Hmm?
Go on, sorry. I'm just talking nonsense.
Fair. That's a great defense.
I do
I'm
love
gonna
talking
attack
nonsense.
with command here, I believe.
Go for it.
Beware the Jabberwock, my son.
Dead cat. Strong cat.
Pokey cat. We have a pokey cat.
yeah, cats definitely got their claws. I'm pokey right now, which is fun. It's very rare when I'm pokey. It's a rare occasion. Anyway,
So that's one of our commands. We have one more command and one advance. The one command is not inherently doing a lot for us.
well, it could be a building depending on what our hand is.
It could. It could. This would be a great build.
Yep.
The only other real use for it would be some sort of repositioning for the sake of an advance.
Right.
Man,
But
your position here kind of.
with the rowdy, I feel like he wants to end up with the cats.
Yeah. I mean, there's a world where you take all 5 of these We command them into here. We advance with the ferry
Ooh,
somewhere else.
that is a good point as well. Oh, that's not something I thought of. I think both are definitely viable, but
Oh yeah, I like both.
but yeah, assuming that your hand isn't all bunnies, I would love to see that command to put down a stronghold right now.
Right. I would either like a stronghold build or, taking control of the ferry and repositioning.
We'll second command here,
Okay.
and we will.
That stronghold is very lightly defended.
Very lightly defended.
I could easily see a mole attack squad come in and wipe it for
Advance
both the
in
point
battle.
and to pick up a bunny clearing for
Right
sway
here.
purposes.
This
Any
is all
ambush?
fair.
Ouch.
The
No
moles do
ambush,
not have
go
easy
ahead.
access to bunny right now.
Permastuck, the unchosen faction was Badgers.
That is true.
2-1.
All right, so we're not getting our extra draw from
All right.
from
You do
Rowdy.
one because of the sword, right?
Yes.
Excellent.
Stupid.
No, there's gonna be 3 enemy pieces.
Alright,
There's gonna be
You are
Didn't
now
you take 2
1,
hits?
2, 3.
Hostile.
Oh, I
It's your
didn't realize. Oh, it's pieces. Pieces. Sorry,
Yeah.
I always just don't.
You think of it in martial law terms, where it's on a per player basis.
All right.
No, I just don't think about the vagabond
Just
being a
put
piece.
this down there.
No, I discount the vagabond as counting for anything. Is really what it comes down to.
All right, we'll skip into.
Did we not kill those
Evening.
cats?
I'm not sure what just happened. Oh, I think we were thinking about.
Going sat here.
No,
Oh.
now I'm just confused.
We have 3 points or 3 clearings of oppression for 2 points.
So hold on, before you end your turn, just real quick, like you're gonna lose your warlord here if you put the flame there. Otherwise, I'll just let him stay up and walk around the map and do things.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have to incite here, especially because I'm not going to get great adjacencies on my roll.
They had only 3 cats
Yeah.
there.
And it's never gonna trap.
Yeah, we gotta kill.
the other side.
We gotta kill 2 rats.
Right. That's
Cats.
exactly right. It has
Cats.
to. It has to go south, which isn't very helpful.
Unfortunately,
for me.
saying rats actually can be confusing in such situations.
You
Yeah,
make a
yeah, it was
compelling
an
argument. I was thinking about that.
I'm
and
just confused. As
Well,
to
my
what's
mood wasn't
happening
stubborn,
here.
but my attitude was. I hate how good your advice is, especially for all players involved. I wish it was this good for only me. You know what? I think I'm going to agree with that.
But seriously, what
I think you should have done it, Jake.
I know. No, I was worried about the lack of adjacency for this. That is a real issue. And it does get me that point. I'm gonna lose my warlord, he says. You know what? That's not the end of the world. Let's do it.
I think it might be.
I can live with that. Also, yeah, it's just one recruiter. I won't stay long. I was actually trying to ferry out of here, but the amount of rule here became too difficult.
You can wait till next turn. Like I promise,
I
you,
will.
like losing it now is not worth it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna battle you if you don't put a flame there, but I will now. Because I have to have that clearing. Like it's a very good build spot for me.
Yeah, I don't plan to mess with you much more though. Like you can it's all Mole's heat after this, right? Vagabond.
That's what I'm saying. But you
But
just
after
don't
this.
put the flame there.
Yeah.
You can put the mob somewhere else.
I'm very confused.
There's the other option.
I'm
Yeah,
also
there
very
is the other
confused.
option.
I am deeply, deeply confused.
All right. Well, decisions need to be made. I'm going to. Yeah, it always rolls Fox. You know what? I will place it here. So, Germ, we're on good terms.
Oh yeah.
Germ term.
But also,
Because
I'm
I
still
am
just confused
ready, I will
why
draw
Germ didn't
2 cards
Kill those cats.
kill those cats.
in addition
Got
to.
You got the 3 warriors.
Yep.
Wait, what?
What?
Yeah, I meant in addition to my 1. Sorry. Yes.
I'm lost.
How did we not kill any cats in that battle?
Are we gonna kill the warlord?
No.
No, he did not take.
Wait,
Oh no, he
Wait,
changed
someone's
where he
talking,
put
right?
spread.
Sorry.
He put it down here.
I don't know. Okay.
I'm deeply
Um,
confused.
So, what else?
Didn't get points from oppression.
Um.
Oh, did we? No, we didn't
first
battle VB, did we?
action, no crafting.
Because we
First
did 2
action.
hits. There's only
I'll
one
build
sword
a
down here.
Recruiter here because
But I also don't know how that sword got down there. And we're hostile with.
You can still move
No, I know.
these directions, so we're all
I'm not worried.
still good. I'll get a
Okay,
point
now
for
I'm just confused.
that.
Yeah, how do
Jeff,
we
did
only
you get your points for the
how do we only damage one item then?
The oppression.
Oppress.
yes,
I
very.
talked about it and then didn't move the square marker.
Second, I will.
Okay, so we have okay. I feel a little bit saner.
Okay. Yeah, sanity is slowly coming back to me.
For 2 points.
I mean, I never had it in the first place. It's just like a scale.
And third action.
I never get fully sane.
All right. Reeling back in. I want to address. Chat's been talking about how this is really just the two weakest factions dragging each other down. That's exactly right.
2 cards.
Warlord really struggles in 5-player. Really struggles in 5-player. Cats obviously struggle in 5-player. Less than Warlord in my opinion, but they struggle.
So what buildings does Cat just put out? So Cat's put out a recruiter. I saw that one, and then we put out another recruiter.
Yep, we're going heavy on recruiters.
We're going heavy on recruiters.
Ouch.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, moles are doing exactly what we talked about.
Yes, moles are coming in to clear out that stronghold. I mean, to be fair, we had an ambush, so that's always good. That's not great.
Oh,
To
my.
be fair, putting the mob token there just made it even juicier.
Right.
That changes
It made it an extra point.
Yeah,
for
it made it
somebody to go after.
even more worth it for it to go after. And Waterman, I think, was the first person to say, "Oh, that clearing is very, very dead" in chat. Just as after we saw the mob spread there.
Right.
what's his 5-player route?
I don't need those points.
So this is just all around great on moles' part because moles were already getting the least attention on them.
Yes.
Which is the worst thing you can do because they're the ones that need the most attention right now
Right.
at this table.
Can we look at the burrow real quick? Okay.
Yeah, moles are doing great.
So we recruited one.
But
We
then
moved. We battled once with Bridget. I'm assuming we will battle again.
Points anyways.
Here it is. Yeah.
No, he only has one accolade. Only one good roll this. Okay, no, that was the best roll I could use. So great. So that means I'm gonna get a 3, right? Jake, that's how your podcast worked.
That is how the podcast works.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna Brigadier battle here.
Okay.
Do you have a second ambush?
No further ambushes.
Okay, that's enough.
Yeah. That is an empty clearing of Warlord
Points.
pieces. This is going very badly for Warlord very
No
quickly.
strongholds on the map.
Absolutely. And again, would have loved to see that extra command instead of being a move, being a stronghold placement.
A stronghold up here would have been great. A preemptive attack on moles would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is. I mentioned before, Warlord can be very swingy, and we're seeing the swing,
Well, Wizards, do you want a favor?
down
Accolade?
badly for Warlord right now.
Um,
Man of cheese.
what, you gonna battle me over here?
I could battle you in 2 areas, and I'm trying to be optimistic.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to battle me here?
No,
Aren't we out of battles?
if you don't put another wizard there, then I'll.
That was our
I'll
second
battle you.
Bridget.
Oh, no. We moved and battled as a part of just daylight actions because we recruited twice
cannot
last turn, so we
commit
got
to
the
that.
natural 1 from this turn, and that's
Okay.
what I miscalculated.
Got it.
Sorry, my bad.
Man of cheese. Leader is giving gift cards to their web shop
Battle here.
to everyone at the final table. I forget the exact numbers at the moment.
You don't
They're
have to
on
answer, but
the other side of
I'm
that.
just trying to get a read.
They're around. Check out
answer is
makecraftgame.com.
also an
Tournament,
answer.
all the tournament information is actually there.
There you go.
I'm
I actually did put it there.
gonna choose
But
violence and battle
also,
this fox guy.
yes, you're right. Manager's
you
Lizard
can
does
roll.
do an extra hit in battle when in the clearing. Okay, so we did some attacks on lizards. Lizards are happy because lizards got nomming.
Coyote, I agree. This game, Vagabond's best chance is a slow game. Same as Lizards. Both Lizards and Vagabond are in the same place here. And this game is going to
My turn.
very quickly snowball in Mole's
Very
favor
formal.
at this
Yes.
rate.
At this
Draw
rate,
a
it will.
card and then
Vagrant really wants Warlord to kind of pick themselves back up and get themselves into Mole territory because since
Justin
they're already
the
hostile with
Outcast, it will
Warlord,
go to Bunny.
potentially inciting might not be the worst thing.
Discard this. Okay.
The problem now is Warlord
Conspiracies.
is not going to be able
with the rabbit.
to use the ferry.
Yes.
Not hated.
Yeah, Cat's recruiting there means that Warlord cannot get out.
Darth Cruz, yes, the Vagabond can use the ferry when slipping.
So no conspiracies.
It kind of is, Dorbots.
Light actions.
Checks notes.
Fielding.
I love it.
I will recruit with this.
Good lizard hand.
So much.
I will score with this.
There we go. Okay, good. Glad to see we're starting to get some scoring in. It is unfortunate that we never drew another funny.
Recruit.
All right, and we're going. So Cats did divert Lizard's attention down there earlier, and I think it probably was for the best, unfortunately.
And recruit.
A part of me just doesn't like being on Jerm's side because
Okay, return.
he's advising everyone to his advantage too much. So I'm just like, I've got that negativity in my head, but
Well, in fairness, he needs to do that,
oh no, I mean a big part of Cat's game is table talk.
2 cards.
particularly at 5-player.
Yeah.
They're all about soft power, about pressuring the directions that players go on the map.
Absolutely.
And he's doing a great job of that. There's a very real chance, though, that moles just stymie lizards here. They've got a whole little army they can move in at any point and make it so lizards are not going to get this mouse clearing set up anytime soon.
Oh, that's
You had two
definitely
bird
possible.
cards or two
Lizards
bunny
could be in
cards?
a bad position by having to be the
And a mouse and a fox.
Oh yeah, sorry. Do you need to see my cards? I can reveal what I revealed.
Yeah.
Got a bunny ambush.
Bunny ambush, mouse tease, mouse sword. Okay, thanks.
So
That's nice.
if I was lizards here,
All right.
I'd be like, hey, Vagrant,
Let's.
I got this
slip-
tea.
Well, let me
Can't
refresh.
craft it until I get
my torch and my
a garden
boot.
down in the mouse clearing that I'm currently trying to get into.
Shake it in my
You
boot.
want to come kill some moles.
All right. Slip with the ferry. Just taking a little ferry ride over here.
Brutal.
Brutal.
That's what Jake
Alright.
wanted from this.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a
But
nice
I mean,
card.
at the same time, like Germ just locked him in
Alright,
there
and then
anyway.
I will
Yeah.
use my
No, I mean,
powers.
Germ saying,
Be-
okay, I'll let you out, and then promptly
use my
locking
torch.
you in.
locking him in and moles taking away your stronghold down here, so you can't even move one over here to
Did I
take
use
this.
2 of your
Yeah.
items, Abbott?
No, you just damaged. You did damage 2, didn't you?
I believe so.
Because you did 2 and I did 1.
Right.
Hey, Lord of the Board, thanks so much for the 5 months,
I'll
man.
have to
Brutal, put it on a shirt. That actually is a good idea. Write that down.
damage that one.
All right.
Coming to the MCG store soon.
Then I will.
Except also probably not, because Leader would kill us.
Man of Cheese, yes, they can.
I'm hostile to the rats.
All right, so we fixed our hit.
Um,
We explored and picked up a hammer.
yeah, I'll move.
I don't think so, Humberto.
Lizards here. Yeah, if you want aid.
No, the Warlord did not hit the Vagabond turn 1. I
I'll
thought
slip,
about it for a second, and then turned around and hit
right
the
over
cats
here,
instead.
and I'll aid you, lizards.
Why, thank you.
Okay, so we're seeing
Unless-
aiding now.
Anybody else has crafted anything? No. Nobody wants to craft anything.
As much as I'd love to make the brutal
Um,
shirt, I'm pretty sure Leader would not be happy
Yeah,
with
I'll
this.
aid.
It's a whole thing. We'll figure it out. We'll look into it later.
No, I can't.
I've got a meeting with Brooke on Thursday.
Let me aid.
I'm trying to focus on the game, sweetie.
Sorry. I'm trying to distract you as much as possible. Is it working?
Yes. North Abbott talking about how he's frustrated that people are not crafting items for him. So it sounds like he was holding off on aiding
Until people had items.
until people had items, which
Ferryman
is
gave me the
a
cards.
mistake, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
The items are nice. The points are more important,
I
Yeah.
will give you.
And again,
what
it's tempo.
needs to be matched
You only have so
up.
many
Just make
turns, so
sure
many
I-
actions, so many
Yeah.
refreshes,
Yeah,
so many
it's an
cards.
action card.
You have to optimize them across the whole game
Thank
to
you.
holistically generate 30
And
VP.
I'll exhaust.
And again, as lizards, I'd be like, "Hey,
a,
help me out so I can get you this tea faster."
Right.
This hammer
I would be
for
I
that.
would be
and
doing my
move
best to
the
kind of
lizards
swing
up
that.
on the track. That gives me 1 point for the ruin and 1 point for aiding, and that should be a good turn for now. I think so.
I mean, luckily the Vagabond does have a hammer now, so
Yes,
hopefully
sir.
we'll get some crafts.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Well, not dirty. Just some clean
Good.
game
The
modes.
downside right now is that we are basically wasting 2 cards. Well,
Doesn't feel
assuming we
clean.
remember to draw. We should be drawing 2 cards, and then you have to discard 2.
Gonna raise?
And those could have been used on
Nothing.
aids on
Spread.
previous turns, you know? Because
Absolutely,
we had some leftover
absolutely.
refreshes and cards now across our
Somewhere.
turns.
Yeah, I completely agree. Burn the cats to the ground.
And yeah, what Waterman just said, we could have actually repaired an item and then used the item that we repaired for the aid.
It's true. Burn the cats to the... Yes. Thank you. I would be in spiteful mode because I'm like, you said you let me out, but you didn't let me out, so I can't get out. So this is what I gotta do.
He doesn't have much choice.
Do we have a prowess item?
No, we
It's
don't.
only one rat, right?
Yeah, only
Yeah.
one rat.
It's only one.
No. Oh, it's to my prowess?
Yeah.
I think... Okay, you thought it was to command.
Man, this is depressing.
I'm sorry, Jake. This
Yeah.
is a rough game.
This
I'm
is
so hamstrung without any ruins.
this is just gonna be a bad game without Jake. For Jake. That's what I'm
You-
trying to say.
As the warlord, yeah.
I could have given you
For
some
sure.
cards, but you chose to attack me.
Cards wouldn't have
I
helped him.
don't, yeah, that's not beneficial. I can give you cards and you don't carry. I mean, I can't give you cards, but
What do cards get you? Just some more mobs.
some
again?
building and some inciting.
You could build some stuff.
I rule nowhere convenient.
I mean, our game plan as Warlord right now basically has to be falling back, reestablishing a stronghold or 2, and if we're lucky,
Chaos.
locking down a handful of clearings to
Frustrating
score
is
it
what
with.
it is.
so-
And we can deal with the policing later.
5-player route.
But we have to get our engine up and running right now.
I mean, I definitely think if I was in the warlord's
Those are
mission
nice,
at
right?
this point
Yeah,
in
I
time,
can spend all
would-
my
and I had
game
the
just running
cards,
up and down
obviously.
and
I would
losing
spam
stuff
2
on both
strongholds
sides.
in the 2
That's
clearings
been
I
fun.
control,
Oh, I mean,
and then
you're gonna hold
move
down
back into one of
5
them.
clearings
Yep.
potentially?
Just as a
That
kind
gets
of
you
safe
what?
measure.
Yep.
Turns every turn?
3,
Yeah, you just command
Yeah, that's one.
4, 5.
and then battle.
Yeah, I mean, what Jerm is saying is right. Over the long
2
term,
points.
if we can reestablish ourselves here and then spread out and take
Sounds
these,
really
like
And you're chilling.
we can have a
Gives you
great
stronghold somewhere.
setup down here.
Yeah, we can be
Be
very
strong.
consistent. But yeah, I would like to. I think I just want to see spamming strongholds.
Right, we have to get some strongholds out. We don't have prowess items, so we're not recruiting strongly enough that way.
A part of me wanted to pour it in the mug and then just drink out of the mug.
Maybe not right next to the electrical equipment.
What?
We had lost my train of thought. I was just gonna say the same thing again. 5-player route is very cool, permastuck. It's basically 4-player route, but more directly entangled and crowded right from the outset.
Yeah.
It's really great. It's really, really great. Like, there was a time where a lot of people were trying to convince me that 5-player route was the future of competitive route, including Jermcurry in this game.
Oh,
I mean, you're just
really?
gonna keep
Yeah.
recruiting cats up here, aren't you? Like, there's nothing
It's
to
all
really
right.
stop you.
Right.
it's all right. I need to draw cards for my last turn.
Yeah, I would
I
say
keep
it's too late
forgetting
at this
that.
point. But
Yeah, go
that's
for it,
just
man.
me.
But yeah, I mean, yes, I'm gonna keep recruiting cats.
I mean, of course you are. Why shouldn't you?
No, it's 5-player is great.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
in a
yeah.
position to
It's
do
actually kind
anything
of funny.
about it.
I think I
those
am one
fives
of.
are already stopped.
I've
mean,
played
except for me,
5
yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't like it, but
So, but like, I kind of don't want to lose those right now.
I can
Oh,
see
sure. You
either
never wanna
way
lose them.
going pretty well.
There'll never be a point where you're like, take them, Jake.
I mean,
6 players too much, Captain Kirby.
I can attest to that directly. I think 4 or 5. I think is a great number to play at.
4
Alright,
is
Wrathful.
more stable.
And
Ooh.
4 and 5,
command here and fight.
Orange Julius, we're playing on Tabletop Simulator.
Any ambush?
We are also just straight up attacking the cats.
A bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him.
I
I'll
think
save
it
the
might.
cats. 4 cats.
4 cats.
That's a good roll, all
Yeah.
things considered.
All things considered, that is a good roll with Wrathful.
You lose 1.
And I mean, this is kind of just
Hundreds.
leading back to the I wanted
Yes,
to get
yes,
out, and you basically trapped me. And
Yeah,
you
no, like
technically
this,
didn't trap because you could have gone to either of those clearings, but it was just like it was the spirit of the agreement was broken.
Germ was trying a little bit to eat his cake and have it too.
Yeah.
And this is one of the potential downsides of it. Agreed, Humberto. This is very much, the 2 last place players policing each other, dragging each other down. I think Jake felt cornered.
Yeah.
And I think this is him lashing out and trying to regain some agency on the game.
I also agreed. And I do feel like
Are you gonna destroy the cats there?
Well, we have to.
Figure out how best to.
again, I'm hoping we see at least one stronghold build.
Yeah, I think we.
I would love a stronghold
Yeah,
build.
because we currently have, that was our first command. We still have one more command and then we can prowess to attack the cats the last time.
Yeah, the problem with this is it's getting us into a forever war with the cats.
Oh,
you know?
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
There was a world where we created a peace offering with the cats. We had a temporary
What we're gonna
truce.
do is we're going to.
A truce, and we coexisted peacefully over here for a time.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to happen anymore.
I mean,
No.
could just command.
Cats are going to march right back in, probably beat you up just to send you a message, and then they're going to start rebuilding in there.
Yep. But I mean, to be fair, I feel like
And
this
with
was the beat up
wrathful odds
on
are,
the
you'd
previous
probably get it.
message, so they gotta stop sending messages to each other is really what it comes down to.
Right.
Humberto, really what
really
happened
intended to
here
use
was
stone
Germ
is
said
what
he
my
wasn't going
better
to, like he
choice would
was
have
like
been.
that the warlord would be able to move out the next turn, and then promptly recruited on top of the warlord, preventing him from moving anywhere else.
Right.
That's really what
We'll do second command.
that's why I said the spirit of the agreement
Valid.
was broken.
Strong cat. Strong cat? Strong cat.
Strong
Strong
cat.
cat.
I wouldn't have. Okay, so we're just going full on fights.
I mean, if we're going to fight once, we may as well fight twice.
Oh.
We should fully commit and go
But
whole hog.
he fought in a different clearing.
Oh, we fought in a different clearing?
He fought down there in the south. Wrong clearing, dear.
I'm sorry. I thought it was so natural that it would be here that I didn't even notice.
You didn't look at where he was attacking.
I'm gonna advance the warlord here.
No, you have to commit.
Interesting decisions. I feel like we're trying to keep the peace, but also wanting to have a
You're
big
not gonna
hammer.
take out those
I
cardboard?
we could have commanded here and advanced out to at least save the warlord.
He's gonna
Like then
try
cats
to
have to come after you
clear that out.
to
if you don't.
take out the warlord,
Yeah.
as opposed to just moving in
Like, he has
to
to.
reestablish rule and also happening to be where you are.
Yeah.
I feel like Jake got
One of the
greedy,
cats,
but then
he already, like, kinda
agreed
committed
that
to it,
didn't
I
make
feel like.
sense. Where he was trying to get 4 clearings, but that doesn't get you anything more than 3 clearings. What happened?
Right. I mean, so much of the warlord's
I don't know
game
about it, Jake.
is about
You guys
hitting
are
these
at
oppressed
Jake's
marks
throats.
efficiently,
Yeah.
which means
The lower
1
number.
clearing is great,
Moles be
2 is
chilling.
worthless.
3
3
is
clearings are
great.
great, 4 is worthless.
Yeah.
5 is great, 6 is great. So
Cool, good.
so
We can take it out.
you need
we're
to know
going
when to extend for that 2nd clearing or 4th clearing and when not to.
Johnny Spud, I think he's leaving those dudes stranded because either they die and that's sad, or they protect the mob and the buildings burn.
He's trying to protect the mob, which
It's not. I don't believe it's going to be enough.
no.
But I mean, if Germ rolls terribly,
That's
what the heck are? Oh,
We all caught it at the same time. We all caught it at the same time.
I'm going into Guerric pose. I'm gonna mimic you.
I just
This
my heart's breaking right now.
confound me.
No, I absolutely
I
agree.
suppose we do have to commit to this silly play.
Because Jake had maybe the hardest seat at the table,
Yes.
and he's just
You
What's
got
that?
your
he's
build
just made it harder for himself
or what
from
were you
turn
trying to do
1.
there?
No,
Just
I
digging that
First
hole.
order.
absolutely agree.
Turn of jitters is absolutely a thing. Like
So this is
I say none of this
What this-
to
this
shame
is
Jake as a player. He's a skilled
No,
player.
he's a skilled
Yes.
player.
He is a terrific,
The thing is, I
you know,
can't build
podcast
that.
host. He is
Here I'm-
he knows what he's doing.
And even if there's
But
no
we all
chance
get
it's
nervous
worth
in
it.
tournaments.
So
Absolutely.
all your
It's kind of
promises, so
funny.
you can't-
right.
People like think I'm good
The
because
real
I won the
catch
Space Cats Peace
22
tournament.
here. All right,
But if you look at the
I guess we
last
are
winter
gonna
tournament,
advance
I
in
won
battle
0
here,
games.
Unfortunately.
I literally just like was flailing the entire time because it was the first tournament I'd ever really done. And so like I totally get when people are just like, my brain just stopped working, and I'm like, yep,
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
I press in 1 clearing.
Oh, you still roll.
Yeah, we still got to roll.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so we got a bird ambush against us, which is brutal.
Extra hit.
Our warlord's gonna die. We are going to kill 2 things.
Yeah.
And the warlord is. Yeah.
Well, you know what? If I'm gonna kill my warlord, I'll do it
Alright,
on
I
my
have
own
some
terms.
whole point. Did I just take my point for the? I did, didn't I?
Yes.
See, I pressed
Started the turn
Yeah,
at
you
3.
took the point for
the cat for
removing
the
the recruiter. You did. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
Started the turn
Yeah,
at
we
3.
were all
1
in a
point for
line.
the
We were
recruiter,
at
1
3.
point for press. That is how we get to 5.
Yeah, so if we were going to commit to this play, Stubborn was the safer way to do it. You know, we'd probably still have a Warlord if
Yep.
that happened.
Yep.
But with that bird ambush, we probably would
All right.
be looking at a pretty
We'll get 2
comparable board state. Just like
Yeah.
1 to 2 Rat Warriors still there.
Cats didn't take that many losses either. Even
I can
if Germ
craft.
complains.
Alright,
Like, yes, he
this
loses
is
an
dumb.
action and so loses a little bit of
I'll
tempo,
craft
but
Saboteurs will keep you all in check somehow, in case good cards want to come out. I'm gonna march.
Like soup kitchens.
Exactly like soup kitchens. So those guys there, and
And
this cat's gonna move here.
take that
Still
ferry
left.
right back
Makes
from the
sense.
Vagrant.
yeah.
That's a pretty great march,
and
all things
then-
considered. You know,
All things
we
considered,
move
yeah.
back in,
Second
and
action,
we get the card
money.
draw as just a bonus.
If you want to ambush. Okay. I
Gonna
get
get
a point for that.
for that one.
And then finally, I will build a recruiter.
Okay. Going into go back
For
to
2
recruiter.
wood
So
and 2
we're
points.
staying heavy on the recruits.
I'll draw 2 cards.
I actually think this is a time where we probably could have gone third Sawmill.
I think I would have preferred it, but maybe that's just me.
This does get him the card draw.
Yep.
It does help him get the recruits.
First
Mhm.
daylight action.
But I think he's under less military pressure on that side of the map
All right,
now.
team. We have a.
I think he probably could have started pushing for points a little bit more.
Agreed. Does Warlord have a mechanic to get back on the board if they're wiped off?
Yes, Anoint, rather than replacing a warrior, can simply place the Warlord if you have nothing on the map.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Mole's putting a
goodness,
target down on the map.
Yeah, so Moles,
Putting a different target down on the map.
I was going to say, broadcasted this last turn with the 4 Mole sway.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this is, of course, heartbreaking to Lizards, just like we were talking about before. You know, we are now blocking Lizards from their second clearing, which is the second time that's happened. You know, first with Cats, now with Moles.
My question is... Oh, no, we can't.
Wait, didn't you?
If we change it to mouse,
you
we
minister action?
could
Sorry.
sanctify.
We could.
We shouldn't, but we could.
Well, if we have enough mouse cards in hand, we could sanctify and put up some defenses. It still probably dies to Moles, but maybe.
No, I agree.
Formal.
I think right now, because of
Yeah.
Warlord's actions and the fact that
You're gonna need
Lizards are the
moles?
other faction in the game, Moles and Cats are in a race, and I don't know
There's
if
probably some
Cats
guide
can
somewhere
win out.
saying this is probably.
Especially if going heavy into
inefficient, but-
military versus Sawmill.
Yeah, I didn't.
Aw.
There's a. Hey, Johnny Spud, thank you so much for the 2 months.
Brigadier.
There's a world where Germ is building up recruiters to go on the offensive against Moles, which would be cool. But the Cat's action economy is always the big limiting factor to them being a police force.
It's fair. I was gonna say I feel like it's hard considering the side of the map, but at the same time they have the raft right now.
Right,
They just go straight across.
Right, they're adjacent for all
intents and
and
purposes.
purposes. Yeah.
At the current moment.
Moles are online.
I kind of see the raft as a bit of like the Harry Potter changing staircases. It's like, yes, that path is there currently.
Yes, and that's what makes it very interesting because it changes the topography of the map.
Sorry, I saw Miriam Broker. I got
That's
a heart
bad.
attack.
That's bad. Extra card draw for Moles,
Wow.
very bad. Being able to go into a turn with more than 5 cards in hand, very bad. We have a Saboteurs out, but
God, it's so difficult.
it's difficult because there are potentially bigger threats than a Miriam Broker, but it's still bad. And to address things real quick, if it does go mouse, we can't crusade out of here. We don't rule here. We don't rule here.
No.
So this wouldn't be an option.
Oh, and then I need to go up 2 points, correct? For the
Man of cheese, I hope so.
swaying.
Yes.
Okay, so why did we just describe that?
And that's your turn.
Hand size.
All right.
Got it. Okay.
Real quick, table talk. I feel like as we enter the mid
Table.
just a quick assessment.
Might have a mole problem.
Yeah, I'm seeing one sword
Seeing tan.
vagabond, cats who can't police, and a warlord with no warlord on the board. So that means it kind of falls to me now to police the lizards.
I
So
can
if
help
there's
a
any
little
way-
bit. Next turn.
Yes,
I definitely
aiding
think
could help.
that Aquaman should
Getting
police the
outcast
lizards.
to mouse or
I heard that, yeah.
don't help.
Don't over.
Murder decisions happened to Jake.
But-
Jake
Sure.
effectively did this to himself.
Sam, you guys really need to make that warlord guide
No, we know.
for Jake,
Moles
like,
race.
right now. Is
I
what
mean-
happened.
Did Luke not
It's
volunteer
gonna
told you to
be
make
a
a
hated
warlord
bunny.
guide?
I think he
No,
may
I
have
can't.
told me to.
If you left,
No, actually, he said he wanted a podcast from you first.
Got it, got it.
Just play that. Good play. All right, adjust the outcast. It's gonna go a hated
Jake
bunny.
get war.
Got the coins there in the discard.
Yeah, Jake decided to attack the cats, and it did not technically go well.
Okay.
Did he reveal a ambush?
He
I did not.
did not.
They had it was
Both of
The
the
best
birds
back.
are in the discard.
Cool people.
Yeah, it was false order, broker, swap meet, and then fox dom.
Okay. Cool.
I want to say I do like
conspiracies, it is hated.
what's happening here in terms of
Bunny.
above the table play. I like that Aquaman said, "Okay, let's
mean,
put the game on pause for a
just
moment
do
and
whatever.
talk about things."
Yeah.
And I like that everyone's like, "All right, like how do we deal with moles? This is all good stuff.
Get your points.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's what needs to happen."
If I want to,
I would move some.
I don't
lizards
know
over
what
to...
lizards can do here.
Not much. The outcast is not
Oh, yeah.
where they need it to be.
Yeah, that's
Bunny
what I'm thinking about doing.
does nothing for them right now,
Just
They're
unless
literally near nothing. The
restrict
only
them-
thing they could do is eat
restrict his
that
growth.
one mole
spend
over in the
one
corner.
right.
to crusade.
If cats had not stolen the ferry, we could have crusaded over into
I
here.
really want to bring
Right.
two.
As is, all we can really do are greedy plays, like crusading a couple over here to establish rule and start building up our second clearing there, which is
much.
just about our last choice for a second
Damage.
clearing. The other option would be move in here now that it's open.
So I'm
Yeah,
just
but
gonna.
again, we would be there
proceed. I
after
don't think
that.
I have to battle.
Well, right, we would be doing that purely with cards. We wouldn't be
that's
able to
fair,
do
that's
that
fair.
with conspiracies at all.
Very fair.
And then May battle. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna get that guy over there. All right.
It's a tough position.
Yeah.
Lizards have been passively denied
conspiracies.
by cats and moles.
All right, I'm gonna move them up as I do.
Warlord
so
just
gonna use this both
throwing
of
themselves
those
against a
to
wall.
light.
Yep.
Cats are just cats.
I will
Like they have
use
limited
this
agency into how they can help here.
to recruit.
They just
This
it's the
mouse
perfect storm to
to
create a mole
recruit.
problem.
Can we see the cards that he is revealing, please?
Yeah, VP,
Fox,
I would not
recruit,
aid the lizards anymore because
Fox
once we-
recruit.
Lizards are not an issue right now.
it's just going to be a lizard problem.
Lizard problems can be dealt with.
Lizard
I
problems
will
can be dealt with.
score
Moles.
with bunny ambush.
Okay, we are actually getting rid of the bunny ambush. I mean, like, yeah, lizards can be dealt with. They do not have the explosive scorings that if actions have.
Right.
And if you say, okay, we're gonna hamper the
That's it.
lizards,
Return
then
the
you
revealed cards to
really
my
are
hand.
like, if I hear the cats in this
Crafts
position
and
tell
craft
me,
boat builders.
tell somebody else, hey, you should hamper the lizards, which I'm
So that way
setting up in
maybe
that
I can
position,
go down
I
and
would say,
get the
all right, then
moles a
I'm
little
not
bit.
policing anything because that's the one that, like, you need me to police, and I'm doing my
And
best
then
to
I
try to
get to
figure out how
draw
to
two
and set myself
cards.
up in a position to do that. And if you take that away from me, then why
Right.
the heck would I help?
At some point, you have to let people in the game so that they can contribute to the game.
Right.
And
Exactly, Darth Caboose. That's exactly right. Cats are experts at passive policing, and passive policing is ineffective against the moles.
Mm-hmm.
Moles need active policing, and that's not something that cats can provide.
let's get rid of.
Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking to see a T hit the
Yeah, it's heartbreaking for both lizards and for Vagrant, because that's a juicy craft, and that is very important to Vagrant's action economy.
Another thing I'm going to point
Refresh
out,
my
if
items.
other people were crafting, which,
boom,
they're not,
blam.
but if other people were crafting, the Vagrant pick was
And
actually kind
see
of
what I
brutal for
wanna do
Warlord
here.
because Vagrant gets first pick of items as well as ruins.
If I
Man of Cheese, because lizards are unable to move in battle except via crusade, and their crusade can only be performed from
no, I can't.
the outcast suit, which was Bunny.
sir.
So their only option
Unless-
to crusade from was this clearing, which can't reach
Unless.
moles.
Absolutely.
I would have. Sorry. We did see the boat builder's craft. I like the boat builder's craft a lot.
Yes.
All right.
It's a shame we couldn't have gotten it like a turn
Let's,
sooner,
just
because I would have much
all
preferred
over
the
the
crusade
board.
into this clearing than
All
this
over
clearing
it.
as lizards.
I'm wondering if we
I need
crusaded into
to-
that clearing just in case it goes
First
to
off,
Fox to
I
be able to
think
get to the mouse clearing.
I need to
from Fox.
repair my bag.
We have somewhat done
Pretty
that,
soon. I'm gonna have too much stuff.
but again, that's not how lizards want to be policing
collector,
somebody,
you
because
see.
it's the type of policing that's taking you out of
Um,
the running in the process.
So I won't flip
Lizards
anywhere.
want the
Let's
mutually assured
exhaust
destruction
this
of somebody
torch.
else attacking them
to grab this
because it
last
doesn't
thing.
actually negatively impact them as much as
It is
it negatively
Abbot.
impacts other people.
Right, lizards
About what?
want to be doing the type of policing where they are, converting and sanctifying
Then
or
I
squatting.
will-
They don't want to be the ones on the offensive because they get basically nothing out of the offensive.
I will
policing.
give the 1, 2, 3, and 1. Oh, all right. So
if
while
you
I'm
do
in
aid
this,
me, it'll help fund the
No,
violence towards moles.
I promise you, this is not the way. Like,
What
as
is the
soon as
way then,
moles are
Jerm?
gone,
Please
lizards
tell
just
us.
pop up, and they're gonna control this for the rest of the game because
I understand, Jerm. I'm well aware. I will use my hammer to craft this here card.
All right, and then moles draw a
Draw a
card because of
card.
Murian Broker.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. That is good for moles. But hey, getting another hammer, that's good for vagrant.
Let me make sure to wait. Who drew a card?
Moles.
Marine broker.
Oh, moles. Ah.
I mean, this is just
Oh,
all around bad. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
He might have a mole problem.
North Abbot, big fan of Wooden War Machine, clearly.
And then 2 points for crafting. Gotta stay on top of these points.
It is good to
win,
get points
gotta
when you're
get
playing.
points.
this
To
tournament.
get points.
It's amusing how often people forget to score points in
Or
this game.
do
The
some
thing,
requests.
the most important thing in the game, score your points, and
my
it's
other
pretty consistently
hammer.
forgotten, particularly as Vagabond.
to repair this bag because I have to. It's mandatory. And then I will.
So not choosing to actively discard the sword.
my
and
remaining
Yeah.
try to go
cards
that,
here,
that
1, 2, 3.
maybe passively keeping
I
it.
can-
Just in case.
Yeah, so North Abbot saying that they needed to repair that bag, and the reason is because they were over satchel limit. However, as you're indicating, there is a strategy where you intentionally discard the sword so you can never be forced hostile with people.
Let's make sure.
But with the sword damage, that's
what
not
kind of
necessarily an
crafting
issue right now.
ability
Right,
do
you can
have
keep it in
here?
damaged and
Not much.
have the same effect until you're forced
Crafty
into the
cats.
forest, at which point you are forced to repair all your items.
Let's go for.
So it's sort of extra
best
insurance.
card in the game
to
right
to
here.
discard it
Where's
entirely.
The cats? Where's the cats at? There you go. I'll just put that
Appreciate it.
right there.
Thank
Oh,
you, thank
no.
you.
And
Just gave the cats a bird card.
then I'll.
Can't give the
go
lizards
on that
cards, but we can give the cats cards.
and
Of course.
That's totally different.
point from
Well, Germ's not going to speak up against anything helping him.
Right.
And,
It's so funny how Germ can say so
I
little
will
and be
exhaust
master of
for
the
that
table
aid.
right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And
food
like
for that
Jeremy, if you're ever watching
movement.
this back, and
I
it seems
think
like
I
I'm
should
like
be
highly
good
aggressive
now.
against you, it's not on purpose, I swear.
That is my turn. So I will end it and draw. I draw 2 cards.
A bitter mood right now from Warlord is not the worst for him.
The problem with bitter,
Resolve mobs.
Red Rabbit. Problem with bitter,
Is you have to attack.
you have to attack
Right.
to trigger it, which
Skipping
means
the
his
clip.
only choice to do it is either go down here and only take advantage of one mob, or go over here and crash into this.
But then you get 3.
You do, in fact, you you have to still survive the battle, but you get 3 warriors.
Wizards, I'm gonna probably make this Bunny. Oh, you got time.
Okay.
Wait,
I
did
like
this
that.
mob survive?
If I deal
No.
with the moles,
Oh, we
We
just
just
we
placed
just,
it.
we just- Sorry, I got in my head for a second.
That would be
Jake's in a tough
good
spot.
trade-off.
Jake's in a tough
The
spot.
flame's got to go here, otherwise, and that's just a free point for him,
I mean,
which
I'm saying
he'll easily take.
but I can clear that clearing out.
What clearing?
The one where all his stuff is.
You can?
Oh yeah, I mean, I have ways, but
You're not going to ditch all this stuff, though.
I mean, I kind of have to. That's the only way I can get there. But I'd
Okay,
at least like a
okay.
little insurance.
I just don't think you are. You?
So I guess
actually
I
Yeah, for sure.
respect trying to keep lizards down if we're about to go on a full
gonna lose otherwise,
full
so.
front offense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So the interesting thing about this, I was just concerned that we wouldn't have the action economy to break through and actually deal lasting damage. But it sounds like Jerm is signaling we have the bird cards to do that.
Well, I do know that North Abbot just said he gave the best card in the game to Jerm, and that equivalent to me is either informants or soup
Commanding
kitchens.
stronghold.
It was a sarcastic tone.
Yeah.
I mean,
We did just get a stronghold, which is great.
good.
Give me a second stronghold.
Ooh, another
Happy to
stronghold.
see,
Okay.
Happy to see.
If we can talk the table into leaving us alone, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's how we get back in the
For
game.
1 point. Draw a card.
Yeah, poor Jake.
We gotta get Jake online here.
Poor Jake.
I don't think anyone's going to attack
Okay.
Jake.
I hope not.
I'll get some wood out.
The person who's most incentivized to his moles.
I'll get rid of the marine broker with my sabo.
Okay, we are saboing the Mirren broker. But if cats give moles a bigger problem to deal with, then moles are not going to have the time to go try and take that.
There's his ways.
Which is good because I mean
Then
it'd be good to have Jake back in the game.
I'm gonna recruit.
It's good for basically everyone except moles.
Then I'll march.
Recruiting.
Man, I can't even.
On some level, it's bad for lizards, but the lake map is going to help protect lizards
6.
from Warlord.
Okay.
We're doing it.
I appreciate how perfectly those cats were on that raft until the end, and that cat's like, I want to be in the water.
Careful.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
Now
I'll
this
draw
is
a
dangerous.
card.
This is always a danger when you go to moles without a lord.
Oh, this is actually
losing some
not
of your
great.
best-
Okay. It's interesting.
We crafted a mouse partisans,
Second
by the
move
way.
will be the okay. Right there. This is so dumb. Okay, so I've got
Jerm is upset by the
action
decisions he's
left.
making. I mean, I'm not surprised, but
Yeah.
it's hard when the warlord's not in the game.
I can document
Like,
this as the
lizards
dumbest
can't
cat
do
move
it.
in history, but I'm gonna spend all 3 birds that I have.
I called it. It was definitely soup
Distractions.
kitchens.
Yeah, I don't feel like. Everyone heard Jerm. We can document this as the dumbest cats move in history.
History.
No, this is really
I've
cool.
got 4 actions.
He
now.
actually has the actions to do this.
The first of those will be to hit the moles here if you draw ambush off of that marine broker.
I choose not to ambush.
Okay.
He chooses not to.
And I'll use my mouse partisans and discard this.
Yep. 3 hits.
In your face.
We can do this.
Absolutely. We almost didn't need to maybe spend that last card.
0.
Take it, moles. Take it.
The 2 of 4 will battle again. And I'll just roll unless you got an.
I got an
unless you're just
ambush.
waiting. Hey,
Oh, we do have an ambush.
Whoa.
I'm gonna save them.
Nice. Get to save him.
God.
Jerm
That's
have a hand left?
Lore.
that's
and
almost
that
it. One card left.
3 will be a 4.
So we just need to not roll a 0/0 effectively.
And
to
I'll
do
save
this.
those cats as well.
Okay, now we're out of a hand.
The double field hospital. Nice.
Good play.
Third action. Oh no. How many moles did you have left?
I had 3 left.
Oh yeah, 3. So yeah, something does go. And I'll get a point.
Yeah.
You want to take the
I'm
tunnel?
clicking so many things right now.
Minimize your
Get a point for
price
that.
of failure.
Yep.
And third action.
Which is stupid. That's not how guards
You
work.
got another one.
Any notes?
Okay.
No ambush. It's happening.
Out. Blam.
Get 2 points for that.
Wow.
And then
Successful assault.
That was insane.
fourth action.
But you see what it took. It took 3 bird cards and a mouse partisans to happen.
To be fair,
The mayor.
technically didn't need that last action, but I understand why
Do
he
you have
used it
cards in
just to
hand,
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
saved everything.
You needed to use them all first because you can't. You'll
Partisans.
lose it to mouse partisans.
I forgot about partisans.
Yeah.
Yeah, now now battle the
Yeah,
mob.
I've got one left.
Battle the mob.
Yeah, I spent 3 bird cards before starting that battle.
I go AFK for 2 seconds and you spend 3 bird cards.
Yeah, literally like right before I was like, yeah, this might be the
Losing
dumbest
one of your
battle in
one of
history,
your
but we're
lords
gonna do
is
it.
always
When we
right.
talk about dumb moves,
Noble.
I think we're doing
Sorry.
fine on this game.
I always
already.
feel like I always think it's
I think we all know what's
I always think it's
Yeah,
So-
no, he spent 3
Noble
bird
Lord
cards.
Squire,
He spent
and I flip
a
them.
fox because of mouse partisans.
Yeah, Coyote. I was about to say that the field low key that worked out perfectly for cats because it put all the cats right back where Germ wanted them at the keep.
Yeah. And again, like
Good job,
you,
Jerm. That was
I
great.
definitely think
Good move.
I agree with Chat
Appreciate
saying
it.
use the last action
I
to
think my
battle the
last
mob.
action, I'll just get rid of this, even though he's
Yep.
gonna come in and hit me, but I'll get a point out of it.
So,
not
so
gonna
what was
come in
that
and hit
lizard problem stuff that we were talking about?
Trust me, I know, and I need this guy to get strong again. So it was inevitable.
Did we miss our point for the
that
mob?
was gonna have to happen. So
We started
Go
at
too fast.
7, so yes. No, if we started at 7, then we didn't miss it.
We got 3 points from here.
Yep, and then another point, which is 7 plus
I'm
4 is
not gonna lie,
11.
that's dumb.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's gonna be mouse.
y'all. I don't know how to
Who
count.
did you depose?
I
Mayor.
deposed the mayor.
All right.
All for the low cost of 3 bird cards.
And a discarded fox card. And
A mouse partisan.
2 spent mouse cards and mouse partisans.
Was
Yeah,
that
the low
two
cost.
instances of what's it called?
I will say that was a
Price of
pretty
failure.
epic play, though.
No. It's
Yes. That was an epic play.
you know what I should have? Well,
Didn't you do that mouse partisans to like take out an extra building and then do one more battle to
Tunnel.
take out the?
yeah, but I only had 1 cat left, so
But you took out
I think
a
No,
you're
we
right.
building
took out the tunnel.
and a token in that
It
last
is-
battle, but he had
It
2
is what it
buildings.
is. You're not wrong, but it is what it is.
No, you
I'm
guys
just
did
trying
everything
to
right.
understand. I thought it was 2 different battles that those 2 buildings were removed.
Ooh, this is actually worthy of a rules clarification, I think.
Yeah.
It's
Garric,
whenever
Garric,
they are
Garric.
removed, and you're saying it's between 2 different actions that occurred, right?
Oh.
I thought
No,
that
he rem-
extra building removed was from mouse partisans in the second to last battle.
No, that was when I took out my tunnel. And so I had 2 buildings left, and that was the third, second
Okay.
to last battle. Second to last battle.
Right, and the defender picks
chooses.
picks things to remove. That's all right. That's a good play. Good play.
So this
Yeah,
is
I mean-
on the 3-1. Like you could have used partisans if it was like a 0-0, and he only got the non-rolled hits. And I believe it's the non-rolled hits are in the same phase as the rolled hits, so it doesn't trigger different prices of failure.
No,
I
it
don't
doesn't.
Can I
No,
see the
you're
log?
right. At least I don't think so. Did we want
Yeah.
to clarify that?
We had 6 warriors and we
good.
rolled 2
I
first,
think,
so that'd be
either
3
way,
warriors
he
the
wouldn't
first
get
time,
double
4
price
the
of
second
failure.
time, and 2
Okay.
the last. I just wanted to verify that my brain
think.
didn't just.
Let's
mess
just
the heck
check.
up.
It can't hurt for us to be
Yeah,
told
sure.
we're right. Garric. Weave your magic spell.
What is your question?
All right. So
Garric.
I've listened. I want to hear your exact. I'm trying to ask the exact question so I can answer correctly.
all right. So
Did we mess up?
I think either way, so did those last 2 battles, did they trigger 2 prices of failure?
They triggered a single price of failure because the first battle removed the tunnel and the second battle removed the 2 buildings in one go.
Right. Okay. Thank you, Garric. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Garric.
Appreciate it.
I like Germ's just like, yeah. Germ's intonation is always really funny when it comes across in certain situations because it always sounds interesting when I don't know if he ever means it to be that way.
Default recruits. Double recruits. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah. See, Coyote, I definitely agree with you
This guy
that
here.
Germ has been setting up the narrative that lizards are dangerous and lizards need to be setting up the
So
The
false
cats are
orders.
Yep. We need some
Fox
some
partisans,
counter political warfare
Lizards.
right now. Some
Lizards
counterintelligence
gotta do an
action
again.
on Lizard's part to
Two.
push heat back on cats.
Yeah.
Because cats have been pushing all the heat onto lizards and moles, of course. And lizards need to push some back on cats because cats are a bigger deal. Like lizards don't burst from behind.
Yeah, did that right. And my turn.
Although lizards do now have that mouse clearing.
We might have a
which is-
cat problem and a lizard problem.
The cat problem and a lizard problem is definitely
I might
correct.
have a cat problem. It's got a lot of wood out here.
Yeah, cats have gained a lot of table cred
Working
from
the field, though, here.
taking care of the mold problem.
Oh, absolutely.
All my hard work.
So it's going to be an uphill political battle on Lizard's part.
But cats are also playing the I know Warlord's about to come and
What?
smash my recruiters
He
card,
field
which
hospitals
isn't
so well.
technically
He
wrong.
doesn't even need those recruits.
So
All right. Well, adjust the outcast. It's going to go to mouse regular. Let's get rid of those. Discard lost souls. Perform
and yeah, I mean like on the left side the lizards are kind of like blocking in the cats, and on the right side we now are having potentially a warlord coming in to kind of stop them.
Let's
So
go
cats
ahead.
might
Let's
be
convert
having a
that
little
cat.
trouble with building locations.
You want to save this cat?
No.
Okay.
That cat's not special. He can grow scales. The scales were under the fur.
I spent
So
two
we
wood
actually-
for that.
We actually just missed an
And
opportunity.
now
We could have
they
crusaded
want
with the
reveal
fairy
card for
to try and take
actions.
out these recruiters.
I mean, we could have gotten a card. I'd be
Let's
happy
go
with that.
ahead.
Right, I mean, we could have gotten a card and potentially hurt what is ostensibly the biggest threat right now.
That's definitely fair. That would have been a really good point potential. I think the worry from Blizzard might have
think
been
I
like giving them too
will-
much ground on the clearing where they want their
Four
gardens. though.
goes.
Right, yeah, on some level you have to...
Four.
Your decision to do that is dictated by your cards.
Oh boy.
No, yeah, see, we're so fox heavy. I would have gone for it because we're not gonna
Uh,
establish in this mouse clearing.
Build mouse garden.
We're gonna try to.
Are we
would-
gonna go for all three clearing suits? Because that's gonna be risky.
And let's
If we still had the T, I'd say go for it, but we don't.
recruit with this ambush.
I would have liked the double build score if we're gonna do this.
I would have also liked that. And then yeah, I wouldn't have minded abandoning that mouse clearing just to go and attack and maybe get a potential
Recruit.
another action.
With the prop
Right.
hero.
Okay, we're double recruiting. So
Or
we're just trying to build up.
greedy.
How many warriors do we have left in our
5 left over,
5? Okay.
which doesn't leave a lot of room for acolytes if we draw too many bird
All right.
cards and have to start
Just repeat it.
sacrificing.
Give me 1 second here.
And we haven't seen any dominance cards at the discard yet.
Yeah, that is one thing that is low key putting pressure on lizards.
Yeah.
They're not able to curate their hand via dominance swapping at all.
With the prop hero.
Darth Caboose is right that they
Build
what?
with the knapsack.
What? Why? What?
What's the sack?
I'm confused why we're doing this in go builds because like I understand doing
Okay.
a double build to score. I understand not wanting to
that
do
is all
doing the
of
double
my
build,
daylight.
doing a double build
Gonna
to just
return
get
these
the
to my
card
hand.
draw.
Right. The single build I understand in some occasions where the clearing is hotly contested and you want to establish rule and dissuade other people from
I will
coming
crack
in and
this
fighting you
bag.
for rule. But getting the 2 buildings is a lot better because it at least gets you the card draw, even if you're not
Scoring with it.
scoring. And the card draw is good because it lets you curate your hand better, it lets you manipulate the outcast better.
And then I get to
And
draw
Darth Caboose, I feel like you can
cards.
sandbag points without. I guess if people determine you're the threat right now, having only 1 clearing means you only do that failure once instead of twice. The 2 gardens.
It's true.
It's like if they're gonna come after me anyway, then I only lose
Ouch.
1 card. But if
I'm
they don't
looking
come
at
after me,
this-
then I'll have the
This
ability to
fox
put them out
clearing,
next
it's
My
3
problem is
building slots.
I think sandbagging as lizards is a little bit of a
We should
trap.
Do
I
something
agree.
about that.
They
I've been very vocal on that,
Bunny
though.
clearing.
they're a faction where
It's a
so
lot-
much of your
it's a lot
game
building slots.
is
Don't
about
you think?
manipulating factors into your favor
Yeah.
Alright,
that
it's my turn.
it
I
doesn't
will,
behoove you to
uh,
give up opportunities when those things do align in your favor.
Let's see.
The other real issue I have with this is, okay, you put 6 clearings, 6 warriors, and one
Right.
yeah.
You
You got 6 warriors and 1 garden in 2 clearings. and you've got 2 gardens and 5 warriors in a different clearing.
Right.
That's the juicier target
1, 2,
anyway.
3.
Right.
I want to do a.
Oh, manatees. Lizards are very immobile.
Very immobile.
They can
and,
pop up anywhere, but they ain't moving once they're there.
They are a faction about
but
restrictions.
Yes.
And about manipulating RNG and restrictions in ways
look at
that
my
work out
questing
for you.
options here.
And like
It's
there
not
is
much.
definitely much to be said about manipulating
Really
the outcasts and manipulating all of the suits,
But
and
some
dominance is a very big
that I
part of
could
that.
maybe
And
do.
without having dominances
All right, so
available,
I
it
will,
can be quite difficult.
Slip right there. Let me refresh my items that I need. I'll need this one, and this one.
We have all the ruins at this point, right? Yeah. So
no.
what are
We
we
could be
going
going down to aid the
I'll slip
lizards.
instead. I need to slip to 1, 2, 1, 2.
I'm not sure where we're going with this one.
Let's see what.
So vagrants
we have
definitely, I
here?
feel like, kind of given up on questing because not enough people are creating items.
Questing is very action intensive
Or
for what it is. It works out best when you either get a T early enough that you have the actions to sustain it,
Yep.
and or the quest flop is serendipitous enough that you can quest relatively easily. We have neither of those things here. We have quests that are difficult to perform and a lack of actions in general.
Okay,
So
yeah,
questing
I
is just
will,
as challenging as it could really be. Aiding, I think, is our best course of action here.
Yep.
And we're putting some
I won't slip. I'll stay right here. And
effort in that direction.
use
The biggest
both
issue
of
is
these
vagrant.
hammers.
The person I would
1,
want
2.
to aid the most is already hostile.
To craft some
At the moment, yes.
routines.
That's amazing!
We said something about lack of tea.
Okay.
Take it all back.
Let's
Snaps! Hell yes!
grab that.
That was awesome!
You, geez.
Double T across the sky, whatever the rest of the meme is.
Don't worry about it. I'm not the problem here.
You're about to be.
That you're about to be was awesome.
And then I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. If I was vagrant, I would
8.
go and hide in lizard territory.
Let's see.
Yeah, we don't want to
slip
be accessible by cats.
over here,
Or
or
holes.
just move with
Really
a-
anybody. We just want to be hidden in a corner.
And then exhaust.
It did, Zorbots. It did. A heroic play by cats
1, 2.
reestablished a sense of balance.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll exhaust. 1, 2.
What?
2.
I had not seen that. That's hilarious.
Which one?
Vagrant shark?
Nobody has anything crafted, right? So I'm not grabbing items as I go.
No, lizards have an
I'll
item.
aid.
No one has crafted anything.
We have one
I
bag.
have a crafted bag. You can aid me.
Please don't.
Oh wait, when did that happen?
Just
now.
Wait,
I was gonna
Last
say.
turn.
yeah. I will say, like,
what?
lizards
What's
want
this?
to craft
There
items
they
just
are.
because it can get them
You
cards
know
from
you
the
want this
back.
bag.
Right.
All right. Well, then, in that case, my mind is made up. I will give you these 2 cards.
With what items?
Probably the coins in the bag.
Weren't you
and-
just saying how you were scared of the lizards getting a bunch of gardens?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like the bag is a free one because we
Don't
take a
worry about
bag.
Aren't the teas enough? Do you need the aids too?
I will need to exhaust 1, 2 items for the aids.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
um,
7, 8. So we're still good on
that-
satchel limit.
Puts the lizards up top.
This is 2
I
points.
get 1, 2 points, and that
Damn.
will be.
I don't love exhausting the coins. Is my problem.
No, that's fair. That's
1, 2,
Because
definitely
we're
fair.
going
4,
aid.
5,
We
6,
need
7,
those
8.
cards.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
You know?
absolutely.
That's my only dislike about this.
For my turn to end.
But we need the teas,
I'll draw
admittedly.
1 card.
Cats are real happy. Not cats. Cats are really happy because that. Lizards are real happy.
Lizards are real happy. So we've been saying, lizards are not a problem, all that stuff.
I never said that.
Lizards are now a bit of a problem just because
You could have aided me once.
they are in 3 clearings.
Yeah.
They do have all 3 suits up,
Next turn.
and they have an excess of cards now. They are about to have a big turn.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so we've got Warlord.
Did you change your mood?
Also needs to
No,
raise.
I did not. Thank you.
Yeah, we also need to raise. Vagabond Warlord clawing their way back into the game.
Yep. Warlord easily can get up to 3 clearings, which is great because we can get 2 press points.
Gets us up to 8.
Gets us up to 8. I think we'll, keep going up. So Warlord went for the, I think Rowdy mood.
Yeah.
And this is a one period where I would have potentially gone grandiose.
So we could move and then build.
I'm gonna command here. Stronghold.
We're gonna do it anyway, though. That
No.
doesn't work out,
No,
right?
it doesn't work out.
No, that doesn't work out. Our actions aren't right
It's
for
got
that.
one of each.
Yeah. No, we would have had, because we did move, command, build, which is why I
It's
said we'd
going
have
for
to do
those
the
soup
grandiose.
kitchens, I think.
I think Jake keeps tricking himself into thinking he can build as part of the advance,
yeah.
which is not the case.
But I do like to see that back line of strongholds. I think that's
Yeah.
definitely what's necessary to get
No, I agree. This is
Warlord
terrific.
back into the game.
I'll skip advancing the Warlord.
Yeah, I think
I'll
we
press
just
for 2
messed up
points.
the recruit and got confused
2
a little
cards.
bit.
It's my turn.
No, maybe we're.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, because we did a
hold on
move,
second.
move,
So
build.
I drew 2 cards, but only 1 was there, so we flip this. Yeah.
I wonder if we're making the mistake of thinking a command is a move, battle, build.
No, I don't think we're making that mistake. I think really it
I'll
is
get to it out.
that we just accidentally recruited 2 in the middle one.
No crafting.
But
But
you
we
didn't
should have
draw
recruited 1 for
2
the
there,
stronghold,
did
1 for
you?
the warlord.
That second
Right.
time?
And there was no other
Shouldn't I?
Yeah,
no
you went
other
rowdy.
Well, you-
rats.
Oh, okay. I thought he moved it down as a
Well,
move.
you had 1 in your hand, didn't you? So
No,
you
I had
drew
2 in my
3?
hand. No, I draw 2 in my
Oh,
hand.
sorry.
That's okay.
Did
Oh, that's fine.
Vader get to draw again, or did he dump his entire hand? And oh yeah, coins is out. So okay.
All right.
The 1 prowess does suck,
I'm gonna
big time.
build
Absolutely.
a
I'm sorry. I'm just like
stronghold
amused
here.
with these players being
So
like,
2
but how do
points.
I help?
2 wood.
So it's really interesting that the cats got to keep their clearing. No negative
I will
effects there.
recruit.
I'm not sure how cats feel about it, actually, because, again, they're running out of building slots. And
no, March.
boat builders is on the table, so they can't even get that to make a connection across the pond.
We're going on the offensive.
I mean, that's highly likely.
Is that dangerous?
I think we might.
Where
I think
else
Jerm
can
might be about to go attack the
poach
warlord.
from? I think actually I'm just gonna keep everything how it is.
Okay, no.
Yeah,
No,
I like
we're
how
squatting.
it's looking. Looking pretty neat.
Cats
Okay.
are gonna
Yeah, so
be
just
ready
do
to
that
fight
one
the
move.
warlord by the time he reestablishes.
So I built March recruited. Okay, that's it. Draw 2 cards.
Pardon me. Okay, interesting. A very
Peaceful.
what's the word I'm looking for? It's a turn of just recentering oneself.
Yeah.
We
Absolutely.
didn't gain a lot of ground as cats that turn. It's I
We
don't
didn't
want to
lose any.
I don't want to call it a dud turn, but it was a turn of
Just
repositioning, reestablishing.
Yeah. And sometimes my phone just is like, I'm listening to you. You don't have to speak clearer for me. And that's why I'm sad that the lizards didn't take that raft and crash into the cats last turn. Just
Well,
to
he
kind of
does-
slow.
He's got all of his building slots occupied.
It would have
He
slowed the cats
has
down a little
to
bit.
move and battle.
Well, it looks like this is
somewhere.
But yeah, like
which
right now
he
it's either
doesn't like to
cats.
do. He's
They're
probably
going.
gonna come try and battle me here or here. For one of
Either
these
cats
three
go into the
clearing
lizards or
spots.
cats go into the warlord. And
So I guess
both
we take
options
acolytes, then
feel
all-
bad because fighting the lizards feels
Acolytes
bad,
and
but fighting the
hated.
warlord in this current state also feels bad.
right. I think
Once-
warlord is going to be the target because
Yes.
they are more lightly defended.
Still,
Agreed.
he's got to do 2 actions. before
But
he can
that
do
bunny
build
clearing is 3
actions.
slots.
Some building slots and
Yeah, the building slots are certainly
Yeah,
better
it's
if you go after
not
lizards. It's a
easy to
3
build.
slot and a 3
3
slot.
slot.
If you were to try and fight for
Now
those, it
is-
takes so much more effort.
Yes,
3
absolutely,
on the
absolutely.
sawmill.
It's This game has pivoted hard
Vagabond is
from
Also,
Yeah, Vagabond.
violent policing into
Yeah, Mr. Two T's over there.
tense
I
standoffs.
Yeah.
can't. It's not going to go.
The hot wars turn into
I
a cold
can't
war.
do
That's
anything
what I'm
We are
trying to say.
definitely, yeah, we
So-
definitely are getting a Cold War here going.
I should be able to help next turn.
Jeez. This is bad.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
really
what are you gonna
interesting
try
with
to
so
start
many red
doing?
factions on the board and so many
Dude.
pieces on the board. The hot potato threat
three
just
forces
it,
on
the
the
threat
board? I
really
don't even
became
know,
became
man.
the game of hot potato.
Right.
What can I do? I'm trying to defend myself against your eventual probably push into grabbing some more slots.
I mean, honestly, like
you're not
while
gonna
they
go
are
after
scared
the-
of cats,
the cats aren't going to.
Vagabond is a problem.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I can't go
And
Yeah.
I don't
right
think
now
people are
because the
saying
cats
that
will just swoop
enough.
in.
yeah. So cats
And then you know,
Cats are
down here. I had to imagine.
imminently running into the issue of
I'd
building
like to,
slots.
but you're
Yes.
also there. now,
And they're going to have to
I mean,
work to get through that problem.
Absolutely.
Vagabond
I'm
just solved its biggest
I gotta
problem.
roll with a few
Yes.
punches
Act-
right
you
now.
know,
I gotta
refreshes
space
action
some
economy.
cardboard
Yes.
And is poised to go into the
strategy.
late mid game, the early end game, from a very strong position. And Vagabond does tend to have issues closing in the tournament
Yes.
with Despot Infamy.
Yes.
But who else is gonna contest them right now?
So the thing that I would probably be advocating for at this
Yeah,
point
yeah.
is getting the lizards to hit the vagabond.
Um,
Or well, I guess it doesn't make sense because they can't even go hostile with them.
Well, lizards want to try and race and try to win that
No,
race.
no. What I was saying is lizards
So
wants to go
that'll
hostile with
be
vagabond
daylight
because lizards
action
doesn't
would
want to
be
have them be the target of the aid,
recruit.
especially because moving them away from their guards
and
is so
a
rough.
What I was trying to say is there's
I mean,
there's
you should
conflicting
dig into the
incentives
middle
there
of
because
Oh,
lizards
absolutely.
very much want the cards from the aiding because that's going to help them race super effectively. But at the same time, like you said, it's going to eventually make them
that's right.
allied, and if they go allied,
I mean, I
then
can't
it's the
do
worst
that.
thing that can happen to
I
lizards
think you only
because
bring 4.
they can just get Fear of the
Yeah,
Faithful
Isn't
forever.
the lizards to fly? Because I mean, they just set up 2 more guards next turn, recruit everywhere, and they're harder to hit.
I don't necessarily disagree with
I mean,
Jim at
he
this
probably
point.
won't.
No, yeah,
My heart
I-
disagrees, but my head definitely doesn't.
No, lizards-
Vagabond,
Lizards are in a good position.
I mean,
Not that
I think
taking
at this
away
point,
his
it's you're
warriors
hitting the
would do that.
lizards with a
In fact, they'd
vagabond.
actually help him.
and like
I'm
if
going
it's
to
not
chalk this up as a bit of a catharsis move, Germ, and then I'll start negotiating. Okay.
okay.
Ah, yes. When we lead with our hearts and
So
not with our
first
heads.
of my
To be fair, that's probably the least
do them
painful
there, Val.
clearing at this point in time.
Go for it.
For cats,
Yeah.
the problem is it's a sawmill, and
No, I'm understanding it's 100%. That is 100% a problem. But
this is exactly where our focus on recruiters
Hospital them.
hurts us because we only have 3 sawmills and we want to be losing anything in excess of 3 sawmills. We want to be losing a 4th sawmill or a 5th sawmill. We don't want to be losing a 3rd sawmill. We don't want to be losing a 2nd sawmill. 3 is where our sawmills stabilize. It also was an interesting choice because sorry, it's not a clearing moles necessarily want.
If I hit the
No, like
vagabond
you said, this
twice,
is just
Germ will
purely
let
to
these
a piece's
moles
heart.
Yeah,
Run away.
it's playing a small game.
I mean,
I'm
like,
curious,
will you
real
attack me
quick,
to
going
get
back
this
to
next turn?
chat.
I will
Humberto,
leave.
you said that 3
No,
sawmills is
I've
12
got enough
points
cats
to
to just rule, so I
25.
don't even need
I
to hit
don't
you.
fully understand what
Alright,
that
cool.
means.
So I was going there for the cardboard. Then I will battle the vagrants. Do you have an ambush?
Because I see 3 sawmills is 3
Are you
points,
battling with
but
just
I
that
don't-
one mole?
Yep.
3 sawmills
Okay.
is
I
it's
choose not
it's
to
from
ambush.
Cat's perspective. It's 543, so that's 12 points. 2 workshops is 4 points
Hell yeah.
because it's the one column, 2 column.
Okay.
It was from the perspective of us still having that 3rd sawmill. It was saying,
Oh, I see, I see, I see.
but yeah, it's what Darth Caboose is saying. You need 10 building slots in total for all that, and
Let's see.
we don't have 10 building slots.
This one. Actually,
I mean, and going off of what Darth Caboose is saying, since Cat's
no.
before this attack had
I'm gonna
7,
attack again, so
that really does
yeah.
incentivize
Yeah,
an
I got
attack
two
at least
clear
one of the
Ouchie.
lizards.
Well, the thing is, every point
right.
you can, if you make up enough points
go ahead.
in the process of gaining slots,
do you ambush?
it means you don't need as
No
many
ambush,
slots,
go ahead.
and that's
Sure.
where
That's
you know
the
these
war-
2
the
points,
warlords,
2
yeah.
points.
The warlord does have double points in their clearings.
wasting all my good rolls.
You okay?
Yeah.
That was a heavy breath.
There's just a lot going on.
It's a tense game.
Rolls are
There's a
wasted
lot going
now.
on in my head. There's a lot
The
going
rest
on
are
in my
going to be
stomach
garbage.
because there's not enough going on in my
For a
stomach.
garbage roll.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So those were all my.
Yeah, Manatee's the only real issue with cats going
all
after
the
lizards, and the
actions
biggest
that-
hesitancy with
administer
any
actions
player
I
hitting
do since
lizards
the
is it gives
formal
lizards
is-
acolytes, and
I
acolytes
was
gives
too
the
greedy
lizard
of
more
a
actions, and more actions for the
Now
lizards
I
is
will-
bad.
Reveal 4 cards.
Ooh, getting a lord.
Fox, and the bird. To
Good positioning to make that happen.
See, Coyote, I definitely don't disagree with that. I think Germ is trying to get Rehab to kind of pivot to that instead. But Rehab was very
I
much
get
in
a-
a
do I
I
get
need
my
to hit the
cardboard
cats because they
point?
just hit me mood.
No idea.
I don't think so. Garrick, did I get my cardboard point?
Did he?
I don't know.
What do you start at?
9.
You started the turn at 9 points.
Okay. Thank you. I did not.
I only keep track of where people start.
Early's back. It's going over
Okay, we're getting Baron of Dirt, signaling that we're going to pivot back into Swole.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if we were going to grab Duchess and stay small.
my turn.
It's definitely a possibility, but Manatees, moles
Okay,
can
first thing,
moles are
adjust
such a
the
flexible
outcast.
faction that
It
they
will
have a
go
lot
to
of
Bunny.
good abilities to get back into things. So I don't necessarily think just getting hit the once really puts them out.
And we still have a formal
Discard Lost Souls.
and Mayor. Like we can,
And we got Bridget back.
right. I mean, we can squirt back into Swole at any point.
Alright, daylight actions. Let's
I don't
just
like
go
using the
ahead
word
and
squirt.
Yeah, it meant to be like squirt out buildings and like pivot
the
back, and
easy
my
ones out
brain
of the
just
way.
7
combine two
cards
sentences.
in your hand.
Yeah, 7 cards.
All right, they're killing a lot of men.
So, there we go. Got some acolytes.
That was a rough ritual, man. We got 3
Yes, I
sacrifices out of
will.
it.
This is where not getting that second mouse garden down before sucks, because now we don't get to score mouse this turn,
Agreed. Absolutely.
and we don't get to score bunny either because we don't have one.
Garden.
Yeah. So this is great for the rest of the table.
Yeah, this was really supposed to be Lizard's big swing turn, and in truth, it's not going to be that. It's
No.
actually kind of going to be a dud turn.
Score Fox.
I mean, luckily we do get 3 points from craftables in our hand. Assuming we do the sword and
And-
the boot.
Last one.
Well, we can't do the sword because
Fox, I
we
guess.
are in bunny
Oh,
outcast.
right. I forgot how the outcasts work
Yeah.
for a second.
So we have 1 point in craftable.
We have 1 point in craftables. I'm tired.
Yay. And then I return revealed cards to my
I sat
hand.
down and almost passed out.
Craft. It is on Bunny.
How
They
many
only had
lizards?
one mouse last turn?
Craft.
They only had 1 mouse last turn, but 2 turns ago they
One
recruited
point.
twice into the mouse instead
Grab
of
the boot.
putting down a building.
Was that 2 turns ago?
That was 2 turns ago.
Where's the game going?
And now
I mean, we're heading into round
do
6.
get to draw
Wow.
4
This
cards.
is, I think, the first time we've hit round 6 and nobody's hit 15 points.
Wow. There's 1 lizard left in supply, Darth Caboose.
Man of Cheese, yes, they do go into the
Alright,
Lost
so
Souls,
the
and then when the
but-
Lost Souls are discarded, they
point.
go into the available pool. And that's how the lizards, if they start taking the dominance cards, they can just sit
Okay.
on them.
Yes. And that's why it can be important to dom swap
Sorry, I
to
need
grab
a
the
second
dominance
to
cards,
think
even if
about
you're
my
not
discards.
necessarily
I bet
using
you
them
leave a library
to
to
convert a bird card this turn
Yeah.
or anything like that. It can be important just to keep them under your control.
Yeah, absolutely.
And kind of like, what do I want the outcast to be?
Yeah,
Oh,
so this is
gosh,
also
it's not
a
gonna
really
work out
good
the way
point.
I
Is like
wanted to.
lizards having this many cards and this much to discard really is going to influence the outcast and push it into
You're
where
not spending
lizards
any
want the
acolytes to
outcast
go,
be.
do fun stuff that turn.
Granted, we also have a ton of
Yeah,
bird
I
cards
only
in
have
hand.
one.
We didn't craft. Oh, we did craft the boot. There it is.
We crafted
Oh,
the
right.
boots.
Yeah.
Right. 'Cause you got those 3.
But we had a bunch of bird cards in hand. Okay.
Interesting to see us losing a fox card. I mean, I know we lost some bird cards
Looks
already.
like Fox.
Well, we still had 2 in hand after scoring. Pardon me? Right?
Well, we did discard 1, I think.
We just discarded 1 of the 2, but we can assume we probably drawed 1, given we have a draw of
Still
4.
have to get rid of one more.
You'd be surprised.
I'm I'm working out why they probably discarded a fox card.
Gotcha. I was thinking they're trying to swing it to fox just to make it to craft that sword.
That also might be what's going on.
I don't know if doing a 2-to-1 is going to be enough though.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. Yeah, the next outcast will probably be fox.
Did I miss when the vagrant got hit like crazy?
All right, let me sip my root tea.
Who beat up the vagrant?
Oh my
Is
god.
that the moles? It must have been the moles.
Must have been. Yeah, probably with the extra actions probably made Mary Bridget.
And now I gotta think carefully about my next
Yeah,
move
Herbal
here.
2 hours and still no one at 15.
I want to.
5-player, baby.
I want to do a quest. I think.
He wants to do a questy
Do some
things.
questing.
So here's
I'll take
where we have the problem of the sword.
We got
Obviously,
one there.
we want to go to the forest
All right.
to repair all those things,
Yeah.
you know?
So I'll.
But that repairs the sword.
Hmm.
If we don't go to the forest, we can repair 2 items per turn.
So here's the fun
One,
part. We
two,
can
one, two.
repair the shed. We repair the torch, and then we repair a shed for a point. Then we do a tea and a boot for 2 points, and then we're over satch limit by 1.
That's fun.
I will stay
Isn't it fun?
right where
That's
I'm
fun.
at.
It does mean we're only repairing 1 item, though.
Yes,
I'm
but
going
I
to
mean,
use
we
a
get 3
hammer,
points, and we get
to
rid of the
repair
sword. So we might have a dead turn
this
next turn,
torch.
but it's at least not this turn that
And
we
then
did
I
poorly.
will
We-
use my torch and
We're on track to
my
do it.
hammer
I think we're going
to do this
I
repair.
said we're going to do
shit
questing, and I started thinking, why would we do questing? And that's the only reason I could think of.
quest for 2 cards.
Ooh, taking the cards instead of the point.
Very commonly, people take the 2 cards the first time because the cards don't scale up, but the points do.
And
Would have loved to see you reveal the next
with
quest
that,
before that,
I
but
will
just because I like seeing quests.
Yes, I would also like to see the next
exhaust
quest.
this boot to aid
Oh,
Not gonna.
the
Errand.
mole.
not doing the errand.
There you go. For 1 point as the moles move up on the track.
Yeah, I'm disappointed because that
And,
I could have been the errand, which could have been 2 points,
Could have been 2
and
points.
cycling through the deck.
Cycle through the deck. I mean, not like we
Yeah,
actually cared about the quest
and
that
that
we
will
lost. But then also getting rid of
um,
that sword to
end
prevent
my
hostility
turn.
if
Right.
that's really where we wanted to go.
for today.
We'll draw a card.
Yeah, I'll draw.
So what's
one
really
card.
interesting is the vagabond did not aid the lizards,
All right, it's time to raise.
leaving
Fox goes nowhere.
leaving that item for the warlord if they want to move 2 ice over and then loot. But that's not good. That's never mind. That's I'm being. I guess I can move into the keep and loot the lizards there. No, they still have
because
to roll.
They still have to roll.
Never mind. Lizards are just awful in an awful position for them to loot.
Yeah. And I don't know how much you care because it's not going to get you anything yet.
Yeah.
But Warlord getting back into things.
Absolutely.
Like we're behind on points, which sucks. We could push into 5 clearings this turn without too much difficulty.
Yeah, I mean,
That
we gotta
gets
get
us
the
to
one
11.
mole and then the cat and mole.
The thing we need to consider is that our flank is juicy for the cats.
I definitely wouldn't be moving too much out of there.
Well,
Like,
we'll
if
just have to
it's
do-
almost unfortunate that the moles aren't closer,
Yes, I do.
because it would have been nice
It
to
was
bitter
fun,
away some of
and
those
I cracked
tokens
it.
just to prevent
It
cats from
last
getting
turn.
those points, even if they're deciding they're going to target it.
Well, I'm almost wondering if we should go bitter and go on the offensive against cats just preemptively to prevent them from coming after us here and to get our recruits up.
Well, I
right,
definitely
we're
see
gonna
that
try
that
to
as a good
this.
possibility. I don't know if putting your
We're gonna
warlord
craft.
in that position is the safest. I don't think it's worth risking losing your
Friends?
warlord again.
Oh,
I do
the
think
other
that's what
boot's
would happen.
gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I crafted it.
Jake, that noise was amazing.
That was an amazing noise.
Dude, I have been so item hosed this whole game.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
If only I had a building to craft with.
Permanently, prematurely assaulting cats appeals to your bloodlust. Well,
I'm just always on the lookout for when we can attack first. We did just craft a Rabbit Partisans. I'm always on the lookout for when we can attack first because you've been rich in moods. Because Root favors the attacker, so inherently.
Against the warlord and attack this mole here.
So I'm always on the lookout for where do we need to be defensive, and where can we do that by being offensive.
Yeah.
Was that your command?
No, I haven't swapped because of Grandiose.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't have been able to build it at that step anyway. I was just.
So, Death Caboose, you bring up a good point of it being slow makes it harder. Also,
This is so frustrating.
when new players sit down to Root, I don't think a lot of people realize how vicious it can be.
How vicious and how long
And
it
how
can
long,
be.
yeah, absolutely.
5-player is great for experience tables because it it's so entangled, it's so intricate. But those are
And people aren't overwhelmed by the aggression because they're
Right.
pretty much expecting it when they sit down.
people aren't overwhelmed by those things. People who are more experienced with it also recognize how long it can go. They're more tolerant of the play length. But yeah, I mean, we were saying earlier, Sam, how good 5-player Root is. So like we're totally in agreement with you.
But also speaking to the length of the game,
I'll ditch this.
how did leader games have it as 90 minutes on their box?
They're filthy liars. They're filthy
I
liars.
didn't mean to move both of those here. Oops. Okay. This.
Okay. So we moved 1, commanded 2 over, and then we incited in the bunny clearing. I don't
press
fully
50
understand.
points. Draw a card. That's my turn.
Kyle, Sam, Waterman, Murder, if you guys are still here, you guys are going to have to interview Jake
Please.
to understand his thought process around how he's using mob
What are you trying
tokens
to do? Because we're gonna be
in the future.
pulling
Because I
cards
don't,
next again.
I'm just gonna be.
I'm not quite
cardboard.
sure what
Yeah.
exactly he's doing.
You're probably gonna put enough.
It's-
over there that it's worth
Darth Caboose, I feel like
greener
it's
pastures.
the opposite. I feel like it's more enticing for the cats to move in because it's giving them more points.
Right. Cats are going to need to wipe the clearing to take advantage of that clearing either way. So the mob token is not a deterrent, it's just an
So I
incentive.
put
Well,
some
the
values
Galaxy
into
Brain
that.
mob strategy is also eluding Waterman, so we're definitely gonna need that interview.
Warlord coming back up the map is not ideal. If I put some battles into that lizard bunny clearing, will you finish?
Yes, I will
want to give you
contribute.
point. Yeah, I know you'll take the points.
Jim's like, no, wait, I don't want to give you points. Well, what's really interesting is even if cats go pretty hard into the bunny clearing against the lizards, moles don't have the easiest way of
Wait,
getting
those are not
there.
going around 4.
Yeah.
So I'm in the mood to help out anybody that's going to help me out. Like, you just have to.
That's
commit to a
fair.
battle, and I
We
will
could be
follow
doing kind of like a Galaxy Brain bitter strat.
It's
The
more
problem
like
is we're
you're gonna get
spending
two
cards
points
for it.
You're gonna sway again, so that's 2 to 3 more points.
Like, I like bitter.
Then nobody's gonna touch.
I
it for a
like
whole nother round, other than me,
smart use
probably,
of
because
mobs.
Warlord's gonna come
I
after
don't
me, so
love
sorry for touching your piece.
Spending all of our cards
So, I just
on
don't know if that's really the right
on
move right
mobs
Well, you could
that
have
we aren't
like a
necessarily
double
going to be able to bitter.
now.
Yeah,
feel like
I wasn't totally convinced
kinda
on that
need
last one
him.
just
I
because
want
it's
him to
not adjacent to
go hit
the
lizards.
thing he's trying to go after. It looks
Right,
like.
right.
So, Jake,
So-
do you want to make an alliance?
Do I want to
Jermcurry-
make?
He doesn't have the
Jermcurry, what would
actions.
you- if
He
you
doesn't have the
go-
actions to get there.
Doesn't have the actions to get there.
Wait, what are we asking here?
He
Sorry, I
cannot
missed
get
some of
through the
context.
keep.
I was AFK for a second.
Germ is setting me up to follow up and get some cardboard, and we are discussing if he just has to attack something with 3 warriors, and then I will follow up.
Yeah, but basically,
I'm confused what this.
I'd be giving moles
They're-
2 points plus.
They're coordinating an
whatever his
anti-lizard
points
assault.
are. And then nobody's gonna touch them for a whole round, so it's great for them. Bad for me, bad for lizards. Then warlord's on my back, so I don't really know.
I'm not gonna. I've learned my lesson, you little
I know,
cat.
but I need you to.
by the end,
not
but
to
by the
come back
beginning
up.
of my turn,
It's good.
I don't know if I'll
Coming
unlearn
up
that
defensively,
lesson.
I'm not gonna. That's such a waste of my time right now.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna
I
try
mean,
and
At some point, I'm gonna.
I'm
take
going
them
after the
first,
keep.
but I can't do it.
exactly. So that's why I'm there. I'm trying to figure out where to go from here. Especially, I have no items, you guys. He's taken everything. This little vagrant has everything.
It's always the danger of drafting Warlord with a Vagabond
So
in the pool because
I mean,
they
my
get to go
momentum
before
is
you.
really
They
slowed
get to
down.
go
I'm not gonna
after
go
other
waste
players,
time on
then
you like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm always hesitant to
I
draft
think go ahead,
Vagabond
Tom.
or
That's fine.
Warlord in a game where
No,
another
it's-
faction wants those
I really
items,
think the
just
vagrant
because
is our
turn
number
order
one
is also
problem.
extremely
For
important
sure,
in that
but
respect
right
as
after
well,
that is
especially
Lizard, so
with the time that people
I
can craft
just
the
don't
team.
know.
Yeah, lizards. Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Yeah, that's true. And lizards will maybe by that time I'll have woken up enough to throw a mob in there and protect it. And
Mana
start burning
Cheese,
down his
cats are in a
gardens.
position where they
That's
have
I
to
can
attack
Try and
something.
aim for that in the future.
If they don't attack
But
anything,
by repeatedly
they're
shooting
just
myself in
kind
the
of
foot
stuck.
for the first 3 rounds of this game, I've really limited my options.
I will say, for shooting himself in the foot for the
let's
first 2
see.
rounds of this game, Jake is
What
doing
does
surprisingly well keeping up with the pack.
Outcast look
He's,
like?
he's getting back into it. The game slowed down. He's getting back into it. I don't think he's out of the game.
No, I don't think
I
so
think-
either.
Gotta hit
I
him,
think
because otherwise he's gonna win before.
He
that.
would have done
So,
well
I mean,
to have
Lizard
pulled
has
back
to
and
deal
started
with,
rebuilding a
Vagabond.
turn sooner,
Yeah,
but
that sounds right.
he did a great job of
But
rebuilding
I
when
can't
he
do that
did,
if you come to slow me,
and
though.
it's
I mean,
put
we can
him
understand
into a
either
solid
way,
position
so.
to get back into the game.
Absolutely.
We can't just.
He's right that his action economy
many
is
others.
severely hampering him.
We're gonna give you
but
assets with which to do that.
He's on the half of the map that's not
Do you draw another
contested.
quest, Vagabond?
He's getting to oppress for free.
Yeah. And I mean, I do think he's going to get 5 oppress
I
up
think you're
very
supposed to refill
easily.
the quest.
Yeah.
And the
now.
best part about doing
Yeah,
it this
you're
late
totally right.
is lizards
There you go.
don't have
Okay.
pieces.
Right. We're gonna reach a point in the game where lizards can't even have their dark symmetry or dark synergy with Warlord
Because they just don't have the-
because they don't have the warriors to
Warriors.
place
Right.
in oppress clearing.
Absolutely. I mean, unless
it's a little
you
easier
know
to
the
get a
cats go and
building
destroy
spot
them all.
here.
Right. Which
And then,
you know everyone's talking about, so that could
Easy
happen.
for the
Well,
moles.
while cats decide this, I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's a
go
good
run
point.
real quick.
I'm not
and
sure
grab
how this
some
could have got here with
Okay.
the keep.
And
Oh,
I
he
think
he
this
set
is
up
gonna
before
be
me.
we're gonna be for
so.
a while. So while I'm there, you should also start thinking about
Clever
how we're doing the bet.
lizard.
I started thinking about that. I
He's
don't
having
know.
to keep. Yep.
Good luck with that. I'll be back.
Just you and me now, chat.
No, I think this is the play.
Okay, so I think German shouldn't have set the keep there if that the homeland was in Bunny. Or,
Oh,
Is that a homeland though?
yeah, I was supposed to set up here. Dang,
Yeah.
I didn't even catch that. My bad, guys.
Oh yeah, Germ cheated. I didn't
None
even.
of us caught it.
I
so-
didn't catch that either. Actually, I didn't say it at the time. Germ cheated by putting the keep
Well,
there.
we'll see how
that's
that.
how happy now. Imagine.
We'll see how that messes up everything.
Whoops.
Huh? Because I guess I needed to. There's nowhere else I really could have set up. Well, to keep anyways.
Thungan, because
Well,
the way cats work,
let's
you
just
choose
go
3
for it
clearings to be homelands,
So I'll march
and
here.
then you place your keep in
Um,
one of those clearings that is not adjacent to a homeland, if possible.
And
If possible, you can do it if it's your only
you got an
choice.
ambush for me.
But
you can-
he had a choice of doing it in a clearing that was not adjacent to a homeland, and he didn't.
Sick. Moles, can you still do that?
Don't do all his dirty work. Make him work a little for
He
it.
gets a lot out of this. Yeah.
I think so.
Wait, say that again.
And maybe.
Okay.
He said he thinks so.
Well, I'm gonna leave it to you. I'll make an ugly recruit and we'll see if those cats are gonna be useful later. There should be 2 guys here. Dang, can't believe I messed this up. Oh well. I'll draw 2 cards.
Okay, a little bit of lizard policing,
Right.
but not a lot of points gained. Not a lot of ground gained.
Jeez.
Yeah, cats are setting themselves up
to that fox dom over there, Jerm.
for a good burst whenever they are able
House and bunny dom
to build.
or one of them.
I won't
I
tell
got
my
the fox
secrets.
down and under no obligation to give you that fox down.
Waterman.
Yeah, I saw
Are you
had the
saying
box,
in this
I know
game
you
or
have a
just
whole
in
dog
general?
tail.
Because they already
Kill
did.
me.
Jerm just did a recruit. He called it a dirty recruit. Waterman's saying it's a good recruit, and that those cats specifically that he placed are going to win him the game.
That's fair. That's fair.
As my second daylight action.
Why was it
First
referred to as a
daylight
dirty
action.
recruit?
Jerms didn't like it.
Oh, it made him feel dirty. I see.
Yeah.
I don't.
I think they might have Darth Caboose. They didn't build anything,
Jeez. Oh,
so they should have.
One there and one in the keep.
yeah, I guess I gotta just slowly entangle and put some effort on the the lizards. I will then dig.
So what have you decided for this prediction?
I'm thinking about it.
Here.
Clearly chaos versus sanity.
There's gonna be fox, so I should leave it there.
Interesting.
No, I also didn't even place my wood.
Part of me wonders if everyone's going to get on the
build.
lizard's doorstep and
Yeah,
nobody
I
wants to pull the
build.
trigger.
Because there should be wood here and
Jerm just realized
there.
he missed his wood placement.
Okay.
My bad. I'm just
Wait,
fucking.
what?
I never built and I never put out my wood.
Mm-hmm.
Because there should have been a wood in this clearing.
Oh, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I missed that. I didn't see
My
that
bad.
together.
Yeah.
I gotta say, 4
I
cats.
will pay more attention now.
So, how many cards does Jerm have in hand?
And then I'll do a move
5.
Ah, that's a lot of cards.
through the tunnel. So, burrow. Back over here. All right, 2 battles. Let's see what happens.
All
Your
right,
ambush?
go ahead and roll.
Not a big roll.
No.
Strong lizards.
Battle again. Get ambush.
Go ahead.
I've gotta say, oh, that's rough.
Oh,
But doesn't kill them, but he's got a mare, so he could take it out.
It was not enough.
Oh, wait, no, we bridge it to move. Never mind.
Yeah.
Just not enough. We don't know if they'll have enough to rebuild
as long
it,
as you
but we'll see.
keep it fox, I guess. We're
I will
okay.
say,
Yeah, trying.
every time we get like a 1-1 or a 0-1, I just like to think that the ones they
got
intimidated
Fox
each other
Fox.
enough to not actually
And
attack.
Fox partisans.
That's clearly the lore of what's happening in the game.
To
And here comes the vagabond.
get
Well,
Lizards get a turn
lizards
first.
do get a turn first.
All right, we took Marshall. That's going to help our mobility a bit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Low key, Marshall's one of my favorite.
Hey, lizards, you could
Ministers.
convert that one
Ministers?
duchy warrior in
Ministers.
fox.
Yeah.
Well, stop
The
him from
squire rank of ministers. They're all
getting
ministers.
more ministers.
Squires, noble lords.
yeah, I am aware.
Yeah, Marshall's one of my low
Or I
key
could
favorite
attack
ministers.
You.
yeah, we need to.
I mean, you could
Should've went after
both. You
cats.
have the acolytes.
Mhm. All right, I can't do much else. Got nothing to craft with, so
It's certainly no
I get a
coincidence
point for
that Germ
the duchy.
left a whole little squad of cats
See there.
in a clearing they're hoping to wipe out with 3 building slots. You know,
Absolutely.
this is no coincidence.
No.
Okay.
So we do go to Fox.
So
Yeah.
first things first,
Which means we
adjust the
could
action
crusade some over from
costs.
here.
Depending on
To spend the lost
what the hand
souls.
looks like, yeah.
What do you know what the hand looks like?
Perform
Depending on if you have a lot of
conspiracies, I
bird cards
will
or bunny cards or fox cards and how you want
go
to
ahead
split
and
that.
convert that duchy for 2.
It's a good question, Coyote. There are.
And I will spend 2 acolytes to
Sounds like we're gonna do it.
attack the vagrant.
Oh no. Yeah, I mean, there's a
Ouch.
lot of merit to just abandoning the bunny,
Let's see. Yeah.
taking your
go
licks while you can. At the same time, we are still
Oh my goodness.
Yow!
Still defenseless.
I am,
Wow.
defenseless, so I have to.
So you take 1.
Yeah,
We're still behind in points, is what I was gonna say.
Choose
finishing my thought.
correctly. Here. I'll
And
choose this one.
you know, those 2 extra points from the triple score is how we
that
pull ahead.
enough damage to him is the question.
It is
Could
not.
attack him again and then still spread my forces. Oh,
That's fair, Sea Coyote.
guess I could do that. I'm gonna spread myself pretty thin though.
Yeah, you'll want
You could choose to abandon the foxes instead.
I mean, it's hard because the thing you really would want to abandon is
let's
the
go
mouse,
ahead and-
because
Is it
the
worth
mouse
it trying to,
crafting,
like,
particularly the
get
juicy
another
ones, are
clearing?
effectively gone.
Yeah, on this map.
Well, I
or
mean-
is that spreading
No,
yourself?
With Fox right now,
that is
you
not-
can abandon
that
it,
is not
still
in
craft
my
the sword because
consideration.
we're in
I'm
the
just
right
deciding
suit.
whether or not
Right.
I
And
want
then,
to
you know,
attack
we already
you
have the
or
likelihood of us
save
getting it again is
accolades
not
and just
high.
move
I mean, it's
guys
not
over, or if I want to do both.
Low. It's
I'm deciding.
if you're you know, lizards are all about stacking the deck in your favor, and in the long term, thinking about where the crafting points still are, there's 3 points in Fox if you craft one of the swords.
I have 1, 2, 3, I guess 4, 5, 6
Fair.
stuff you could do potentially.
I don't know that any of these are
Alright,
clearly
yeah,
right
we're
choices,
gonna go ahead
but
and spend 2 acolytes.
it's going to be an important turn for
to
Aquaman.
attack the vagrant again. Any response?
Go ahead.
Similarly, I'm of a
Tears. Tears are my response.
I'm split on how much I actually like
3 hits.
all these crusades against
Ouch.
the vagrant. It feels like policing the leader
Javelin
from
Yeah.
last. I
And
mean,
now the question is
from
just
not
how
the
much
lead.
battle
It feels
does
like
probably just want
we're getting our lizard supply back,
make him attack
but we're
me.
giving up our
So I
conspiracies,
will spend
which is giving up
2
a form of
more
flexibility and a
just
form
to
of agency over the
crusade
game.
We are splitting.
We're going for the
4
split.
guys over here.
Going for the
I like
split.
cats. They're the ones that can respawn.
Well, see, the interesting thing with
Yeah,
the
I just
split
don't want to
is
attack.
more
I
than
just want my
likely
guys out there
people are going to
so they
attack
at
you
least
again.
become acolytes.
And if that's the case, you're going to get those acolytes back.
Yeah.
So there's an
Alright, so I
interesting
think that's all my
balance of
conspiracies.
kind of like a push and pull with that.
Yeah.
And now let's go ahead into
Something I maybe
daylight.
would have
So we
liked.
definitely need to be scoring.
Ooh, I found an
So
ambush.
have to score with that 2 points.
I understand the feeling. Oh, we have to score with our. Oh, that's unfortunate. We're scoring with our
Have to
sword.
score with this.
I wouldn't.
Mouse 2 points.
Yeah, if it's
1,
between.
2.
Oh, that said, the sword also just.
And now
Gives Vagrant
what
an item.
Fox
Or-
to score with.
I would probably still craft the sword over scoring.
I agree.
The points are equivalent, but one is denial
All 3 of
and potentially gets you a card back,
Oh god.
and one doesn't.
Hammer's
Well, I
already gone.
definitely. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Oh,
Hammer's already
hammer.
gone.
Oh shit! I was just about to look. Yeah, hammer is gone. So we'll score with this.
So we do have coins in hand.
Yeah, which is why we're protecting Bunny.
I was thinking I
Right.
could craft that. That stinks. And now-
Right, Gregula.
Okay,
That's
okay.
that's what I was getting at before. I don't know how much I like that either.
Recruit.
It's a shame we're not hated Fox, because I would have loved to have been able
Okay,
to
and then
convert
I
these
do
guys
return
and
reveal
chain
first
crusade them up
hands.
into here, because we have boat builders.
Crafting.
We
I
could have
don't
Crusade
have
them up,
any
crusade them
crafting
over.
because it's
There would have been a lot
Fox.
we could have done that way. I mean, honestly, it
And
would
then
have
I
been
get
cool
to
to do
draw
that instead of maybe
4
hitting the vagrant,
cards.
but I don't know if that's
Right, we could have done that instead of the vagrant.
Yep, 4 cards.
All right, so what's our bet looking like?
Ugh.
It's tough. Right, even scoring cardboard, like coming into here and picking up that tunnel, just throwing one warrior over there would have been
Get rid
nice.
of-
Right.
All right, I gotta set up a bid, and I have no clue what I'm gonna do.
Well, you did it. Gosh dang it, you did it.
Gosh dang it.
All
you
right,
did it.
I'll go into the forest. Right there. And yeah, refresh and repair.
Now, because you damaged your bag, does that limit what you can have in your set? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you already did that. My bad.
Well, no, it's in its evening.
Yeah, I'm repairing all items here in
Ah, yes.
what's its face. So
Yes, that's right. It happens on your turn.
yeah, so yeah, that's my turn. I will just draw a card.
You get to draw 2 cards.
I hate everything.
Do
I
I?
hate it. This is a tough one to
His
compose.
coin's not up.
Yeah, my
but it'll
coins.
be repaired.
Oh yeah.
You're totally right.
This is so not obvious. I've
Put
got
that-
nothing.
good call.
that
I'm
coin
sorry, I'm
back
not
in
helpful
there.
at all.
Thank you.
We'll start this prediction.
I will
We'll see
draw
what people
2
say.
cards
say.
And consider
All right,
which one
your
to
options
discard.
are moles, lizards, and
Ooh.
warlord as the winner, or cats, vagrant.
Well, this one's.
I'm surprised
no
you
good
didn't
to
just
me,
do
I don't
this.
think.
I don't know. I don't know. This is
So
a challenging bet.
Discard that one.
Normally I have some idea.
Jake versus everyone.
For reason.
Sorry, we didn't decide to go with that one. So that mob token is actually really interesting because now it makes bittering down there to get that 5th clearing pretty good.
Okay, please don't kill that.
It does.
That's the only way I'm scoring points right now.
I'm sorry, but telling me to
That's
not
the
attack your
only way
mole.
I'm pressing in a few minutes.
Right.
So you need to help contribute to the.
Ow.
I agree.
Wow, Waterman.
I'm with you.
Impressive.
Preparing to burn a garden.
Mm-hmm.
Just need to be
Okay,
close to
so-
Mr. Vagabond there to smack him again.
We're not probably going bitter because we want to try to burn the gardens.
Yeah.
I'm
Need,
worried we're gonna hit the
some
lizards too
warriors in
hard.
those clearings if I need to.
Yeah, it could
instigate.
happen.
Where we hit honestly hitting 1 clearing hurts them so much. Hitting 2 basically means they're out of the game.
Wait, what? Sorry, I missed that last part.
Well, he's gonna start instigating.
If you want me to help, I just you just need to put some warriors in the right places. You know what I mean.
Oh, you little vagrant, you.
What do you know what happened to it, man? Cheese, it's still going.
Always willing to help.
It might not show you anymore.
So,
once you
Germ,
bet.
what's your
No,
plan?
no, it
Where are you
should
going to go
still
after
show you.
this?
So you're going south.
Those odds are
Well, I
good.
mean, that's what I'm obviously looking at.
Yeah.
Because I do want to help with the lizards, but I know you need to expand to me, and I know you're probably going to. I'm just gonna probably make you pay for. Yes, yes, exactly. And it makes you more able to deal with someone who's a real threat, which is these two in the future, whereas I am still not a threat.
Yeah. Oh, you're getting there, but
I'll be a threat in the south, which is not your problem. And I'm not gonna risk my stuff right now. So we're going to. Oh, I have to actually choose a mood here. We're gonna choose. I think relentless.
Yeah, that makes sense. It just gives us that second attack since we're going after 2
And then
different
we're gonna
factions.
command.
Yeah.
One.
We build another stronghold.
I would love a stronghold up here. I would love a stronghold
I
up
just
here.
love like a bajillion strongholds. Aw.
Oh, Waterman, thank you so much for the gift sub. Yeah, stronghold here would be the dream.
Yep.
Because otherwise that second command is not useful for anything, I don't think.
I mean, you could move everybody over there.
Command two.
No, because we
you don't want that. Don't do that.
No,
Jake.
yeah, because we don't activate relentless if we do it this way.
Yeah. No.
Unless the plan is to come over here.
Advance right here to battle first the cats.
Yeah,
go
no,
for
I
it.
think Jake got confused about relentless.
on die, you stupid cat. Yeah. Oh, he's a strong cat too. Okay, cool. I'm gonna throw that card away. I'll bring him up.
The sword.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well,
You non-crafting
I can give you more points.
monsters.
The cats
All right, and then we are going to use the relentless power to attack here again. This time the moles.
So wait. Okay, so you're only so you moved once.
So I command once here.
Yep.
Command, excuse me, to get here,
Mhm.
and then I command a second time to get here, and then I advanced here, and then relentless lets me either do one more battle or one more move, and I'm doing my additional battle here against the.
You need to both battle and move in order to get
Oh
your.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, I can just finagle this then. That's fine. Well, actually, do you guys not want me to take that if that's since I've already acted on that?
I mean, I think it's.
It doesn't really.
You're right.
I'd
No,
let-
I mean, yeah, I did that out of order. That is true.
No. I'm saying I'd let it slide because like your advance and your command really are doing the same exact thing.
Correct. I just declared.
Effectively, you just
This is
lose the
very true.
command.
Right.
Because you didn't attack the lizards, I'm not going to let you do it.
I mean, yeah, he's right.
Okay.
You rolled the dice.
You're
It's,
right. No,
it's totally fair.
You're right.
It is totally fair.
Yeah, no, I can see it going either way.
Yeah,
Like,
Jake, you can if you drag the tab button. If you hold the tab button in, you can make little arrows.
That's brutal.
Did you know
We're
that?
losing out on a point. We're losing out on a little bit of anti-mole
Just
policing.
making sure.
Yeah.
But that's why it's important to
I'll press for 2 points.
know your actions
Yeah.
and declare
Well,
them properly.
What's even like the losing out on the point, gosh, just brutal all around.
Right, Gregula, he could. It's the easiest thing in the world to fix.
Oh, so you didn't
But
get that
technically,
battle to
he
get that
declared
battle
he was
over?
commanding
Yep,
for the
that's right.
move. He was
Oh,
not
okay.
advancing to move and battle. He
Oh,
rolled,
this time.
so he can't
attention.
move back. He can't roll back the action. He rolled the battle. He gained information.
March.
By strict rules, the table is well within their rights to not let him correct that.
Yeah. So like this is a situation where if they had called
Yeah, I'm gonna
Guerric,
march here.
he
I would have had
not-
to rule the same way.
He would have had to
Put
roll the
one
same
cat
way.
here.
Yeah.
Because that's like the strict ruling that we have.
Second
It's like it's
action,
up to y'all to
I'll
keep
build a
yourselves and each
sawmill.
other honest, and like if
Over
you want
here
a strict
for
ruling,
2.
call Guerric.
Yep.
2 wood, 2 points.
It's mean, but you got to be mean to win, you know?
And
It's
then
kind of
action,
funny.
I'll
Like
battle
I've
the
heard
tunnel.
several people being like, "Oh no, don't call Guerric because he's gonna rule the bad one."
Yeah, people have done that.
People have just said like, if you call Guerric, I know exactly what he's gonna tell you, and it's not gonna be what you want to hear.
Yep.
Do I need to play with the outcast? I think I do.
Okay,
Or do
so
I
we've
have
got
people I need to keep track of.
Yeah, this is not round one.
Oh, you got one guy. Okay.
so let it be
doesn't
rolled,
matter.
so let it be done. I like that.
But you're probably gonna get more.
So okay, we got the cats building a
Um,
sawmill.
Always matters.
Let's not go hated. Hated is not fun.
Cats want to make not hated
I don't think
fox,
I have
which
too
I don't know
much
why cats
control
care
over
so
that.
much
Moles are
about that
drawing a
because they're
card,
not
so
in
you
any
might be able to
fox
help.
clearings. If anything, I kind of want to keep
I'm
it
not
hated
gonna-
fox.
I
Just keep
wanna
it in
make
fox
any
to be
changes to the
annoying because
outcast.
lizard's not doing
Okay.
much in fox.
So
That just
should
like
I-
kind of ties up their
What
acolytes
do
to
y'all
being
think?
like,
Should I go
meh.
bunny or discard a bunny? or
Well,
mouse?
lizards don't have acolytes right now.
Bunny
Also
for
that.
Sure. Okay.
So like I just don't see keeping it in fox being a negative, but
Can you
maybe that's
attack
just me.
the lizards?
No.
Unless they drew another sword, but we don't know that.
Oh.
The ability to attack my mole
That's all speculative information.
I mean,
in the nicest way possible.
yeah. I mean, you got your points here, so I'm gonna get
Yeah.
mine here.
Uh,
All right.
okay.
So Germ
Okay.
spent a bunny card. Did he overwork? Is that what happened? I think so.
Alright.
No. That's not how that math worked out. I don't know why he spent that bird card or bunny card. Or oh, he just discarded. Got it.
Oh yeah, he just discarded. He was at over his hand limit. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Did cats get all their points? Because he built the 2-point sawmill and he killed the tunnel.
Which is 3 points. Yes.
Okay, he got all his points.
He
Cool.
started at 13.
Daylight and birdsong and Daylight
After,
are three times.
Warlord took his turn. I really liked the 12, 13, 14, 15, 16
And then
like
first,
lineup we had going for a second. It was cute.
Mm,
He started at 13 and he had
gonna
gained 3 points over the
get
course
the
of the round. So
lizards.
I think he
He's at 16.
Yeah.
He started at 13. He got a 2-point building and a
You're
1-point
doing
tunnel.
that with
That's-
Brig.
that to me
Yes.
is math.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
This game is so entangled.
Jeez, lizards getting hit again. I'm curious if this is in Mole's best interest with the cats on the doorstep. But
we'll attack again.
Who's
Do you have
to
an
say?
ambush?
Who's to say?
You can roll.
You can roll.
you are capable, yes. Oof.
Yeah, cats are loving this.
What'd you roll?
This is
Two.
Germ planted these
What, I lose
seeds
a card for each garden. I
a
lose?
year ago.
Yep.
He waited through the winter, and now
Okay,
they
that's
are coming home to roost. I'm mixing
To
metaphors.
fruition.
Yeah, coming to fruition.
I will say I'm surprised we didn't switch to winter map during that point. Sorry. Got again seeing
Waterman phrasing.
I hate you so much.
He said it.
Anyway, seeing
There's no-
moles and lizards
Everyone's
in the
a little
same
better, but,
game
oh, well.
just makes me dislike what's lizards called?
Yeah,
Lizard
cats.
garden?
Your problem, but they're not
Is
going to
that
be my problem.
Fear of the
So I'm
faithful.
then gonna
Yeah,
run away with
Fear of the
these Dutchy,
Faithful
back in the burrow.
feels so much worse than Price of Failure.
It is. It is.
Just it hurts.
It is. It's so much worse.
That's my martial action.
Oh, is Joe the one behind the choo-choo crew?
And
I'm assuming it is,
Who are you? I don't know.
unless it's
I
Mike.
don't really have the ability to do much else.
Oh my gosh.
will
I
try
hate
to-
this. They cleared out the clearing and then left.
This is interesting. There's a lot of merit to knowing when to move your forces back to the burrow where they're safe as moles. If you
Heck is all that
foresee
fox business.
if you foresee somebody
I needed 2 fox, and I did
wiping those warriors,
because of all the
it's better to save them by moving them back.
That's fair. That's
So-
fair.
Oh boy.
My question is, where are they going to go? What is Rehab's plan here? Because he has a plan.
Are your
Clearly.
intentions to come over here? And
I just
attack
used
me?
both accounts at
I
once.
don't know, man. I feel like the moles are kind of dig on over here.
Yeah, like moles are setting up for some
I have
sort
no
of
idea.
dig. Are they setting up to go pivot to
Every
Swole
day is a
somewhere?
winding road.
Are they setting up to go beat
Oh,
something up
gosh, I
somewhere?
think the truth. Okay.
I don't know.
I mean,
Just
from
context.
this board
Good luck with
position,
Fox
cats
becomes hated.
are
Discard.
in love with the table.
No,
We've
here's
got
the
a
thing. What
3
I got?
build.
One,
We got
two,
both.
three,
We could
four,
build both
five
3 sawmills next
points.
turn.
Oh, yeah, cats are about to burst
Take
ahead.
advantage
Big time, unless people do
of-
something.
I'm hoping moles are preparing for an invasion because I feel like that's the only way we're going to slow this game down for them to win.
So
Not cats are
what
going to
do I
just
do?
rush.
We're hated fox, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 warriors.
We do, but again, the issue is the only real fox clearing is the warlord clearing, and they're not really doing much for us at that point.
3 battle.
I mean, we could do what we talked about last turn. We could do some of these conversions and crusade them into the cats. Try to contest rule and build a garden
Sorry, I'm just
as a
thinking
form of denial.
out loud a little bit.
That's fair. That's fair. Although I don't, honestly, I don't know if the garden is worth losing
Or
the action.
do that.
I know.
Like our actions are so limited.
Alright, well,
But
Jake,
cats are sitting on a big burst
just
here.
keep all of his
That's
guys
true.
right here.
They're going to make a lot of points.
Yeah, I'm deciding between taking his
But
guys out here.
yeah, but like the
or
warlord,
converting down here and destroying
Like,
his warlord in there. That
the
kind of
warlord and the vagabond are
guarantees
both.
safety over here, but it's 1 less point, which is probably the smart play.
You probably do want to drop some.
Megan could take out one cat with the sword.
Easily can't just build right there.
Here,
Oh,
I mean,
you know, it would be
what?
real funny and
I
interesting,
mean-
and Vagrant wouldn't do it, but it'd be
Oh, well,
hilarious
let's
either
put
way.
1 warrior.
Is if
Complicated.
lizards
somehow, I don't know.
convert a bunch of people, crusade
I'd have
over,
to
and then
Too
Vagrant
many
instigates
guys
the
out
rest.
there.
Well, you can only instigate once.
Yeah.
But it would be interesting.
Well, I mean, we
Okay.
get
I
2
think
fights out of it then.
ensuring
We get the
my
one
safety
crusade, and then we have the
probably
instigate
the best
fight between
bet.
lizards and cats, which would be just kind of funny.
Jake's AFK.
But the key
I guess
thing
I
is-
should probably wait for him to get back before.
key thing is not
moving
just-
his warriors. He comes back like, where did my guys go?
Well, what's
you're
interesting with
attacking my
instigate,
warlord?
which I'm kind of
But
thinking
when he does
about
come
now,
back, I'll just pretend like we
is-
weren't talking about it. Okay.
Okay.
You do
Well,
that
I was going to say the
back,
key thing
though.
is not just taking rule, it's also blocking rule. It's
Mhm.
not enough to
Cool
just
guy.
plop some warriors in there and outrule the cats. You need to prevent cats from being able to rule entirely.
Alright.
I heard
That's how you
something
prevent
about
them from
my
taking
computer.
advantage of those building slots.
That's true. That's true.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry that I'm doing this to you, but I'm going to.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah, we're
Now,
gonna convert
does
3 of your guys over here.
Aquaman. Okay.
Wait, why?
I mean, unless you could tell me that you're not going to come over and put
I tell
everything
you
you
that
have
I'm
in
not
here.
going to come over and have everything I have over here. I'll tell you that.
What's your plan then? Just gonna like
I
go
mean-
kill these cats?
Oh, I don't care. Yes, that's true. But I mean, yeah, the only other option I have is to like set up oppression town and get ready for moles invasion, they can dig anywhere, and
I
then
have-
like prepare for
I have
this.
5 warriors.
All
I'll
right.
have 6 for the.
I will
The only reason I
convert
totally
this single mole,
There we
totally
go.
get the lizards wanting to go into that clearing is to get rid of that
converting
mob
that mole.
token because that's not something
Okay.
that
I
Jake
will
has any control over.
convert
That's what he wanted to do.
1, 2, 3 guys up here. Jake.
It's not much better over there.
I mean, like that's the
That's
thing
not
is he's
doing
always
too much
converting
way up
Jake
there.
because Jake is the only one in box.
Right,
1, 2,
right.
3, 4.
This is just
mean,
bad for Jake.
Whatever.
The table
Alright, then I
colluding to
will
make
use
the
this
outcast
wizard
fox is
warrior.
just
to
Bad for Jake.
Well,
Los
to be
Angeles
fair,
battle here.
Germ wanted it to be not
Any
Fox.
response?
No.
Germ tried to push it away from Fox by putting more into other suits.
There we go.
Oh my god. Well, it's defenseless, so I get rid of one thing.
No, Jake gets
Oh,
Jake
Jake
Chooses, right?
Jake chooses.
Jake chooses.
That is the second time somebody's been confused by that in this game.
Oh man.
Do you guys not know
Give
how?
him a build spot.
combat
Yeah,
works?
Take your mob.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah. Yeah.
there's
Give him a
just
build spot.
there are a couple exceptions that
could burn
get
it
talked
something
about a lot, so it
Okay.
confuses the original.
All right. There's my conspiracy.
Like,
and now we
Scoundrel's
go to daylight
Explosion,
where
or
we
when things
will
get removed.
score.
That's not a battle.
Exactly. It's when things get removed
Mouse,
not in battle,
2
and it gets confused with
points,
battle
go at
sometimes. I know I've done that at
17
least.
to 19. Score Fox. 19 to 21.
Yep.
Recruit Mouse with this one here.
I found my Rune Broker.
And then I will get to return revealed cards to my hand. Crafting, no crafting.
I will say,
And I
we've
get
seen
1, 2,
very
3
few
cards.
bunny cards in the lizard's hand since the beginning.
We have. Somebody's sitting on bunny
We
cards.
should
It
definitely
feels
still
like.
hit him.
Either that or just sometimes you get the just luck of the draw.
Yeah.
All right, gang. What are we doing here?
Buddy, you're having fun. The rest of us, we're battling over and over and over.
Well, I see a free
That's how I
tunnel
prefer.
point.
I leave the dirty work to you guys. But I want to do my part.
We could go allied with lizards.
Where do I go?
I don't know if
'Cause
hurting.
It looks like cats have.
I mean, like
wood,
lizards
and lizards have.
at best
a
win in
lot of
2
stuff.
I
turns.
did just
at
get 3 building
worst within 3.
slots.
Yes, sir.
I
I see
think
those.
other people can race that faster.
Um,
And they're in the 5th slot. They're in the 5th seat.
Well, the thing about going allied with lizards is you could go allied, get your points, move them out, and then kill the gardens.
Right, I know, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know if lizards
mean-
is like. I think that there are
I mean,
other
technically,
threats that might
lizards are-
be worth.
Well, we're all in front of them, and they're this far ahead of us, so they're
Yes.
clearly the issue.
yes, they are.
Man of Cheese is just if any of those factions that you bet
They
on
are an
win,
issue.
they get paid out for.
Allies, not coalition, man.
Clearly, I need to go
Coalitions
back.
are banned in the tournament.
No, he's talking about the bet, so I was assuming
raft,
that he meant
the boat. What do you call it?
the prediction
Ferry.
in Twitch.
Ally would have
I need
no
to
bearing
get
on
that
that.
ferry.
Ally is literally
I'm gonna
just a
get it.
relationship tracker.
I'm gonna get it. Get it.
I have no idea then what's going on.
That's why I'm saying it's not coalition,
Let's
which
see.
is where you change your
There's-
victory condition.
Right,
I
I was
wanna
saying
aid
he's
the
talking about the
moles.
Twitch bet.
But the
Right,
moles
and
have
Twitch
no
bets about who
pieces,
wins.
Which is
So I'm saying we don't have to worry about any weird cross.
Well, I don't know if Man of Cheese has ever betted before.
Yes,
so I
I
think
see
he was
that.
curious how the bet works out between people who win within the same.
that's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Question.
Might
I'm
as
confused
well
now.
eliminate it for an extra point. Make him spend
Yes.
a card and an action to get back out on the board.
Yeah, see.
Yeah. Question: Can I use the ferry more than once in a turn?
Nope.
No.
No. Okay. Gotcha.
That's also another
so
pretty
what I
common
will do
misconception.
Yeah,
Is
people
use the ferry
so-
only
Just
once.
looking at you.
people commonly think you can use the ferry multiple times, but only draw once,
Holy-
which is not the case. You only
So
get
with,
one ferry usage per turn.
I
Yeah.
will
I mean-
need
I
to.
think you could use it more than once, right? You just can't draw a card more than once.
No, I think it's a once per turn thing.
It's once per turn.
As
Oh, okay. Thanks.
the ferry, once per turn, pieces moving
Yeah.
from.
Yeah, I don't know where people get that idea from.
Ferry can move
'Cause
to
you just
another
want to.
coastal clearing, moving the ferry as well.
That actually,
After
that
this, the moving player draws one
things
card,
not being the way you want them
follows
to is a
normal
huge
move
source
rules.
of rules
Ferry cannot be
misunderstandings.
battled or
I
moved.
want it to be another way, and if I will it
What if
hard
the
enough,
ferry
it
could
will
be-
happen, right?
Well, because it's often unconscious. It's often
Oh,
people
yeah.
tricking themselves.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to see that shipping notification in my email. Like now, I want to see it. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do.
We all
I'll
do.
start by slipping over here, and with that slip, I will I will so here's the thing. I could go allied with them and then take all their warriors with me.
Do it.
So I think this is just going
Don't
to.
do it.
I don't think cards.
I really think right
that?
now, like while
know.
lizards
Yeah,
are
I
in a
would be
point
giving
lead,
them 3
lizards
cards
need to talk about the
for
fact that
the
cats will
ability.
be ahead of
Oh my
them
god, 3?
at the end of
Oh,
these
yeah,
right,
turns.
you have to aid 3 times.
That's
per
rough.
round.
And then
What
I'm
needs to
taking away
happen
2 of those
is
cards,
people need to police
but
both lizards
also
and
taking away
cats.
2 of their
Pretty much
abilities
equally.
before their next
Because
turn.
lizards are in a
So,
problematic spot
whatever
if they're allowed to
options
stay here.
Put
You know, they
Again, like unless they find a
You're killing his
craftable,
card
which could
draw,
be
too,
difficult
which
at
might
this point in
stunt him.
time.
And it only gives him an opportunity to
Considering-
score
They just need
once.
to draw a sword and it needs to say
Yeah.
fox.
Yeah, they
mean,
just
that's
need to draw a
kinda
sword and need to say
tempting, honestly.
fox. Like
I
if they
don't
change it to mouse, and like honestly, the 8 man you
Alright,
can do next turn and not
that's-
be an issue.
I don't know. It sounds like a good option. To
I'm just saying, lizards are
To me,
entering that danger
um,
zone. Where once they're at like,
Here we
you know,
go.
25, 26
I think
VP,
I'm gonna go ahead and
even
do
if you
that,
wipe
and then
them,
move the
they can
fairy,
usually close it out with
where-
acolytes, which they're
if
gonna
you move the
get if
fairy-
you wipe these out.
That's
You know.
true.
Where should I
So
move it?
lizards do need some amount of stopping.
All his
I guess
warriors
I'm
would
just
go
saying with
me.
the acolytes they currently
would
have,
be-
which is
I
none,
would think probably
And-
like over here somewhere.
with
Yes.
the
Yeah.
potential
Don't-
crafts
don't
on
give
the
it to
board,
cats.
like lizards
Well, that's
I'd need at
that
least 2
seems
turns,
like the best option.
if not more.
Right.
And then I could.
Well, that's a fair point of giving the fairy to
But the problem is,
If you go over here,
in you know 1 to 2
maybe
turns,
do a
they enter the
quest.
space
You can
where
build
you
that,
can't stop
don't
them,
do
even if
that.
you do stop them.
That's
Which
true.
is why you have to
Put
think
somewhere you
think
can't
about
go.
that, and you have
Yeah.
to basically
So I
say
get
that
that.
means they need stopping
Yeah.
now.
That's a good.
Yeah, I totally get that. Actually,
I
a
don't know,
part of me,
There's
Nine.
only
if I was ignorant and I'd allied with
Jesus.
the lizards,
1, 2,
I'd take
3,
them over
4,
to the
5,
cats.
6, 7,
Right, exactly. That's what I'm low-key angling for here, because that's hurting both of them.
That makes sense. That makes
Then
sense.
in second place right now, it looks like the cats.
Looks
And
like.
they will have lots of building slots. What's the solution here? Do you guys hear my dog whining in the background here?
We do not.
That's me.
Um, and I will. All right, so here I go. 1, 2, 3 cards
We're going for it.
We're going for it.
to get them to be allied. 1, 2, 3.
These extra cards don't do much for the lizards if
All right.
They,
well, one,
1,
they
2,
have to
3 cards
discard 2
there.
of them,
are they
but
bird or mouse?
2
One of them is a bird.
You did Omega Knight.
Okay. If you can give them as many birds as possible, that's definitely the move.
Yes, yeah.
but also they don't have enough warriors to really
and
do
then
much at this point. And there's
I
not a
will
lot of
exhaust
open
3
space to
items
take.
for that privilege. So let me do
Do you want that booth they got?
Oh, do the lizards have a boot?
into the
Yes.
woods.
Oh, that makes it so much better too. Yeah, pick up that boot.
We can instigate with that.
2,
Why is he damaging things?
Yeah, why are we damaging things?
but also. Oh, sorry, I'm damaging them. There's no need to do that. And
Did you
With
get your
that-
points for becoming allied?
I did not yet. I get 2 points. So 1, 2.
And we should grab that boot, but technically
And then
taking the
I'll
item is
move
optional.
with
So if we miss
those
it, we miss it.
warriors. So let's exhaust a boot. And bring the ferry over here. Actually, let's put them on the ferry. It's fun.
I don't think that's the right
Just for
place to
funsies.
go.
Just for funzos. 4.
Look,
Oh
he's
God,
a
they can
he's a
fit.
lizard now.
We're squishing in here, but it only takes 1 ticket.
Everyone always feels the need to put them on the ferry. I don't think that's the right place to go. I don't think this does
Yes.
anything to cats.
1, 2, 3,
There we
4,
go.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, it doesn't.
No.
Is there
Yeah.
any way I could convince you to go over here instead?
No, sir.
Yes. No.
And then I
I
will
think this is gonna
use
be a
my
cat's
2
game.
hammers to
Yeah.
craft a.
We could have done the same thing by going over here.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
So let me grab this coin.
Jake is so unhappy.
I wish I could draw a card from them.
So that gives me 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, Gregula, he doesn't see the boot.
That's unfortunate.
That's really bad.
And then
God.
I will.
He doesn't. He's gonna have 3 cards next to or 4 cards.
Can you
Yeah,
aid the cat?
I mean,
Can you aid the lizards for another 2 points? Because
And what did I want to do next? I wanted to
And we could have had.
just
Did we ever draw for the fairy?
slip somewhere.
No.
No. Wanted to.
I don't think we did.
I don't think I ever saw him draw. Which, if we picked up the boot, that means we could have aided 2 more times for 4
think
points.
About
Assuming
One,
this
two.
Assuming they match up.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm not very good at verbal processing.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd drawn. And yeah, as Waterman's pointing out,
Do you want the boot?
there's an interesting byproduct of this, that leaving the boot
Oh,
allows
right, that's
Warlord
what I'm
to loot.
Thank
It
you.
does.
Oh, we're grabbing it now.
Oh.
They
Never
technically
mind.
drew a card, so it's too late. But
Oh yeah, do I get to draw a card 2 for riding the fairy?
no.
Actually.
No.
Wait, really?
I don't think so.
Well,
The
you
moving player draws 1 card. I
Yeah.
believe you are the.
I'm the moving player.
Allied movement
So wait,
now
you get the boot?
now uses the
Is that
force
too late?
terminology,
I do get the boot because I
meaning
I
that
did
lizards
it
are
3
also
times.
performing the move.
Also moving?
Uh,
Oh,
no,
fuck.
you're not.
Well, your pieces are moving. Whether the moving player is you or Abbot is the real question. Actually, there might have been an
I'm
errata
gonna
on
ask
this.
Guerric.
Yeah, I
just-
think that's actually.
Garrick's having a crisis of confidence. No.
Guerric?
Guerric?
You guys are gonna have to give me a minute on this to figure this out.
All right.
Oh wow, we stumped Guerric.
Vagabond Allied movement got errata to be
Just recently, right?
just recently, like 2 weeks ago, to use the force terminology. So technically, it is a forced movement of the lizards by the lizards player. I'm wondering if that now has created a timing issue with the fairy.
It's the
It's
fairies on
called
your
a-
turn, though, right?
Is this what we call
Wouldn't that be
Josh?
priority?
What's the question? What was that?
Since it's not the lizard's turn, they can't draw a card.
No, that's not how that works.
Well, if I was like forced to go into sympathy, I'd have to give them a card. Give them a card, right?
It used to be that the vagabond performed the movement using the other player's pieces, and that's not the case anymore. Now it's like a false orders for the other faction.
I just want per turn.
Is Josh Yearsley in the chat?
He's on vacation, so he's very much
Oh
not.
my goodness, that's
Dang it, Josh.
Which
Why?
resort is he at?
I didn't know.
Paging
I-
Dr. Yearsley, please come to the cabana. You have a phone call.
I believe that because of the way moving with ally is now worded, it is now effectively a separate move action from your move action, and therefore the fairy maybe can't support both of you. Oh wait, no. Lizards have boat builder, so it doesn't matter. Because lizards can legally make the move anyway.
Oh wow.
We're all good? We're all good.
So I don't get a card.
You don't get a card.
Lizards do not get a card.
Lizards are moving with boat builder. Vagrant is moving with the fairy.
All right, then let's get
Oh,
these
wow.
lizards off of the ferry, so I can
They're
hop on.
they're just swimming.
That's great. You're on
This
the ferry
was-
leading them as they all swim in formation behind you.
It is not an active
No,
player
they've
thing,
got
Waterman.
their own boats.
Uh,
They've got individual boats.
if you false
Just think of
orders,
it
You
as
can
like-
false orders over the ferry and make
Short
somebody
boats.
else draw the card.
yes, they would draw the card, and you would not be able to use the fairy that turn. It's not a
Water
once per
lizards.
player per turn thing. It is a once per turn any player can use it thing.
We call it
Anyway,
Gary Gagex rules.
All right, thank you, Guerric. That was a great errata.
That was a walk. So effectively, what you're telling me is if lizards didn't have
I
boat
think Garrett was
builders,
on the edge of his brain breaking at that point. Boat builders saved him.
Vagrant couldn't have
my
moved the
God.
lizards.
All right.
Oh. I mean,
I'm in a rabbit.
Is that what you're saying to me?
What's that?
Just
If
for
lizards did not have boat builders, Vagrant would not have been able to move
I'm
lizards
going
using
to-
in that manner.
I don't
to-
think so. Yeah.
Okay. Luckily, we have boat builders to like walk around that, but that's something that we need to
I'm going to
discuss with Josh.
exhaust
Yeah.
instead
Write that one down for me to
sword
talk to
from
Josh about.
earlier.
I think
Just exhaust a boot instead.
Yeah, I think that ruling I think that ruling would have changed
Use my newly acquired
that
boot.
move's ability to take lizards with the fairy.
Because I was looking through the site to try to
To
find the
move
definition
over
for force.
Here.
To see if they had like glossary
And
like Bass
battle
does,
this
but I didn't see
stronghold.
it fast enough, so I was like, yeah.
Any ambush?
No ambush.
All right.
The talk to Josh list isn't as big as you'd think it'd be, but that's because he responds actually pretty well.
Yeah, there's only a couple things on it right now.
1, 2. And the sword is exhausted, and
Okay,
that
so they
would
took
be,
advantage of the
my
lone
turn.
building, and it's 2 points because
I'll
they are
draw
hostile with
3
Warlord.
cards.
Yep.
Oh, I
Very
need
cool.
I need this dragon god to. Thank you. Let me flip it, shuffle it, and draw 3.
People are sitting on these
Now I get
dominances.
Fox.
They are, which is some strong counter lizard play.
Yep, absolutely. Now, do we bitter here against that one lizard to get 3 new warriors? What? Is bitter? Can you use it over multiple battles?
Yeah. Well,
Because he could command 1 bitter to get some
So
warriors
when I
there,
cast
command over 1, and then
orders,
command it to the
somebody using
cats,
the
get those
fairy
4 clearings, and then
who
have
gets the
no
card.
Yes.
They
inside
get the card,
mob tokens on the
correct?
board.
he
I
could.
believe so, yes, because you're forcing them to make the move, and it's the player who is moving on fairy. I believe that's how it goes.
I feel like that's the loudest drinking from you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, Humberto, I agree. The Vagabond should have blocked these buildings by throwing a bunch of lizards in there, denying rule.
Absolutely.
Cats probably still would have been able to march in to take it, but it at least would have been denying them 1 action.
Yep. It makes cats work.
Yes.
Gotta put the work in to get the points.
But thinking about Warlord now, if you think about what Warlord wants to do for their turn, they probably are trying to still push for 5 clearings, which
Yep.
means command, advance.
Advance, yeah. That would be the smart case.
We're gonna
Yes.
try bitter.
So real quick.
Hey, look, I was right about the bitter. So
I don't-
because we do
I'm
a
just
original battle,
at
and
this
then we
point, I
can
just
do
wanna
the
see
battle
what
against the
y'all
lizard, take off 3 at least.
So-
Yeah.
Vagrant has 4 cards. Probably get 2 more, and could aid to victory.
So a hat and the cat, that's exactly what my issue.
Is by far
That's why my brain was breaking. I think
So can we?
the
all
fairy
three
wouldn't be
Disney
there
Dark
anymore
Souls
for the force to
kinda
move.
team up and hit him
It-
into the forest.
I have no clue how that timing would work out now.
If I can.
And I need to clarify that with Josh,
feel
whether the
like
force
you're
is
not gonna like
simultaneous
it.
in some way
Yeah, well, I also
with
gotta
the
go
Vagabond
to
move, or
starting
whether it
period.
is
We want 'em to lose
immediately
cards,
after,
right?
like it's a triggered
Yeah.
thing. The
So
move triggers the
You're
force
gonna
move.
have to-
Yep.
I've got to clarify all that with Josh.
Right.
He has.
It was kind of
2
a.
ambushes. But
It was a big ruling
That's fine.
for Josh to
Still,
just sort of make on a whim.
you should be alive.
Because it was an actual rules
could.
change.
You're
It
not
was an
gonna like it,
actual
but
big
you
rules
could.
change.
ambushes?
That's not that surprising.
Real
You've
quick,
been
just for
beating
my
him all
brain,
day.
can I see Cat's board?
Yes,
But-
this is true.
And can I see the points
But you
underneath,
could command and battle Vagabond right there,
please? Okay, thank you.
and then
Yeah, that's all my
advance-
commands.
And then advance here, and
Right.
Yeah, Jake, I would go for the lizards instead.
I know you would. I know what you would do.
Yes.
The problem is they're not wrong. But Cats, you got to freaking deal with it. You've been sitting in your
I'm gonna
corner.
hit him.
all- Yeah.
I'm gonna hit him too.
Smack him into oblivion. You have plenty of ways to do it, and the lizards will be able to do it on their turn too, and they need to because they have to stop him.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna
Who are they
get
stopping?
at least one.
Kill
battle
this
in.
lizard.
Yeah.
Germ has convinced the
I'm
table
not policing the
that Vagrant is the threat, and they need to stop Vagrant.
This is very key.
I
'cause,
just counted.
he has
Germ
so
can get
many
10
items
points
that
on
like
his
every
turn.
battle actually matters. So like that's why I'm stopping the game right now, just to see if we can find a way to make it happen.
You don't have enough.
10 isn't a win
to
for
go
Cats.
hit him for a
No,
ton.
but it gets you to 26,
I mean, I'm
which
Cats,
is
I've
pretty
3
confident
actions, so like
that Cats take it
okay.
after that, considering I'm putting
From
down
the
2
man who
sawmills.
did 6
Well-
actions in one turn at
I
one
got-
point.
I got aided a bird card for that, and I drew one on the same.
I think you can. I think you can figure it out, and I think lizards can figure it out too, because lizards has to. And wherever their outcast lands, as long as it's not mouse, they can do it.
Actually, sorry, it can only get 9 points without any extra actions.
I don't know.
Well, I can't if I have no acolytes. So that's what I'm saying. Can you kill this guy?
Yeah, so the problem is cats are on a 2-turn clock. Vagrant might be on a 1-turn clock if left alone.
Guy, for sure.
Oh, that's fair.
That's why they're talking about the Vagrant.
Makes sense, makes
Did
sense.
we draw enough cards?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we had no cards in hand.
Yeah.
Doink.
He had a
It
knife.
was down swinging.
We didn't bid her?
Oh, sorry. Can I use my bidder?
Sure.
It says before the roll, so I might have fucked that up.
Yeah, you ask around. I don't care, but
That's fine.
He did technically mess up the timing, but
I mean, I've made a timing mistake on literally every turn in this game. So
Honestly,
then we're gonna second command here, Cat.
we gotta pull both.
you gotta pull the flames off. So
Yes,
you could
thank you.
Yeah.
all
think you
3.
Can he get the one that he's in already too, or
I
no?
can.
Oh, you're gonna leave it?
I wouldn't, especially because you should have taken that warrior off otherwise. Because the
Actually,
guy in the
no.
yeah.
I think I will drop it.
well, okay, so don't put another. You put the guy back.
Anyway, command here, Cat.
Did we not take our loss for the battle? you're
No,
saying?
we didn't. We went to take it and then we put it back saying, "Can I
I'll
bid her?"
save him.
And then we left it there,
Got it.
and I am grumpy about it.
Good fox.
Advance in battle here.
Okay. Yep, we're going for the 5 clearing a press.
Go ahead and roll.
What?
I mean,
He's
there's no
saving
point.
them
There's no point in ambushing there.
Yeah, there's no reason to ambush.
And then,
for dos puntos.
although I
It
guess
just puts you down 3 cards instead of down 2.
And a 5 clearing oppression for 3 more points.
very cool.
I lose 2 cards.
Oh, sorry, I
I
should
lose
have
2
insight.
gardens.
Before that oppression, real quick, I'm gonna insight.
Why are you inciting?
To pressure the gardens up here.
I don't think you need to do this to the lizards.
Jake experiencing time dilation.
I feel like the lizards are getting hit so hard.
I think Jake is a little enamored with mob tokens.
A little bit.
I think his perception of the faction is that mob tokens are very cool and he wants to use them.
Then I got my oppression.
I think he's maybe over relying on them.
I mean, honestly, the table not punishing him
don't
for
say-
spamming them and by just like nomming
Then
the
it keeps it fox, and I can help hit the vagabond. And like that mob, what does it do for you?
It sets me up for more potential burning. Also, we got 2 more turns to affect the outcast.
you got one.
Alright.
more
Also,
turn.
you getting mouse isn't the end of the world. I guess you do have to stop the vagrant. Well, we'll see. Let's see what Cats does.
Okay.
Can you attack me here at all, Cats?
No, I'm not going to do that. That's
Yeah, I'm
not
gonna
that.
score 10 points or
Cat-
9 points.
Cat's like, I'm gonna build 3
Um,
times and score 9
Okay, let me
points.
place wood out.
I've got 7 wood. I'm getting rid of all of it.
2,
Got a freaking lumber yard over here.
Not for
it's kinda-
long.
It's getting overwhelming, honestly. I'll build a sawmill here for my first action.
Oh, did you pay the price of failure and all that? I mean, the fear of the faithful.
Yes, I lost 2 cards. I had
Great.
7, and I
Yeah, he
discarded.
did.
Oh, right, you had 7. Oh my gosh.
One,
I forgot
Shouldn't
you
it
had
be
that much.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'll build a workshop for 2
Yep.
right here.
Spender wood.
And that'll cost me 1 wood.
There we go.
What? Someone's going back on it.
Did you?
No, I said I was gonna hit him. I can still do it.
Ooh. This
I mean, I told you I had 3 actions, and like cats can't spend all their turn hitting them at this point in the game. Y'all are far too ahead of me.
if it means the game, though.
I mean, we've got 2 more guys who can help, and they still score points even after hitting them. So
Ooh.
Jerm is right.
Oh.
I mean, lizards.
Actions.
Lizards. I would.
Passing the buck.
I mean, lizards score what, a whole 2
Let's
points
see.
because of everyone hitting them. I would have.
Just
I'd
like
be
this.
pretty be like, no.
this is 7.
But I'm just
I might
It's getting
lose
within
this.
expert
score
can
range
kicking
for
for
them.
sure.
Yeah. This is it's very catty of him.
Okay, let me think real quick.
Because that another sawmill will be 4 points, which takes us easy up to 25. If we have an action, we could kill the tunnel.
They can, yes. 25 is a great place to be to try and win next turn. It just
Especially with 5 sawmills.
the problem is it is entrusting your fate entirely in the hands of the other players policing the vagrant.
From what Jerm was saying, though, I think he's already at that stage.
Well, he was saying he can't commit his whole turn
That's a
to
bigger
policing
question.
because as cats he cannot do that and also score,
He gave
whereas
me
the other
2.
factions
I
can.
assume he didn't keep any for himself because points
So
are
I think he's debating right now whether to build or whether
I think
to
he's such a cool guy.
go do like one battle.
I mean, Waterman has a point. Do moles even want to stop Vagrant at this point?
That's also a good point. Like
I mean, honestly, do lizards want to stop Vagrant at this point?
I
Do
think
either
I'm
of
gonna
them
march
want
from
to?
here.
maybe they just want to gamble that Vagrant doesn't have the
And
win.
then I'll spend a bird to battle
Okay.
the vagabond if you want to ambush me.
Interesting giving up that
Here.
giving up that mouse clearing almost.
Yeah, I think I know where I am. I'll
It's tactical.
withhold my ambushes.
If he loses this workshop, it's the most valuable points to wood build he can do.
Sorry.
It's the 2-point workshop for 1 wood.
Oh,
fair.
If he loses the recruiter,
We'll
it's
pray.
2 for 2, which is also not bad.
That's fair. That's fair.
Right.
He kept the 3 wood just to
Right,
keep
yeah.
that
Does
third sawmill.
damage one item.
Yeah.
Yeah, thinking about which one to do.
Does
1,
boot.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I'll do this one.
I mean,
No, wait. I'll do.
I'd do the exhausted one maybe.
Yeah, I'll do that one.
No,
No, wait. No use doing that one.
There we go.
Let's do this one.
Yeah, because we only unexhaust 7 items and we have 8 exhausted currently. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna damage
I'm
something,
now
you
getting
damage the
to
exhausted
I
version
know
of
an
it.
interesting conundrum. Who do I want to? Who owes me a favor in round 4?
This is interesting, actually. Moles and lizards, neither getting eliminated here. Both players going on to round 4. So do they care enough?
Yeah, what Rehab just said is really interesting. Who wants to owe me a favor in round 4? He's effectively offering a king-making service for a favor in the next round.
Those don't have much.
Is this out? I mean, close.
Yeah, that's what you guys get for passing the buck to somebody who's going to get to round 4. I will dig.
There's that. That's valid.
So salty.
I mean, that's a very fair point.
Take it.
I mean,
I guess he still loses though.
it does count as a loss.
Do I lose with getting points, or do I lose like?
I mean, it doesn't matter. You can go ahead.
I mean, I do think moles are in a position where they lose either way. So
Yeah.
if I'm in that position
can't
where I'm
believe
going to
Jeremy
lose either
didn't do
way,
it. Like,
I'm going to
that's
get the most
crazy.
points I
mean, I
can,
told y'all what I
but
could
not
do.
try to affect
That's
the
what I was
board
saying
by
before.
like
You
said
killing
what you were
somebody.
going to do is what.
I'm just
do what I want to do.
I'm just gonna try to. I'm either gonna try to extend the game, or I'm just gonna basically take.
Dig
Well,
here?
if I don't see a physical way to extend the
Flee your
game because
roots.
everyone has to kill everybody. Like that's I think actually kind of an interesting part about Vagabond is if you stop Vagabond literally cannot stop the next person from winning.
Right.
Because they're
Right.
going into the forest. So there's no chain effect with Vagabond. Vagabond just disappears.
Yeah, that's where the
Pretty much got it.
traditional
question.
logic
That's more
or
stuff.
wisdom of policing to the left breaks down.
Yeah.
Is if you police the vagabond cannot pass the policing on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Moles are focused on the next.
I like the
round,
market
so
on the cat's head.
It doesn't matter.
He's bringing it over.
How can you get?
I know, it's just funny to me.
It goes to Fox hated. If it stays Fox hated, then I can battle him and make him go hostile with me so he can't aid the victory.
Did you not get rid of a sword? Oh boy.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
All right, I can do that then.
Okay, so
Is that okay?
it looks like Aqua is still
Yeah.
trying to get
Box down,
more
go
turns.
Dig instead of the bird.
Yeah.
Man,
Got one shot at it, as long as I don't roll
The
zero.
game above the game above the
Yeah.
game.
okay, so I built.
Yeah, I also thought that
So
he'd get rid of the sword for this exact reason.
Yeah. I mean,
He was actually given that opportunity too. Now that I think about it, I didn't even think about that when the time came around.
right. He was given the opportunity with the damage. He was given the opportunity much earlier in the game, when he was over satchel limit, or could have easily gone over satchel
When he could
limit.
have made it so he was
That's
over
the-
satchel limit. Yeah.
There were a few times where he could have done that.
Yeah.
I will score.
Cats can get. Cats have 2 open slots that they can get to right now. They'll have 4 more wood. They just put up both sawmills. I think they just have it.
Yeah, they're in a pretty good spot, especially if
Like if lizards hit the vagabond. If lizards hit the vagabond and vagabond is then prevented from winning because lizards rolled not a 0 effectively, then
did the Dutchie move the warlord score marker?
warlord should have been at 17.
Yeah, we're moving up the wrong person.
Okay, so Dutchie is actually at
I got
18.
move. Well, technically, I could score 3 points. Then there for the formal. Is that worth it?
Manatees. I definitely think
I'm
you're
not coming
correct.
to hit you. Cats won't come hit you. The only thing you got to worry about is the warlord, who
Yeah.
could move.
That's yeah.
You'd only have one battle.
I mean, does warlord really need to? Oh, I guess it's from 3 to 5. So yeah.
This is where
a
you can see that Jake is effectively 1 turn behind other people.
Yep.
Brigadier
Because
Warrior.
General faction parity right now would have warlord up here, you know.
Yep.
So this is where him not pulling back a turn earlier than he did and getting the warlord wiped and all that put him about a turn behind.
Well, what's really interesting is, according to Jake,
Brigadier
he shot
Mulberry.
himself in the foot for 3 turns, and he only got
Well-
1 turn behind.
And
So that's
then
actually pretty
there-
good.
No, he's
He's played very well after
think
he
Marshall-
kind
I think
of
Marshall's
got back
best
up on his
though.
feet.
right. I'm not at all saying this to disparage him or anything.
No,
He's-
of course
I,
not.
I'm just I'm pointing out.
Do you have ambush?
Oh yeah, I forgot this is the wrong place. He should be at 17, but
And that's what I like to see.
I think this is about where he should be with just losing a turn, and this is about where he is with the inefficiencies.
Absolutely.
And then I will bravely run back over here. As my marshal.
I don't know what to do with this. This tracker just got horribly off. I hate when I have to keep double scoring. Lizards, just went on your turn and make my life easier.
That would be
A miracle, I know.
probably the best lizard burst I've ever seen. I've seen lizards make some big bursts. Like,
I've seen a 10-point burst before.
yeah, I mean, I've seen big bursts, but not from this board position.
No.
Also fair. Boop. He had a knife.
All right, I sway these 2 to recruit my captain for 1.
Okay,
Can I
so
do
we got
that?
our
Yes, I can.
last squire.
Right? Because I've only lost 1 crown. All right, that's 1 more point, I believe. And then I will return these to my hand.
Double scoring.
Craft the false orders and the fox parsons. Always a good craft for both.
Always a good craft. He's saying my catchphrase for me.
And then I will draw 3 cards.
Ah, that's funny.
All right, now we go to lizards who cannot hear the table right now unless that's gotten fixed.
Can we hear Aquaman?
He said his headphones got disconnected.
It looks
which
like
means-
Aquaman is having some
hey.
audio issues.
Sorry, I'm back. I can hear you guys
Great,
now.
awesome.
There it is. I think
just
generally
hardwire
people's
the
headphones disconnect, then
Bluetooth just
there might
leaked out.
have
Okay, is
times
it my
attached to
turn?
headphones. So
Yes, sir. I think. Yeah.
Great.
did
All right. Well,
I think you only drew
Outcast
4,
stays
or only
Fox
3, and you should have drawn 4.
Discard those cards.
No, wait, no.
And
He drew the correct amount because this market should be on the board.
yeah.
This is the most
He was
important
debating it.
accolade.
I think he may have
Will
swayed
he
with the
roll
bird because he has the tunnel
a
over here.
1-1?
Fox bird.
Or a 0-0.
Could be a 0-0.
0-0. So we are attacking the vagrant. Do you have any response?
Oh, let me think about it for a second. No, I don't.
Okay.
No responses. Nothing coming out of the woods. Oh.
Hey.
Should have damaged your sword.
All right. Let me think about which 2 items I want to.
Yeah, so we are now hostile with lizards. I think pretty effectively shutting down our vagrant victory.
That's gonna be your only battle, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I
I'll
mean,
take
we
some
could
time to
just
think about it.
dream
Go
of
ahead and do your turn.
dream of the quest top deck.
Okay, wait, what was that result? Did I lose a guy? 2 and 1?
We have to get 8
One
points from
guy
quests.
does not
Well, we
become
got
an accolade.
2 points on the board, and then we just need to get a 3 and a 4, and then it's great.
Conspiracy's done.
Just need 2 more
Alright,
fox quests.
now-
The worst quests in the deck.
This will be an accolade.
With 2 T's, it might be possible. It's just,
And the question
God
just
draws.
becomes,
Holy mouses.
But if not, cats just wow.
Yeah.
Really do not like bunnies.
Mousin.
Yeah, the card draw has been really unfortunate for Aquaman this game. Really
Just saying hi.
really unfortunate.
Actually, no, I'm not going to get an accolade with that guy when I talk.
Hanging in there well for how bad these have
Discard
been.
That. Grab the Fox Dominance.
Nice.
Score.
Doing a dom swap
Fox
now that the
Dominance
Fox Dom's out there to get a
for
score.
2
That helps.
points.
But still, I mean,
And
they're so limited in where they can
we are
go.
going to go another turn, or the cat's going to get 9 points.
Yes.
It's Jeremy has 1 here.
And he's got 1 over here. with the
Probably something
vagrant.
rat-like.
You could try
1, 2, 3.
to block
4,
cats
7.
by recruiting 4
it's
onto
gonna
here
be
to deny the rule for the
4
wood.
plus
Or
5
kill the
for
keep.
7 wood.
That's not an option.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He doesn't have 7 wood, so he can't build the 2 sawmills.
He does have 7 wood. What are you talking
He could
about?
have like a craftable.
he does have
get the
7
coins.
4.
He does
Plus
have
3.
7
Yeah.
wood.
He missed this one, I
He's
think.
got 4 sawmills and 3 wood.
Does he have 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. He does have 7 wood. Yeah. So I guess if I put
4
a bunch
recruits.
of guys here, he could still move
Or here.
to get rule,
But then you're taxing
Don't need
actions.
to.
and then just build. So there's nothing that I can do to stop that,
Mm.
right? Because I have 4 guys. I would have 5 rule there.
Yeah, and Warlord can't even go through the lizard barrier. So
Right.
the Warlord's in a rough,
Oh, I
rough spot.
could. I can't put a garden anywhere to eliminate the rule. Yeah, so it's looking like I'm just gonna get the
Manu cheese for
No! No, that's not how you.
I mean, I don't know what.
That's
else
not how
to
you
do.
stop cats.
Is there anything else you guys see to stop Germ that I can do?
anyway.
I mean, put them up here to at least stop.
Well, they can't. It's
They
gotta be in a
can go
mouse.
there.
Put them
They're
there.
all-
They
They're all
Yeah.
mouse.
Rehab's right.
just affect the rule so we can't.
Yeah,
move 1
yeah.
wood over here.
It's the wood transfer that you're gonna. Well, yeah, he
He
will
just
lock out
makes
this wood.
move.
He can just
But
march.
anyway, Man of
guys,
Cheese
so-
for
Force
Crusades.
him to.
Oh yeah.
Fox,
okay.
No
it's
reason to
from
bring him down
a
here.
fox clearing. It's move
I
and
mean,
battle. Move
it
from a
is, I
fox
need to get
clearing and then
points.
battle in the clearing you move to,
You can
or
find
it's
points
battle
here,
in that
especially
fox
with what's
clearing
gonna
that you're
happen
already
next turn
in.
if we
So you
if
can't
Vagrant
move
doesn't
into
win.
the fox clearing.
This is more important because Germ will take it.
I feel like he's gonna be able to just get around this.
You
Okay,
probably
well,
can,
to
but
then
If he can,
go to the rats.
it's taxing him actions.
It's
You know,
the
an
way
action
to
spent
stop
marching
it.
is an action not
If it's
spent
not
building.
me. All right, I mean, I guess I gotta do it.
Yeah, that's really the.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
I will
it's the best
return
option.
this
Right.
hand.
And maybe
I will
Germ has enough
craft
bird
the
cards that it
box,
won't matter.
craft the
But you don't know that.
That's
and
true.
then
Germ could have no bird cards, and maybe he needs 3
I
builds to win,
will
and now he can only do 2 builds.
just draw 2 cards. And let's see, I have to discard 1.
A lot of Root is about those passive pressures,
Rid of that.
things like that.
Absolutely.
It's not always about going and punching somebody. Sometimes it's just about those little inefficiencies that you can force people into.
All right, North Abbot is calculating. Or so says the thing he said in chat. Oh, he's still deciding which 2 items to damage.
Oh, we're still there?
Yes. He's been doing that for a while because he needs to. This is. I mean, this is pivotal.
It's pivotal. It's pivotal. I get it.
It's due win on this turn. So, what color clearing is Vagabond currently in? I want to say it's a
Fox.
Are you
Okay,
winning, son?
Damn it! I was gonna say that.
I need to choose 2 items to damage.
That was amazing.
Really carefully think about which 2 items it would be.
I would imagine it'd be if it was me, it would be a boot and a coin.
All good, Rehab.
Sorry, this audio AFK again for a second. What's going on?
He's determining items to break.
And so the reason I would think it'd be a coin is because only one quest requires a coin, and it's only one
Oh,
coin.
still determining items to break?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
gotcha.
one coin is a pretty safe.
It's a pretty safe bet. Boots, just because we have excess of them.
Kinda-
We need a bag in case there's another. I do believe there is a bag
Oh,
quest in
it's
Fox, but
sad.
now my memory is failing me.
You got the bag right there.
I have the bag right here. Shall we look?
This,
I wrote an entire post about this
It's
and
just,
spent days studying
it's
it.
a really
I have
hard
no idea
calculation.
anymore.
I still haven't bothered to memorize the quest deck.
Just because I spent days studying it.
oh,
Why memorize something that'll
somehow
change?
unlocked
I
my
wish.
board. All right, it's all good.
Yeah, my confidence that the bag is not in the Fox. Oh, it is. It's there.
The boot bag logistics help is in Fox.
It is in Fox, and there's only 2 boot Fox quests.
Got 1, 2,
So
3.
I would keep the bag.
4,
I'd keep the
5.
coins.
Oh no, I can't.
We don't have enough tea for any of
do
that,
it
but
many
I can dream.
times. So
Basically,
1, 2, 3,
kill
4,
1
5.
coin, kill 1 boot,
It's
or
probably
hammer.
the safest. I mean,
Probably the hammer unless you have a craft.
unless you, yeah, that's fair. I guess you're
So
right. I
it'll
think it'd be
probably
the
come
coin
down
and the hammer,
to-
depending on crafting.
um,
Darth Caboose, dominance in a 4-player is near impossible. Dominance in a 5-player sounds
Oh.
completely impossible. For a second, the lizards almost made like a rainbow, and it made me real happy.
1, 2, 3, 4. 2 for 4.
This has been a heck of a game.
All right, 1, 2,
Yeah.
This is a. What should these actually be?
4, 5, 6,
Um,
7.
Warlords at 17 and
Moles it.
And
Rolls
I
a
need
20.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's still a heck of a
7,
spread for how this game has gone. This was very
8,
close to being a runaway
9.
mole game.
items.
they stopped that hard. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
like
I'm impressed.
Okay.
I know earlier Germ said look at the stupidest
Progression
cats move,
items,
but considering
I'll
he
go.
is, unless Vagrant happens to pull out a win here, he is going to be the one winning this game. So clearly, it was the right decision.
Germ may not
If
win.
it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6.
You have to choose.
But you have to damage something.
2, 3, 4, 5.
It's not
6.
okay to not
I
damage
refreshed
something.
my items.
Wait,
I still
what'd
need to damage. If it's okay, I'm gonna wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You need to damage your items.
1,
now.
2, 3, 4,
You-
5.
you need to
6,
damage
7,
your items.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, yeah, I've got the items.
Did you not
Alright, so-
damage the thing you were supposed to, or did you damage the bag that from the lizard deck?
You need to damage
No,
two
you
more
should
items.
have two more. damage.
I still need to damage 2 items.
Okay, you gotta do-
But if it's okay, I'm gonna
No,
damage
you
those items at the end.
No,
Because
it is not
it's
okay.
kind of
No,
That's
no.
very much not
Don't do it
okay.
now.
Yeah.
I do it now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because
I-
you
you
could,
definitely-
because quests could change that.
Yeah, you can't gain information and then retroactively damage your items.
Then let me.
Arguably, you're already gaining
the items
information
that
from the
I
lizard
need.
turn.
Yeah, you should. I mean,
Right,
like
so I'm gonna
honestly,
need,
in a tournament setting,
This.
I would wait
this.
until the items were damaged. I'd be like,
Too
I'm just gonna
bad.
not. My
Right.
turns. I'm not taking the rest of my turn until that
Yeah, I
happens.
need that
Right.
happen.
Sorry.
It's not good.
1, 2, 3.
But like, I totally understand where
need
Northbound's
to-
coming from because
Right.
there's so much
This
to
is-
calculate here. I'm
this
not
is-
blaming him for asking.
No,
that
no,
at
no.
all.
Yeah, this is an agonizing decision.
Going
but
to
you do need to make the
this
decision.
bag. I'm going to damage this.
Coins. Okay.
These coins. That should be it. Yeah. All right. So, how this is gonna work for me? Movement is gonna be crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crossbow. Fox quest. 8 cats. 8 moles.
Oh, he needs to get to moles is the issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Well, it sounds like we need to
first
ferry
I'll move.
anyway. If we're talking about
Um,
the
Slip-
crossbow, we don't have a crossbow, which means that we're crafting the crossbow, which means we're talking about gaining a card from the ferry anyway.
Why are we gaining a card from the third?
I'll
Because
move.
we only have,
to
if
this
we're
rabbit clearing
gonna
here.
aid cats and moles, presumably we're doing
Yes.
2 each. We
Yes,
only have
I
4
will do that.
cards.
Yep.
If one of them's a crafted card, we're down to 3 cards.
Yep.
So I exhausted a boot.
Now this is going to be really, really interesting
I
because
slipped
did
to
North
that rabbit
Abbot
clearing.
consider
So
hostile of?
no boot. I
Lizards.
then will aid
This is a slip, so it doesn't matter. But I'm curious.
The cats. I'll aid the cats 1, 2 times. 1.
Guess it's a 24.
1 and 2. All right.
I'm getting to
where are
29.
the
I
cats
just don't
at?
know where the 30th point is.
5-player route. The board is.
Oh, I see where it is. Never
The
mind.
table is full.
Where did our character card go?
Who knows?
Yeah, I think at home I have a hard time fitting 5 people around a table when the root board.
Vagabond damaged his character
Let's see.
card.
We have 1 fox quest completed.
So that was 2 aids. I'll do the T's for those 2 aids.
Okay, I have no
um,
idea now. Because is he
And
the 2
that
for the
gets
errand?
the cats up
You would think.
2. And I get 1, 2 points.
Did you
I'm
give him?
lost.
You had the 2 cards.
Yeah, I gave him the 2 cards.
Okay.
I just noticed
Alright,
all of
and
the
then I will-
mole arrows pointing to the quest deck.
Yeah.
All my money makers are going to be happening in fox clearings. So I'll take the ferry over here with my boot.
We draw a card.
Okay, and then
Draw a card. Draw a
let me
card.
draw a card. Yeah, thank you.
So if this isn't a fox or a bird,
I will craft
can we double aid?
this here crossbow with my hammer.
I guess it's 25.
So I'm gonna grab that crossbow. And that is 1 point for me.
You needed the T to craft.
Let me cross that off my paper here. I could not do this without a notebook. And then I will aid the moles twice.
Mhm.
So let me take these cards, give them to the moles. Right there.
Yeah, I thought one of the T's was for the quest.
Check that they're matching. Let me exhaust 2 items.
He said he's gonna be moving around a lot, so maybe he's
Do the coins.
another
And
hammer. You don't need it.
this
Is the
hammer.
plan to fend off a bear?
Okay.
He drew a card, Humberto. He did draw a
That
card.
was 2 aids. Exhausted 2 items. The moles move up on the track. That gets me 2 points. 1, 2. And
You needed that T.
so that was 1, 2, 3. Oh, I got a Fox quest.
You needed that T.
I switched one of these
Yep, you're
boots
just gonna say switch it.
for a T because I needed that Fox quest. I'm sorry.
You technically missed
yeah,
it.
My game's on the line now, so I don't.
So
You drew a card.
You drew a card, yeah.
You drew a card. You messed up.
You had to do that perfectly.
so Fox quest for 2 points.
Hold on.
What's that?
Sorry, we're Guerric. I don't know what we should do.
Are you calling on me?
Yeah.
You technically gained information, and you can't roll back to change which item you exhausted. When you drew the card from the fairy, you locked in your decisions up to that point.
All right. Does it? I didn't gain
You drew a card.
any new information about my items.
You gained new information about the game. You drew a card.
All right. Okay, so I can't do that.
Oh, my heart's broken.
It did matter, Man of Cheese, because he aided
I
it.
had 1 boot left.
Yeah, he didn't know if he had the points.
And I have 3 points to make up, so I need to.
If it had been something that didn't match,
go
he couldn't have aided it. That would have changed his
and-
turn.
Absolutely.
And this is what the Vagabond game is, the optimization of these items. It could have been something he could craft.
It could have been the T. It could, like it's a tough spot, and like that's kind
Sorry,
of why
this
we
is,
have those rulings. To unfortunately, like those are I think the 3 rules that you put in place were drawing
so I just
cards,
need to move.
It's
into-
rolling
anything.
dice, or asking for
first
information. Anything
I'll
gaining you
cross
information.
forward.
Giving
Yes.
away information is not as bad, but
Yes.
gaining
So,
information, no.
Yeah, the 3 things I mention, I highlight,
Moles,
are
I'm
rolling,
going to,
asking for ambush, or drawing a card. But it's anything that's gaining you information.
battle
It's,
you.
swap meeting somebody's hand.
Shit.
No, crossbow him, battle him, incite him.
Yeah, he should have an extra boot right now, right?
He's got 2 boots. I would crossbow, battle, and incite just to see what happens, but that's only 2 points.
Shit, I can't. This is why I wanted to. Yeah.
I mean, you do have to plan it out, and that's why I'm surprised is that when I saw him do both the T's, I was like, what do you
Don't
do?
you roll
Like,
that back?
I know.
I can't roll much back. It just means I don't win.
this is so heartbreaking.
This is heartbreaking because it. I mean, he saw it. He just didn't execute it 100% correctly, and it had to be 100% correct.
Yes.
There was no room for error.
First.
So right now, he should have the 2 boots. I'm not sure if he's moving.
And
But
I think he got confused when we stepped in when
Yeah.
you started trying to do the quest.
trying to keep going. Yeah.
yeah, let me move. Move to this rabbit clearing.
Yep.
And do this rabbit quest.
He did, Man of Cheese. He had a win.
You should have
For
one more
a
boot, though,
crossbow
but there is
and
not a boot. Sword
that
quest.
for. Give me 1 point. And that will. Let me see what the next card is. That will end my turn there.
You crafted this crossbow that's sitting out here, right?
Yes, it's
Okay,
been
I'll just throw
crafted.
it to the souls there.
All right.
Hat in the Cat. We can't escort.
My sympathies, Abbot.
It's mouse, and we're not in mouse. We can't move to mouse.
And then can you, before
doesn't
you
work.
do anything, Jake, can you discard down to 6 items? Abbott?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I will say.
Let's just pitch this bag.
I
One,
will
two.
say. When
And they all
I'm
fall to the ground in
flagged-
his current clearing, easily for anyone to pick up.
Wishful thinking for the rat.
I didn't know there was a new right.
The world just comes and is
So
like,
much
scoop.
about him having all of them is he's destroying them too.
Man, that's so heartbreaking to
It's
see.
literally
Oh,
it's a
absolutely.
closet
Absolutely
that you open up
heartbreaking.
and there's 1 boot in there.
Like, I know this is why I've seen a lot of players when they're planning out their turns for
That's my
quests, they
super
take
meta
the
player.
items off their board and put them on the quest.
Yep.
Just so they don't use them for anything else
I finally had a chance to
accidentally.
craft it and you've
Yep.
taken it already.
Oh, Hat and the Cat. The 5-boot win con is so hard to get to.
6.
8 expansions over 10 years. I feel like it's pretty ambitious,
worry,
but doable.
That is more than a little ambitious.
I mean, what if we take it 8 to 14 years?
Root has existed since 2018, which is 5 years? 4 years.
4 years.
And we've had base game and 2 expansions. So if you
3.
3 expansions. Well, okay, so here's where things get messy. Because base game and Riverfolk came out at the same time.
I don't care. It's technically an expansion.
Well,
That's how math works.
all right, you know what? This conversation immediately went stupid. I'm not having it anymore.
Where's the 4th expansion? Because if the 4th expansion is the ENP deck, then yes, it's very doable to have 8 expansions over 10 years.
There have been 3 design periods
There
over
we
the
go.
course of Root.
That's fair. That's
There
fair.
has been the base game and Riverfolk design period, the Underworld and Exiles and Partisans design period, and the Marauder and Hireling stuff design period. And this has been over a little more than 4 years, because you consider that they designed Root for 2 years, roughly.
Jake, what are you doing?
So,
Oh, did you do it? Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. I thought he still has one more.
so that is 3 design periods
Got it. Okay,
over
so he has
5 to 6 years.
So 6. Okay, got it. Cool. Right. Let's raise.
I forgot about the Clockwork expansion, but that's a little bit different.
That's also different because that was
Remove the
developed,
bunny.
that was designed outside of Leader. They did not design
Love to
it.
see-
They
wait,
did
no, we don't-
develop
we
it.
don't give that to
Marshall
that.
Britt developed it
God
as part
damn.
of the Underworld expansion.
Yeah. So it was again in one.
Yeah, I
design
think we
period.
have to give it to the old Vagrant. There it is, Vagrant.
Appreciate it.
First.
Some sympathy mobs coming my way.
Anyway,
Trolls will get it.
that is me getting very pedantic about the timelines
Lots
for
of
route
morning.
development.
What hard design
And then we
periods?
recruit.
This is the worst. I'm not having this conversation anymore.
All right, we'll stop trolling you. I'll stop trolling you.
I mean,
I don't think Warlord has 11 points.
You got enough to.
I don't think so either.
Wall of lizards.
I
can't
can
get
pass
through
the wall of
Blizzards now.
Blizzards.
I very much appreciate and admire Jake's game.
Just-
I don't think he's pulling this off.
Don't have a fairy.
But he did play a great game.
He played a great game.
I mean,
He-
honestly, everyone did.
Yeah, everyone has played a great game.
You move.
I really appreciate everyone
Bag.
Gets stuck.
Ooh.
holding themselves together
Yeah.
through
do I
what could
have
have been a
the-
very emotionally devastating game.
You have-
You know, Jake rebounded excellently.
Absolutely.
North Abbot handled the heartbreaking
Now you gotta
missed
do
win
it.
there
I tried to-
terrifically. All these players have done really great.
Oh boy.
I believe we were. Oh no, we were bitter. We
We were
could be
bitter.
relentless.
Yeah, we did Relentless then Bitter.
I
You
do
don't
agree
know
with
part
what
of
they're
it's
saying
sensible.
that hitting the bunny
Yeah,
river clearing
anyway.
or bunny lake clearing, that has
It
the,
is you that I'm
workshop
thinking
and the
about
sawmill
right now.
might be a good decision.
Yeah, if we Relentless,
Relentless,
command,
and then
advance.
just advance across the river.
That's not bad.
That is not a bad decision
To
for
change.
extending
Yeah,
the
I'm
game.
going wrathful if I do. Right.
And you do have rabbit partisans, so you could take out.
Red Rovers, and Warlord on over.
This is not-
Love it.
And yes, Humberto, he could get there. He has 8 pieces here,
do
an
have
extra one he could
all
pick
around
up
the
versus
way.
the 7 in there.
Let's do it. We're gonna command 1, command 2.
We didn't actually grab our mood. He's mentioned Wrathful.
Yeah.
And you are wrathful, right? You didn't.
Oh
change it,
yeah,
right?
I'm so sorry. Yes, yes, I was totally
Relentless.
thinking wrathful and didn't actually swap the cards. My bad.
Relentless.
Yeah, you're good.
Relentless better.
This would have been the way to go.
Relentless.
Relentless
Yeah.
better.
They said wrath.
Yeah, good thing you didn't draw that card.
Yeah. So at this point in time, had
So
Jake
technically
drawn a
now
card,
it's my
it
daylight.
technically would have been
Yeah.
lavish, correct?
What's that?
If Jake had drawn the card and he moved, it technically
Yeah.
would have been the lavish mood.
Well, he did say it was going to be Wrathful. It's not like he didn't say what it was going to be.
It should be
But it's too late
relentless.
now since it's already daylight.
Yeah, I mean, Relentless is the more optimal choice, but that's
Ah.
different from what he said he would do.
I let him change it to
Information,
wrathful.
so-
Yeah, redeem
I let him
yourself.
change it to wrathful, so I guess it would be the same. to go relentless too.
I mean, he hasn't technically done
And
anything.
there's no
Relentless is 2 partisans.
Oh my god, I simply mixed up the name of the cards. Oh, I did that earlier this turn too. Do you guys mind? Or what's the deal?
You're doing it to me. It's fine by me.
I mean, he hasn't done anything.
Never gonna.
Yeah,
He hasn't drawn the card.
This is
moves
a case where if you
time.
called Guerric, he would say it was possible to do.
Yeah.
Command.
He hovered a giant army above the board effectively. Is all he
Yeah,
did.
go for it.
He didn't take his hand off the pieces.
Chess rules,
He's
right?
got this battle plus the relentless battle.
Oh,
Correct.
All right, so we got.
And then are
Save
you using
those 2
persons?
cats.
I guess I have to.
Okay. I'll get 3.
Ow!
That's
And he
my
discards his whole hand.
So lame.
Oh, he wanted that sword.
Oh, sorry, ambush.
No, you got it. And 3 more. I'll get rid of the.
Doesn't
these
take out
3.
the sawmill.
Doesn't take out the sawmill.
I guess I'm saving those cats though. So hold on.
I don't know if it's.
We'll
have to see because the lizards also being annoying might not
right
help.
between these 2, we might actually cut off 1 piece of wood entirely.
Yeah, I mean, if he needed that.
Oh yes, thank you.
2.
I'll insight as well.
And you get a point
Well, yeah,
too.
between the 2, we might cut off 1.
Waterman, what do you mean? There was 8 rats and 7 mole rule.
Mm-hmm.
They were all good.
Mm-hmm. I know what you want, Waterman, but moles don't have soup kitchens.
I press in a grand total of 2 clearings for 1 point. Thanks, friends.
This is a very strange.
So I'll get 3 wood out.
Don't play with the cards
I do not have crafting.
because the mic's gonna pick it up. It was making it very loud.
Okay,
Nice.
so I
That's
need
fair.
7 wood to get 9 points, and I am.
This doesn't generate a wood.
It does.
Oh, it does. I thought that was eliminated. Okay, we're good then.
Yeah, so as long as you have a bird card, he can do it. He just needs to
Okay,
have that
so
bird
I
card.
just need to move and build twice.
Jake did partisan both
Oh,
times. He
God.
rolled
Yeah,
2
sure
both
enough.
times. So he ended up dealing 6 hits. There were 4 cats and 3 buildings, as I recall. So that's how we ended up
Yeah,
here.
that's enough because I have the building. So I ruled
Oh
it.
yeah, no, he just needs to move the ones because he
I
can just
also
move.
need to rule
Move.
here.
Oh wait, no, he needs to move.
So I'll march here as well, or
Yeah, that's
do
5.
the second part
Nope,
of the
he's-
march.
Does not roll that
Um,
yet.
Oh, we're tied, aren't we? Hold on. Let's slow down.
I guess I think he's gonna need a card just
Mm.
how it works out.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's-
man of cheese. That would be fine if you look at it but then shuffle. Because random is random. Doesn't matter what.
Builds,
Doesn't
yeah,
matter
so
if you shuffle the
I'll
cards a
take
billion
these cats.
times.
So first action is a march. Second action is another march. Third action is a sawmill build for 4.
Yeah, see, this is why my initial instinct was to block here directly,
3
Mhm.
wood.
because it would have required 2 moves to go free that wood.
This.
No, he did 2 actions. This is his 3rd action.
Then I'll spend a
Nice.
bird.
Oh, he did 2 moves to do this?
Yeah.
Okay,
he
okay,
took
it
2 moves
worked.
to do this.
It worked.
And 5 points.
And there it is.
Damn.
Well done, Jerm.
Another Cats win, probably the first 5-player Cats win in history.
Nah.
There we go. He had a bird card. He had a bird
Jeez.
card, and Jerm pulled it off after a masterful game.
Oh man, that was just insane.
Like, yeah.
I love how the winning thing was always second place though.
One less cat
do you mean?
survived. there.
Cat and some vagrant were put together.
Oh yeah, yeah. That
Here.
oh
I think
Well,
we're done.
congrats on going to the 4th round.
yes, congratulations everyone. That was a great game. Sorry, were you calling on me for something specific, or just getting me in here to end the game?
Getting here.
all right. Thank you, everyone.
How's your day going, Guerric?
Thank you, everyone, so much for playing. That was a great game. It was
fantastic.
It was fantastic. You all played well, and I really appreciate you all playing. It was great. Let's see. Aquaman, Rehab, and Jerm, we will see you in the next round. Jake and North Abbot, thank you so much for participating in the tournament. It has been a pleasure, and I hope you enjoyed it. Everyone watching, it has been a pleasure having you, and we will see you for our next game Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So we'll catch you then.